But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Wow-wee. Hot. Wow-wee.
Must be sexy Tuesday.
Opie and Anthony, Whoopi Goldberg says that the moon landing was fake. I'll repeat. Whoopi Goldberg says the moon landing was fake.
What an asshole. On a day, the 40th anniversary of the landing, and this dummy's got to come out. And instead of giving credit where credit's due to brave men and engineers and just the will of humanity to be able to pull something like that off, the real deal, not a farce. And she's got to say she doesn't believe it or has her doubts or whatever her words were.
She's not a smart woman.
You know,
she just isn't a smart woman. I thought she was smarter than this.
Anyone who has their doubts, you can go off on every little thing. The way the flag is, the shadows, there's no stars, there's this, that. Everything's been proven. They've said this is why this. They've always given an explanation. But more than anything else, if you could pull off the biggest scam in history, which is convincing the world that we went to the moon, why would you then try to pull the same scam off 6 more times?
Because we didn't get on the moon the first time, and we now had a...
No, why would you scam it 6 more times? Successfully, by the way.
Yeah.
Except for, Apollo 13. Or 5 more times.
It kept people's minds off the... Because I believe it was fake. It kept people's minds off the Russians and the situation with the Soviets. It gave Americans something to feel good about.
Is that what it did?
The Soviets were doing better in the space race, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They were at that point by 69?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
maybe.
right.
They had prettier rockets.
The rockets suck.
The rockets...
The Vostok.
They were
the Vostok.
The rockets were painted like party hats. It looked fun.
It's funny you say that because their stupid rockets look like party hats. Dumb Russians. Our stuff was the shit. It was great, and there were great men behind it. And
Neil Armstrong is a great man.
Of course he is.
Buzz Aldrin's a great man.
Yes.
Mr. Collins is a great man.
Yes.
I like Mr. Collins.
He might be an asshole to Jimmy, but, you got to give it to Buzz.
Buzz Aldrin.
He went there.
He likes to punch people.
Yeah.
I got that
people
clip.
that say he should punch Whoopi in the face.
Well, before the Whoopi thing from yesterday, because it's an oldie but goodie.
Oh, yeah.
The clip of Buzz Aldrin punching moon landing conspiracy guy in the face.
Cranky Buzz.
How long ago was that?
I don't know, man.
Maybe a couple of years, right? Or 5 years?
Yeah, I don't think it's that far into the past.
No.
You're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't. Calling the kettle black, if I ever thought of it. Saying I misrepresented myself.
Away from me.
You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
And a thief. Buzz just whacked him.
A coward and a liar. Who's the
coward? A liar. He's another one of these asshole fucking conspiracy know-it-all douches. Oh, God, it's disgusting.
I'm so happy Buzz punched that guy in the face.
Buzz popped him one.
He popped him good.
You don't fuck with Buzz Aldrin.
Ever.
Even that old codger now will still fuck you up.
Let's
crack in the head, that kook.
Wouldn't it be great if Buzz Aldrin walked onto the View set today and just punched Whoopi?
Just punches Whoopi square in her big, fat, ugly fucking face.
And then there'll be a racist incident.
Of course. He'd be held on a race crime.
Yeah. Whoopi on the View wonders if the moon landing was fake. Wonders.
How do you wonder?
She's on a
something
national
like that?
TV show trying to educate broads. And this is what came out of her mouth yesterday.
I don't think we're going to be spending money to go to Mars.
But there are also questions to be answered. I'm a fan of the movie Capricorn 1, which says that it's just...
Capricorn 1?
You mean the movie with O.J. Simpson and Mr. fucking Barbara Streisand? Mm-hmm. That movie? And the guy that does the TD Waterhouse commercials now?
Is she going to get her knowledge from a movie?
Are you out of your fucking bird, Whoopi?
God, she's stupid.
How about we say slavery never happened? Let's then see Whoopi go off.
Oh, shit.
What if we said that? What if we said slavery never happened? I don't know. I didn't see any pictures. I don't see any photographs. What? What are you talking about?
Well, she would say you're crazy.
Oh, of course she would. But there's a lot more proof that the moon landing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up, Whoopi, you fucking asshole. Ugh.
Whoa, chill. Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Someone forgot to do a little yoga this morning.
I can't stand when things like this come up. Oh, no oming.
Oh, a little crazy this morning.
Capricorn 1, which says, and it's just a movie, okay? It was made as a Hollywood movie.
At least you're saying
which
that.
kind of puts in question whether it happened, whether the moon walk actually did happen. I like the movie because I think it's fun to watch, but
It's Mars,
there are
by
a
the way,
couple of questions
asshole.
that
That was fucking the movie was Capricorn 1, and they was going to Mars, and they realized that the life support system wouldn't work because like they cut some costs somewhere, and they realized, look, the astronauts, you guys would be dead within like a few weeks, so they decided to fake the whole thing to keep the money coming into the space program. That was the basis of Capricorn 1, not going to the moon.
Based on a true story.
No. Based on
what?
a load of bullshit, and O.J. Simpson, the murderer, was in it. Oh, by the way, I don't think he did it. Shut up, Whoopi.
Has she come out and said that too?
I'm sure she did. I'm just going to go
Why?
on record as saying I'm sure she did.
Why? Because it's her place
Yes,
as a black woman?
Exactly. It's her place to dismiss white achievements and just fucking overblow black achievements. I'm sorry. That's her job.
Could we get Whoopi on the show today? She called us one other time.
She'd never come back on this show.
After we beat her down.
Oh.
When did we beat her down? Over the Imus thing?
It was over Imus where she
We beat her down pretty good. She
hung
ended
up
up
on us.
hanging up.
Hey, look, I know a lot of black people were involved behind the scenes and stuff as far as the Apollo program went, but for the love of God, it was 3 white guys. That's why she's upset. Give me a break. Give me a goddamn break. If there's a black astronaut on the moon, she wouldn't be saying shit. Another racist. Another race baiter.
This view is embarrassing to women, I'm starting to think. There's a lot of dummies on that program.
It is.
A lot of dummies.
it's fun to watch. But there are a couple of questions that I do have from time to time. Who shot the footage? Because you see the 2 astronauts.
They had a cameraman up there
You
floating
are a
around, you
dumb
dope.
fucking ass.
Is she doing that for like a laugh, or is she serious?
I don't know. There's a first
If you
of all,
heard that from a comedian, it would be kind of funny on a stage. But
where was the camera?
Is she going for the laugh, or is she being serious?
I don't know. We'll find out. But hey, dummy, the camera was on a boom. First of all, they had a couple of cameras that came out of the lunar module on booms to catch. They knew it was going to be a huge moment in history.
They knew that.
So they had one pointing at the goddamn ladder.
They knew that maybe future generations are going to want to take a
watch
peek
him
at this.
come down the goddamn ladder.
So they said, all right, you know what? We need to get some cameras out,
So cameras
out
on
there
a boom.
somewhere.
And then the other thing she says is stupid from what I've heard. I haven't heard this yet, so let me hear what she says.
All right.
Because you see the 2 astronauts, you never see you would think the 3rd guy would go like, yeah, but you would think he would have turned around and gone like this so we knew it was him.
The
There's a man,
third guy.
there was the other astronaut who was in the capsule and who was shooting it.
But
In the look, listen how stupid these dumb fucking bitches sound. There were only 2 guys in the lunar module. The 3rd guy,
was floating
Colin,
around.
was flying the command module around the moon, waiting for them to come back. The camera is on a boom on the lunar module. There's a couple of them. The other cameras were strapped to the astronauts' chests. They weren't movable. They aimed them by moving around and looking and taking pictures that way. There was no viewfinder, but they had trained so they knew exactly how to stand and where to look to take pictures.
Plus, you don't see how many bad pictures might have been taken.
Exactly.
We're seeing all the great ones.
They're horrible pictures.
These are the ones they chose. We don't see the ones where Buzz is coming out of the bathroom, buttoning his pants, or where the helmet is in the frame.
A blurry shot, something like that. These dummies are arguing the point because she thinks there's a 3rd astronaut on the fucking moon
Wandering
taking
around.
these pictures.
Plus, they knew where to stand. They weren't going to go out of camera range for the most part. It wasn't important.
They trained to put the flag
for
in a
all
position.
this.
There's actually Mission Control says, could you get in frame with the flag?
Right.
He tells Buzz Aldrin, I believe, to get in there so they have that shot. The pictures were very important
And the flag,
to the mission.
The flag, it was very windy up there that day because the
the flag was waving.
Blah, blah, blah,
That's
blah,
what I
blah.
hear.
Yeah.
Don't you think this is the thing? If they had a 3rd guy as a photographer, don't you think they would have caught that? Like if it was a big fake and they were able to orchestrate all this stuff and and bouncing it off through Australia. Do you think someone would have said, "Wait a minute"? We have a camera guy that we're not accounting for. They would have went, "Oh golly, that's an excellent point."
We never even thought of that.
Fucked.
Oh golly, cameraman.
Who took the pictures? We didn't think of that. And there's also a 7-Eleven in the background. Can you move that? Oh golly, we didn't think of that.
These dummies.
Do you know, there's a special I watched, a guy who said about faking the moon landing. And it is very, when you watch it, you're like, oh my God, it's a really good special. And I can see why watching that would make you go, what the fuck, maybe it was fake. Because it was so well done, this special. But then
when you see the 9/11 shit, you can say the same thing. But then you get a little knowledge on the other side and go, okay, this is completely ridiculous. But you can make anything look like, holy crap.
This is harder stuff to debunk, though. Like, meaning, because he's talking about photographic evidence, and he has a guy from Kodak, who's a legitimate guy, saying, I actually don't know how that was done. Like, there are certain things, like, we all watched 9/11 happen. This is a more convincing argument. But when you watch it debunked by people who know what they're talking about, then you go, oh, okay, that's what I'm
saying. When you get a little knowledge the other way,
I just don't know enough to debunk it.
When you see it one-sided, it's like, oh wow,
really?
Then you learn that half the shit they're just making up to make their story better.
And then it's like, wow, that worked the first time at Apollo 11. Whew, we actually did it. Okay, now let's try with 12. Let's try with 13. We'll throw a disaster in that one. That'll be fun. Then we'll go 14, 15, 16, and 17, and we'll fake all of those, and hopefully no one will catch on. Why wouldn't they just do it once and go, oh, my God, we got away with it? Well, let's scrap it.
Well, if we did fake it, where did the rocket go until it was time to bring the rocket back down?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a lot of big Saturn V.
Right.
It launched. Everyone saw it.
All right. We're going to launch this big, massive thing, and then we're going to move into a Hollywood studio, and then we're going to, watch it fall from the sky. What do they get, David Copperfield's father to help out with the fucking...
And nobody talks.
Conspiracy?
And again...
And not one person talks.
None of the light guys, none of the boom guys. That's like the Kelly assassination people. No one in the Dallas Police Department talked. No one
talked.
Well, a lot of people died from the JFK.
I've also read that was a myth, too, though. I also read that was a myth as well.
Yeah, but when I saw it on TV for the first time, I believed it because there was no one on the other side saying, well, that was a myth.
Yep.
Here's Whoopi continuing.
Great.
Whoopi.
And that old hag, Barbara Walters, kind of
saying
arguing.
that there was a guy in a capsule taking pictures.
What a fool. Yes. They went to a photo march. Shut up, Babs.
There was a guy. No, the other guy was hovering and going around the moon.
Zipping around the moon, waiting. He was sleeping.
Except for these hens.
He was the only poor bastard that couldn't watch it. He was probably the only guy that couldn't watch the moon landing was Collins. He was just up there.
They should turn The View into a cooking show. Just have these dopes cook stuff for an hour.
Oh, Michael Collins, they said when he was behind the moon, was the most isolated man in history for that time because no man had ever been that far from other humans.
When you jerk off?
I don't know what I would do.
Why not?
My dick wouldn't work.
Who's catching you? You're on the dark side of the moon?
You couldn't communicate with the Earth?
Yeah.
I would panic.
That is kind of crazy. They have that loss of signal period where they can't communicate.
Dude, you're the most isolated man in history.
Cut off.
It's like walking through the woods at night.
Yeah.
Trying to get to the other side where it's light again.
He's just like,
that feeling times a million.
I'm really far away.
Oh my God.
I have no contact with anybody. I'm just going to wait, and hopefully when I pop out the other side, the world's still there.
I bet you guarantee he was talking the whole 5 minutes early. Hello.
Mr. Control, hello, Mr. Control, hello,
and
please.
Then finally hears them, and the relief he must have felt.
Mr. Control.
I'm back in contact, thank God.
Mr. Control.
Yeah. Here's Whoopi.
Columbia, Mr. Control, Columbia.
Whoopi still questioning Barbara Walters, arguing.
But you never see.
Well, but you don't really doubt that the men landed on the moon.
Just saying that there are wonderful. I love great conspiracy theories, and these are better than a lot of them because they say why is the flag rippling? There's no.
That fucking flag rippling thing annoys the living piss out of me.
That's why I just gotta laugh. Yeah, like if you're gonna have a huge conspiracy theory, you're gonna forget the flag thing.
The flag, fuck. We'll put a big fan on them so the flag stands straight out and ripples.
Right.
I mean, it's on a lever. The goddamn thing is on like an L bracket because there's no wind. it doesn't stand out.
So they wanted it to stand out because they wanted to show the world it was America.
So when they put it in there, it jiggled around and actually did move. It's moving because he's moving it.
Right.
There's still gravity. There's still forces of physics. If you twist something, if you torque the bar that the flag is on, that other L bar is going to move. And when it moves, it has momentum, which it's going to swing back one way and the other until it stops at some point.
But it won't stop in space because there's no air to slow it down.
There's less resistance to stopping something like that, so it'll go back and forth for a while. But these idiots...
You can't just put a limp flag on the moon if you're going to be the first one there. You got to make sure the world sees what the flag is. So they thought about that ahead of time.
Unbelievable.
It's like if you stand on the shuttle.
Idiot.
The shuttle is moving 17,000 miles an hour. And yet you can climb out of the hatch and stand on it.
Right.
And you don't get blown off because there's no wind.
No wind.
You couldn't stand on the roof of your Winnebago if it was doing 90 and the guy was yelling, what the fuck, inside of it.
Yeah. We're doing thousands of miles an hour and they're just kind of, hey, I'm here.
Fixing the Hubble.
Yeah.
Zipping around the earth.
They just are ridiculous.
I smell Google bomb. Whoopee something. Whoopee.
Oh, I got one.
Wait, which one, Aunt?
Oh, that one. Oh. You know, this one.
Like there was another word in his head. Are you crazy, Jimmy?
How about this? Whoopi has a bunch of malinformation about the moon landing, we think.
That's difficult.
That's difficult for everybody.
How about Buzz Aldrin teabags Whoopi?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
What is it?
Buzz Aldrin teabags Whoopi. Oh, fuck.
All right, boys. You heard it.
All right, let her rip, people.
Let her rip.
Please make this number one.
Buzz Aldrin teabags Whoopi. And
I don't think either one of them would like that.
Whoopi spelled Whoopi.
Right.
Here we go.
That is good.
Here's more Whoopi.
Conspiracy theories, and these are better than a lot of them because they say why is the flag rippling? There's no air.
Because he touched it, supposedly.
Yes, but if it was, is it always in a ripple? Was it starched in a ripple?
I don't know.
Because a flag would be like this, right?
I was just told in my ear that there have been 6 moon landings. So if you think the first was a hoax, we've had 5. We did. We just didn't care.
35% of Brits do not believe that it happened, and only 6% of Americans.
There are people who don't believe the Holocaust happened. There are people who still are questioning the assassination of John Kennedy. There are always people who love conspiracies, and that makes it fun.
She just stinks.
Well, at least the old broad was throwing a little sense in there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Out of her loony head.
Come on,
but
Whoopi. You're smarter
Whoopi is
than that.
just... Whoopi's an idiot.
I don't think she's out now denying it. I think she said, I like a good conspiracy. I think people like to throw themselves into these things. They are fun to look like you're uncovering this mystery that everybody... It's like when you look at it, you almost want it to be fake because then you'll be on the side that figured it out.
Well.
It's not, it's not. I think most people...
But you're on the side that, is sounding like an asshole is what... You're not on the side that's looking like, wow, look what I uncovered. You're on the side that just sounds like an asshole, an uninformed douche, which she sounded like, even though she kind of glazed it over a little bit by saying, I like a good conspiracy there. But she was actually bringing up these points that perpetuate the whole fucking thing.
Absolutely.
You know? I'm offended by you, Whoopi. I'm offended. Buzz Aldrin teabags Whoopi.
There you go.
Google bomb.
Google it.
God, that guy annoyed me when he called Buzz Aldrin a coward and a liar.
Oh, God.
It really is annoying.
Idiots.
That's still annoying me. Just listening to that brat.
He got his.
Yeah, he really did get a fistful of knuckle.
Buzz Aldrin's
a face full of knuckle. Good.
He's not going to listen to that crap. God bless him.
Garbage.
Oh, that annoys me.
You want to hear it again?
Yeah, because it's like this guy is everything I hate about a conspiracy theorist.
I like his last word when he gets some Aldrin knuckles.
He didn't just question him. The bottom line is he was like a little child yelling at mommy, and that's what he reminded me. That's what these guys always remind me of. Is little babies, little brats.
You're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't. Calling the kettle black if ever thought of it. Saying I misrepresented myself.
Away from me.
You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
And a thief. Good. Yeah, I'm a thief. I just stole your dignity.
Did that...
Yeah, there's it's actually videotaped.
Yeah.
Wow, right in the face.
Oh, does he clock
nice.
him one? Goddamn Buzz.
Buzz Aldrin
Look at him,
could freaking
bam!
hit.
A nice right hand right to that fucking idiot's face.
Let's see that again. This says on the video.
Oh, brilliant.
Let's say hi to Rob. Rob, you're in Jersey. You're on the Opie and Anthony show. What's up, Rob?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Oh, Buzz, what a shot.
That is fantastic. Sorry, dude. We can't get over what a great
It's just
fucking
over and over again,
little
yeah.
chin music from Buzz.
He's got a nice right hook, huh?
Oh.
Why don't we just all talk at the same
The
time?
guy
'Cause
is
that makes
taller
for
than
good
Buzz.
radio.
Yeah.
So Buzz fucking just punches up. What a fucking pow, right? That guy's
And that
dumb
guy's
face.
a man.
That guy's head snapped back. Rob, it's your turn. Go.
Yeah, did you guys see this week NASA apparently lost all the original films of the moon landing?
Yeah, what's that about?
They degassed them and reused them, and when questioned about it, one of the guys from NASA said, yeah, we should have had a historian follow us around because we didn't really think that was important.
Why would you reuse the
Yeah, right?
freaking tapes on
What
the moon
fucking
landing?
bums?
I don't know. I heard there was some tapes that were like telemetry tapes from Australia, things like that. But the film itself, I don't know. Is that missing? There's copies of it, but the originals are missing. But everything that's was made was copied.
Yeah.
I've heard things back and forth too. I'm not sure what to believe as far as that, but
Well, it came out a couple days ago. Is it true or not?
it doesn't necessarily mean that it never happened.
It was one
Jesus.
of. They said it was one of 200,000 tapes that was taped over.
Yeah,
and what happens is, and again, this is not a good comparison, but a lot of the original Tonight shows were lost, like lost forever, because there were no copies of them.
Honeymooners.
Never happened.
They were taped
Johnny
over.
Carson was fake.
right.
It was a robot, built by Disney.
They were taped over to save money.
They just didn't know any better.
Yeah.
It's with everything. That's
Terrible.
why those old baseball cards are worth so much. Because back then, people just didn't think it was going to be worth anything, or you know what I mean?
History is called history.
Right.
Because when it's happening, you're not quite sure it's history.
Well, I'm sure they knew it was a monumental thing. It was
Oh,
probably
yeah,
a mistake.
yeah.
It probably was mislabeled, or probably just got put in the wrong bin, or somebody just misread something and actually thought, okay, these are just tapes that are good to quit.
No, man.
We missed something that Barbara Walters said. Ian on Long Island. Ian.
Hey, guys. Happy
Hey.
birthday, Jimmy.
Hey.
man.
Oh, no.
Thank
we
you.
Start that all over
Yeah,
again?
what member of KISS is
Holy
coming in today?
shit.
Is it Gene or
No,
Paul or Peter?
Jimmy.
What KISS member?
Your birthday was Sunday, but we celebrated yesterday, and now we can continue the happy birthday Jimmy bit.
Yay.
Your birthday's exhausting.
It's my
It's
birthday.
exhausting
Hey,
for everybody.
I'm a birthday boy.
Ian, go ahead.
In that last clip, Barbara Walters, as she was running through all her conspiracies, said that the Holocaust not existing was a conspiracy theory, and then she said conspiracy theories are fun.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. So Barbara Walters thinks the Holocaust conspiracy is really a lot of fun to have fun with.
That's not so much the conspiracy theory as the people who perpetuate that one that are a load of laughs.
That's a little rough to use the word
Jeez.
fun and conspiracy and Holocaust,
Holocaust.
all in the same sentence. I'm with Ian. That's a little rough. Let's go to Craig in Copley. Craig?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
I just wondered whatever became of Buzz Aldrin after he punched a guy in the face.
He probably got sued by that douchebag. I'm guessing a suit.
I don't know, but I don't remember reading anything about it.
If I was Buzz Aldrin, I would have went prove it. Prove I hit him.
Yeah. I didn't hit him.
We faked the
Look at the way
video.
the shadow is.
You faked that video.
Yeah.
The way his head goes back.
Yeah, he just made his head go back on his own. And then when he fell to the ground, he punched himself in the eye.
You know, there are people that say that slavery wasn't as horrible as history has made it out to be. They say that people were well treated, food and shelter and stuff like that. What's Whoopi's opinion on that one, I wonder? There are some people that say it, and there are arguments. You could read arguments about it on the internet, and what? Because you read them, that's fun, and it's something to perpetuate and speak to other people about in a forum that people actually listen. Yours is irresponsible. You're being irresponsible.
Can we get Whoopi on the show? Are we trying? Who's
She doesn't
working
exist.
today?
Where's Steve?
Is Steve working today?
Yeah, he's here.
Steve's back? Yeah, it's not Monday. It's not Monday, so Steve's back? There's a lot of controversy. Steve's saying he never said that he was taking all those Mondays off.
The Steve conspiracy is amazing.
That conspiracy
the moon.
Is way better than any other conspiracy.
9/11, the moon, the Holocaust thing, anything. The Steve saying he was taking every Monday off for the foreseeable future.
Well, he just got married.
Conspiracy is huge.
He just got married for the second time, and I guess instead of a honeymoon, he explained that he wanted to take a few Mondays off. The staff swears that he said for the foreseeable future.
And he said
there's a big difference between those two statements.
And Steve said he sent an email out to me, you, and Ant, which I'm not saying he didn't, because he probably did. He said that he sent an email saying that, and then we got no response saying it was like not okay. So he assumed it was okay. But yes, it is a big conspiracy. The puff of smoke was out of a white bag full of protein powder.
The original email that I did read, I deleted as soon as I read it, but it seemed like he was going to take a few Mondays off. And then it turned into for the foreseeable future.
Can we get Steve in here? He should be in. Why is he not trotting down?
Where is he?
The whole staff swears he said foreseeable future, and Steve said it was just a few Mondays.
Well, I sent him a text yesterday.
And then said that, we're believing the hype from these guys.
I sent him a text yesterday. There was an issue we had here about a guest. So I said to Steve, why wasn't the staff told about this situation with this guest? Because, again, it's like you got to tell the guys. And he wrote me back later, I think, and said that they were sent an email on Friday. Yes.
By the way, the punch-the-face guy, he later attempted to use the tape to convince police and prosecutors that he was the victim of an assault. However, it was decided that Aldrin had been provoked and did not actually injure this douchebag.
Good.
And so no charges were filed, but the incident was covered in the media. So he got off good. He was provoked. The guy did. He got right in his face. That's self-defense.
I like that.
Me.
I like that.
If you ask me.
I think that was everybody looking the other way because the second guy on the moon was being shit-talked and decked somebody.
Exactly, and he decked somebody. That's treating the guy exactly how he should have been treated.
Sure.
You want to call a man like that a liar? Mm-hmm. Hey, he's going to punch you in the fucking face. He doesn't care if you got a camera and a mic or anything like that. You think Buzz Aldrin's got anything to fucking lose at this point in his life? Fuck that. The guy walked on the moon. Go blow me.
And I think he knows people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what? Goddamn it, you're right.
I think he knows people.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of the people that he knows.
Oh, my God.
He actually knows Martians.
He knows a few people, I bet.
Why do you think there were no charges and he didn't have to pay shit? They had to make it look in the media, but the reason is because Buzz Aldrin, he knows people.
Yeah.
If we could get out of a lousy parking ticket and wear shock jocks, guess what you could get out of if you're an astronaut walking on the moon?
God, he knows everyone. You're right. Every fucking foreign, because it's not just our country, it's every country in the world is impressed by the guy on the moon.
Every president from Kennedy on kissed his ass.
And think about this also. The guy that he punched, that it was talking shit.
Well, not
to
Kennedy.
Him.
He wasn't up there yet.
No.
Kennedy.
I know all that, but I mean, did Kennedy meet like Buzz Aldrin and those guys?
No.
I don't think they were deciding.
No, they were.
They
70s.
All right.
No.
I was just assuming a little too much there.
Kennedy called him a pussy boy, actually. Kennedy insulted him. Buzz Aldrin dropped Oswald. Buzz Aldrin.
Aldrin.
I was going to say Oswald. I said Buzz Aldrin. I got nervous.
And I want to make it perfectly clear. I know that Kennedy was dead when we landed on the moon. I just assumed the whole thing was already in the works for a few years, and that maybe Kennedy met these youngsters as they were preparing to do this.
It was at the end of the decade.
I know that. When did they decide on the astronauts, though? It had to be a few years before 69.
Well, the original Mercury 7.
But when did they decide?
When they decided on them, what, early 60s?
That's what I'm saying. So why couldn't Kennedy meet these guys?
He wasn't, Buzz Aldrin wasn't one of the original
guys. Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
Let's just say Lyndon Johnson
later on.
Yeah,
Lyndon Johnson.
Definitely.
Johnson. Actually, Nixon was president when they landed on the moon.
So, should we allow Steve to have his say?
Absolutely.
Considering he got beat up pretty good yesterday?
Yeah, I think we should absolutely allow that. Yes.
Danny, why is Danny pounding the table?
He's telling you to hold on a sec like he's doing something.
Like, Jesus. It instantly just takes off.
Steve.
Here we go. And we're off.
Oh, by the way, I want to say hi to Andy P in Atlanta. This is the future right in front of our faces, boys. I've been hearing about this a little bit here and there, but it's becoming big. Listening to the show at 35,000 feet with the iPhone app and Delta in-flight Wi-Fi.
Oh, wow. I didn't even
They got that Wi-Fi working on the planes here and there. But by next year, 2 years from now, every flight will have fucking Wi-Fi.
That rocks.
Right.
I think Elo was doing a little Wi-Fiing in the air. Joe Rogan tweeted that he did a little Wi-Fiing in the air. And now Andy P. in Atlanta listening to the show 35,000 feet in the air. How cool is that?
Continental doesn't even have laptop plugs on half the planes. It's like, guys, get with the times.
The future.
All right, Steve.
Is that going to make flying so much easier when you got some Wi-Fi action? Are you kidding me?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
You're just interneting your ass off. You don't even know you're in the air for 4 or 5 hours.
Yep.
The amount of, first of all, if they, I don't know if they'll charge you to be on Wi-Fi. If they do, they charge $1 or $2, fine. That's like a little, fine. Keep the ticket prices down. But it's like, it'll kill fucking hours on the line.
I'll just get a list from Danny of sites to visit so I can just jack off as I'm flying through the cosmos. Danny's got some of the best sites.
Me? I'm just, I'm a man that knows how to find stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Red.
A good list.
Steve, there's a big controversy here.
Yes.
You're saying one
theories.
thing, and the entire staff is saying another thing. And I mean the entire staff.
Oh, I know.
The original email you you sent, I assumed it was just a few Mondays, but then it took on a life of its own, and everyone is saying it was for the foreseeable future, including Steve Blatter, by the way, who's your boss.
Right. And I spoke
even
to
Blatter's
Steve last
saying
night.
that you said foreseeable future.
I spoke to Steve last night, and I'm going to speak to him again today, and we're going to work this whole thing out. When I found out how much time me and some of the other guys had off, I said, well, there's some days off that we have, and we can't, and we're obviously not going to be able to get to use all of them, but we can use some of them.
So you do realize it worked the other way too, right? All those years of taking 4 or 5, 6 weeks off, that was like something that probably shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, I know, and this is stuff
me and
that
Ant certainly weren't going to be the ones going, hey, you guys shouldn't have as much fucking vacation time as us.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and
so
with
it worked
that
in your
said,
favor the other way too. Is what
I
I'm
understand
saying.
that. I understand that. And I said, well, there's no way that we're going to be able to use some of all of it. So, but we can certainly use some of it. Now, I got married the other week, and I said well in advance of this to my bosses that I wanted to take some Mondays off in lieu of taking a honeymoon because the show came first. And nobody voiced an objection to it. Now, and I also told
no one, because it seemed like it was a few Mondays,
right? And that few Mondays was July and a few in August. That was a few, and it adds up to about 6, I think.
That's a little more than a few.
4 in July, 2 in August is 6. That's 6 days.
Is that a lot?
It's only 5 per month.
That's a little over a week.
That's borderline more than a few.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
All right.
Starting to lean into the holy shit category.
All right. Well, nobody.
Lean into the holy shit.
Nobody.
Holy shit, I wish I could do that category.
Nobody.
Imagine it. We could get the next 6 Mondays off. Are you kidding me?
Damn.
I can't downplay that.
Cherished.
I got this funny joke I do where I'm running for office. I say, no more Mondays.
Great, Jim.
Yeah. All right, so you if you send out an email,
I didn't know the Boomtown Rat song was about Steve Carlisi.
Do you have a copy of the email? Because I'll just clear it up.
Sure do.
Okay, there you go.
Sure do. Absolutely.
Monday.
Yes,
Can't work that day.
Just another manic Monday. I prefer Sunday.
Absolutely.
Just another sleep-in Monday.
That's my cum day. I'm sorry, Steve. You're within striking distance, so I apologize.
And I, of course, stipulated that if anybody else was out, I wouldn't be doing that, which I absolutely did. When Travis was out, I completely stayed in.
What about the other part of the equation where you don't even answer your phone on a Monday?
Everybody's got my home phone. Everybody's got
Everyone called you yesterday.
Nobody called my house phone. Didn't ring once.
Travis?
We called both numbers yesterday.
Yeah, you called my
times.
cell phones. You called my cell phones. They were in the other room. I didn't have them with me. Nobody called my house phone.
Well,
everybody's got
house phone.
Everybody's got it.
Who doesn't have their cell phone near them, though? Come on.
I didn't yesterday. I was
the entire morning. No. What time did you get up yesterday?
About 7.
And you didn't hear your cell phone ring once? Come on, Steve.
No, I didn't.
If I'm more than a foot away from my cell phone, I have a panic attack.
Can you pass these over?
Sure, absolutely.
Oh, Sam's running down the hall.
What is this?
No, anyway.
Transcripts?
Well,
No, that's
who is this sent to? This was
that's
sent to
my boss's Stephen.
Oh,
Robb.
to Stephen Robb. Okay. And this was sent this morning.
No,
I'm kidding. Stephen.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Well,
that's not true.
No,
Wait a
That's
minute.
not true.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would make 7. Now we're up to 7 Mondays, not 6.
Yeah, but one of these I didn't take. So.
Oh, thank you.
Wait,
Thank you for
wait.
giving us that day.
Okay. Well, this is June 26th.
Sure.
This was sent out at 3:53 a.m. And then it says that you're taking time off. And so for the foreseeable future, and then it has a bunch of dates.
Yeah, but listen, but look
And then
very
it goes,
clearly.
and so forth and so on.
There's the word foreseeable that you told me last night you didn't say. It's right in your email.
But
Yeah,
it says,
but look-
and
but-
then-
all right.
wait. And what is and so forth and so on? Doesn't that mean that you continue
Right.
with the Mondays? That what is and so forth and so on?
There's a
mean?
lot of guilt in your email.
This is
Because the key to this whole thing yesterday,
valuable evidence. Get in the car.
the key to what we were discussing yesterday, a few Mondays, and I said I had a problem with the word foreseeable, and the foreseeable is right in the email you sent to your own bosses, and then Ann also points out and so forth and so on,
Which means
it's going to continue.
That's a ... for the dates. We have 6/29, 7/6, 7/13, 7/20, 7/27, 8/3, 8/10, 8/17 through 8/24 vacation days, and then 8/31 and so forth and so on, which would lead me to believe you mean 9 whatever 6.
Right.
You're gonna
and
continue
then
until
9
September.
whatever. It's
My
just so on and so forth.
Right. My intention for saying that was only up to only through August. It was not going to go
But what
beyond
is
that.
and so forth and so on?
I will. My defense in this is that I'm crazy. All right, and that I don't.
You can't plead insanity on the Opie
It's not
Anthony
insanity.
show. Everyone's crazy on this show.
Everyone is misrepresenting what you're saying, but in your own email,
You pled insanity on
No,
this
I'm not.
show?
I'm not pleading insanity. I'm not pleading insanity. I'm not
You
pleading
said my
insanity.
only defense is that I'm crazy.
I'm fucking
you said
nuts.
and so forth and so on. And your answer is I'm crazy.
you said you didn't use the word foreseeable, which is right in your
Holy
original
shit.
email, and so forth and so on. This is very obvious that you want to take pretty much every Monday off that you possibly can.
For the
That's the only way you could read this.
But that's not. Listen, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant, and that's not what I was going to do.
You said these guys are basically liars and miscommunicating, and it's getting back to us, and they're working me and Ann and all this crap. How are they working us when it's in your own email?
That was not my intention to do that.
The and so forth and so on is the smoking gun right
all right,
there.
fair enough.
Yeah.
But
That means
you know
you
what?
want your Mondays
No.
off continuing into September.
No, it's not. It's really not.
Then you explain what and so forth and so on means for real.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was the first email I sent out, and I really didn't get, and I didn't get a response from anybody. But I was only going to do through the vacation days.
Maybe you sent us a different email. Do you have the one that you sent to Aunt
I sure
myself?
do.
Because I actually don't remember getting it.
But that's not what it says.
But
when you,
no,
so forth and so on means you are going to continue the thought that you put on paper.
See, there's a pattern here. It's every Monday. That's the pattern. And then ... and so forth and so on means the pattern will continue.
How about this? Subject, Mondays off, foreseeable future, and so forth and so on.
Yeah.
Everything else doesn't mean shit.
That really pretty much just spells it out. I don't, Reading.
And this is basically saying the same thing, that you want a lot of Mondays off.
No, it doesn't.
It says,
really doesn't.
I'll read it just so people know if it's cool. If there's nothing, I won't say her name. Not that you care. Read her. Ope, just so you're in the loop.
Oh.
No, I'm reading it. Oh. I'm getting married on Saturday. I'm keeping it on the DL until my girl and I actually do it. But since she's out of town half the week all the time, I want to use some of my 75 days off, and then in quote parentheses, Steve puts, yes, that's really how much I have stored up, to spend a day with her, and taking off Mondays would allow me to do that. Obviously, on days we're short-staffed, I won't be out. Bladder and Cross are already okay with it, but it dawned on me that I hadn't told you guys yet. Again, I'm keeping it quiet until we do it, but I want you to know that's my plan, as long as you have no objection. Some of the guys, namely me, Eric, and Derek, have a lot of an obscene amount of paid time off that were built up with XM that we have to use by next June.
Why don't you acknowledge Danny and Travis in this email?
Because they have the time off. Everybody's got it. Everybody's got it, and everybody's got their list of how much they have. But the amount of time that that those three of us have is so far and gone beyond what everybody else has because we've been on the books longer.
Okay.
An obscene amount of paid time off that built up with XM that we have to use by June. We probably won't be able to use anywhere near all of it, but we can use some. You say 51 days in the one email and 75 in this one. Am I incorrect or no?
No, you're not. 51 sick days I have. This one says 75
one is sick days plus days off. One is because we got two different emails from the HR department.
Okay. I will say in this one, you do say that you're just checking to make sure it's okay, as long as you have no objection. It is kind of tough though. And so forth and so on. It does, in a way, it's like, that does kind of implicate that you want to do a lot.
This one says taking Mondays off would allow me to do that. It doesn't state how many or how few you are thinking about taking off. Right. The one thing, though, where it says, obviously, on days we're short-staffed, I won't be out. Now, that leads me to believe on days that you're not short-staffed, you will be out. See, it's like obviously
in that amount of time. Again, I'm only talking about in these 2 months.
No, though, and so forth and so on covers the
so forth and so on.
All right,
kills your whole argument.
Yeah, I understand that.
That covers 51 Mondays,
right, but absolutely,
or 75, depending on what it is.
So forth and so on. Until your
continues the
run
pattern.
Out.
That's like whenever you go like, okay, let's count even numbers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10,
Who do we
12.
appreciate, Steve? Start.
Hooray! 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on and so forth. It doesn't end. It just keeps going until you know.
Until you run out of the 51 sick days that you list.
And so on. It's not and so forth until, and so forth and so on.
At no point did I ever articulate to any of my bosses or you guys that I was planning on taking a year's worth of Mondays.
Really?
I did not.
I'm not
you better
saying
talk to Bladder.
I did. I spoke to him.
You think we're confused. He was like, look, there's nothing I can do about it.
No, there's nothing he can do about it. But he finally yesterday voiced his disapproval with
but
taking
you made it sound like we all are crazy, and the fact is you
pled insanity.
You fucked up this whole thing from the beginning with
your
email.
I never fucked up anything.
Foreseeable future and so forth and so on. I rest my case.
That doesn't say a year's
Get me a judge on the phone.
Get me a jury.
We would win so easily.
I understand that, but jumping to the conclusion that I was going to take a year off, that's not true. I never articulated that.
All right,
ever.
I'll say that.
And I'll go back to foreseeable future and so forth and so on, and I got 51 sick days. That means pretty much every Monday.
That doesn't mean anything.
For the next year.
Never articulated it. Absolutely not. I didn't.
How are we supposed to...
I'm not sure. I'll ask Steve this because I don't want to put words.
We're going to go round and round and round and round.
Sure, of course.
How could you interpret? How could somebody interpret? Like when you listed the Mondays, if you had listed just the Mondays through August, then you go, that's August. But how could somebody have interpreted and so forth and so on?
Read your own email and explain.
I did, and I have several times over.
Out loud on the show. Because I can't just sit here.
Anthony, can I have a copy of Steve's first email, please?
It's going to be almost impossible for people to believe.
I understand that. Listen, and I know I'm going to get my nuts
your own words
smashed.
Kill you. So read your email. Subject: Mondays off. Heads up. Go from there and explain what you mean after every sentence.
Just a heads up for the next bunch of Mondays, excluding those days when Travis is on a paternity leave or the days we need people to cover. I'm going to take some of the 51 sick days I have. So for the foreseeable future, and you're right. You're right. That should not have been in there, but it's my own fault for using that terminology. And then I list the 29th, and every Monday through there, some of which I did not take off. All right? And then I put in so forth and so on. Again, should not have put it in there because it leads one to jump to an unreasonable conclusion.
Unreasonable?
No.
Oh my God, and
That's really, it's a reasonable conclusion.
Sucks.
It's a reasonable conclusion to think and
Absolutely.
so forth and so on means this will continue with the pattern that I have stated here. It will continue.
Again.
That's what and so forth and so on is continuing.
Absolutely no objection between the 29th or the 26th of June and when I sent you guys, the one I sent you, which was July 7th, was an objection stated to anything that I wrote.
Steve, let me ask you a question. Now, Travis, were you here during Travis's maternity leave?
Yes.
Paternity leave, whatever it is?
Absolutely.
What days was that?
I don't remember.
Steve, I'm not gonna. I could read this. I certainly wouldn't blow up your spot by reading emails you don't want me to read, but I could read this. You write, there's a lot of deliberate miscommunication going on. How is it deliberate miscommunication when we read your email one way and you're swearing it wasn't meant to be that way? So these guys are guilty of deliberate miscommunication? Are you kidding me?
Some of it.
You make
stuff
it very gray here and make it very easy for people to miscommunicate. I'm not to see it a completely different way.
Some of the stuff that is said about me in regards to this is absolutely not true.
Like what?
I never said I was going to take a year's worth. That was said. I don't know who said it. I never said that. I never said I was going to take a year.
Which is in your email, that you're going to take every Monday off for the foreseeable future.
And then I heard
that could be more than a year, to be honest with you. Who knows what that really means?
We never said a year either.
Hold on, Steve. You list
Foreseeable future means way more than a few Mondays.
You
I'm
list
sorry.
8 days here. Now, you said unless Travis is on leave. So you had said that you wanted to take about 6 days. Now, Travis, what days were you out? And was Steve, because Steve might have been out, might have been here.
No, he was here. I was only out for one straight week.
Was that the 6th?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the only thing that I want to question. At the bottom it says, and so forth and so on. But then Steve says, so that's about 8 days right there. Obviously, I'll let the rest of my guys know. If it was intended to be forever, why put 8 days right there? Like, was and so forth and so on, meaning that this pattern will continue. Like if Travis is out for 2 or 3 days until I take my 6 or 7 days.
No, that meant, you know what? If I have to try to remember what I was thinking, I was gonna put those right there and then play it by ear for the rest of the time. And that's fair. That's fair. But you know what? I can't.
Because you do say foreseeable future. You do say. But my only thing is I
think it's then going back and saying, so that's about 8 days right there that he listed.
Okay.
But then, and so forth and so on, he didn't include that in the, so that's about 8 days
said
right
he's
there.
got 51
it
to
doesn't
begin
really,
with, so.
It doesn't really vindicate him for the, and so forth and so on.
That leads you to believe there's another 43 coming.
Yeah.
To be honest.
It really does.
And you said you let, you, meaning me, and this pissed me off big time, you let those guys instigate an entire line of bullshit. No, your own email instigated everything that is happening to you, Steve. I didn't let nobody do shit.
No, you have a guy. You have a bunch of guys in here that's like this Lord of the Flies mentality.
Dude, when you write an email like this, there's no instigation going on. But this makes people go, holy shit, the guy that is our boss is taking pretty much every Monday off.
My bosses were the only ones who saw this email. My bosses were the only ones who saw this email. So nobody was privy to this.
So what were they privy to?
The calendars during our staff meetings where, it's upcoming bookings and shit that's going on. And then every Monday, just down the line, it says Steve off, Steve off, Steve off, Steve off,
and that was about
it came up in a meeting. And I remember somebody saying, Steve, you taking every Monday off? And you were like, yeah. I was like, for how long? And you said, for the foreseeable future.
For the foreseeable future could mean.
So don't say I.
So then if that's what's said from you, how is anybody on this staff twisting words? No one's lying.
We're not letting guys instigate an entire line of bullshit. And you bought into it. Oh, I did, huh?
Nice.
When he's saying foreseeable future, your email says foreseeable future. The boss, Steve Blatter, I guess he bought into the line of bullshit too? Because he's like, yeah, that's what I read this to be.
No,
every fucking Monday.
I told him last night. I said I never said a full year. I never said it. Never articulated.
I don't think anybody said a full year.
Yeah, it was said on the air yesterday. Believe me, I listened to that. It was said on the air, and I didn't. I never said it.
All right, so there's a difference between us saying a full year and you saying a few Mondays. It's obviously somewhere way in between.
Well, whatever it means, it's not. Obviously I can't do it. Obviously I can't do it.
You can do whatever you want.
No, apparently I can't. Apparently, I can't.
You got the days.
No, apparently I can't because
it's just hard to run a show when the executive producer has decided to work a 4-day work week like Howard Stern. Holy shit. We would all love that fucking deal. Trust me.
But you know what? Nobody voiced an objection to anything I said. All you had to do was say, I'm not cool with it.
The first email we were cool with because it sounded like a few Mondays. This one, it makes foreseeable future and so forth and so on. That's all I'll keep saying over and over again. And I would win in front of a judge every time.
We weren't on that one though.
So
that's what I mean.
But that just became part of what was known to be the truth. Yeah. Sam, where's Sam? Because you think Danny's always picking on you. Sam, what do you know about this?
Well, he said the words foreseeable future to me, to my face. I said, how many money? He said, I'm getting married this weekend. I'm not telling anybody until it's done. After that, I'm going to be taking every Monday off for the foreseeable future. The year thing came up yesterday when we said, how many sick days does he have? Your email says 51 sick days.
That's about a year.
You said foreseeable future every Monday. So 51 weeks.
Well, then I'll clarify.
A year. Nobody said you are definitely taking every Monday for a year off, but that is a strong possibility when you have 51 days.
That's one
day a week.
That's a safe assumption.
It was a little vague,
but it's an assumption nonetheless. And what I meant by foreseeable future was
it's a more accurate assumption than what you're saying.
Well, it doesn't. It's a moot point at this level because I can't do it. I can't do it. All right. Initially, nobody had a problem. Now everyone's got a problem. Last week, nobody had a problem with it. Now it's a problem.
I personally don't think it's. I'm only saying that I can understand why, because I know sometimes the staff gives you a hard time, but I can't understand why somebody would interpret that as thinking you meant a year's worth of money. It's like when you read that, it's kind of hard to not interpret that way.
All right. Nobody except my bosses saw that initial email.
But it doesn't even matter at this point because you said it to enough people that foreseeable future. Danny heard it, Sam heard it, Steve Blatter heard it.
And I think it was more like...
And that's when, we started having a problem with your original email and what happened yesterday.
But like
because a few Mondays just turned into a foreseeable future. And I even asked Steve Blatter, I'm like, what's going on with Steve? I thought it was a few Mondays. He's like, well, no, it's pretty much every Monday, and there's nothing we can do about it. What does E-Rock have to say about this?
Hopefully very little.
E-Rock, did you hear foreseeable future, or did you hear a few Mondays because I just got married?
Actually, I didn't even hear both. I was told...
Either you mean.
Either.
Stupid.
I was told that when we were finding out about all these days, he's like, you got to take them off, you got to take them off. What are you doing? Oh, I'm taking Mondays off. And for how long? Well, I can take them off as long as I want. I have the days, is what I was told.
Okay.
All right.
But, that's more than a few, by the way.
I got an email from Steve on June 28th saying that I will be out on Mondays except for when Travis is out. So it's pretty much stating that he was taking
it's open-ended. It's open-ended.
Yeah, it is open-ended.
It's open-ended until...
say a year. I wouldn't, imagine it would be a year or something, but it is open-ended.
My intentions were to make it very, very brief. I was not intending to make it a year, and it got absolutely blown out of proportion.
Due to... the email. Had to be the email. When I read that, all I can think is, I'm surprised they never got back to you and said, what the fuck?
Well, you know what? Nobody did.
And so forth
Nobody
and so on.
did. Yeah. Nobody said boo to me about it at
the
all.
The bosses can't. They legally can't tell you not to take the days. That's
they
why
can say, I'd rather you didn't. They could say, could you work something else out? Which is what my boss said to me last night. Let's work something else out.
And
that was after I got my nuts smashed in yesterday. So fine. So
and the email that we got, because we weren't privy to the first one with this so forth and so on. The one that we got is a little more, even more vague than the so forth and so on one.
Has not no one getting.
So
hence my response.
No red flag.
Hence my response, which is right here. No problem, Steve. Happy for you guys.
Yeah, because it sounds like I'm just going to take a couple of Mondays off here and there.
And then when you hear you're going to take a few Mondays off, of course the staff's going to start talking, and then we start hearing the rumblings. A few Mondays. He's saying foreseeable future. He's saying every Monday. He's saying he's got over 50 fucking sick days he's got to use up, so he's going to take Mondays off.
Well, you heard rumblings. You didn't hear from me. You heard rumblings.
Everyone heard it.
Well,
Steve.
that's everyone. That's not me. Nobody asked me. My home phone didn't ring yesterday.
No, I've never had your home
Nobody
phone number.
has your home phone number.
I've never had your home telephone number.
And
ever.
it doesn't matter. You're on your fucking cell phone literally the entire time you're here. I'm not buying that you're away from your cell phone for more than an hour. Please. We tried calling you all day yesterday.
Yeah, I know, and I saw it when you
by the way, get your point on the radio, because, yeah, it was getting pretty ugly for you. So we're like, you know what, let's get Steve's point. So we called you all fucking day.
Well, I didn't see it until afterwards. I didn't.
But you texted Liam at 9:30. You texted Liam on your phone at 9:30.
Yeah, because Liam said I was getting my nuts smashed.
But then how could you have not seen the missed calls if you had your phone at 9:30?
Yeah, you said you didn't
Liam?
see the calls. Travis, you just told Travis. I don't... Steve, what the fuck?
What do you mean, what the fuck?
You're talking in circles.
I'm not talking in
Travis,
circles.
what did he say about you calling?
He said he never saw us call.
All right.
If we called your cell phones 50 times and then you texted Liam back while we were still
you
on
didn't
the
see
air.
all the missed calls?
Yeah, you had to have clicked
also
OK
knowing you're
on
being
50
smashed.
missed calls.
And then we're still on the air for another hour and 50. We actually kind of went late yesterday. We went to about 10:40, 10:45. So you had every opportunity to defend yourself yesterday on the show.
Well, calling up just to get my nuts kicked wasn't a priority.
No, Steve. I also tried calling you too because Liam was trying to get in touch with you for 15 minutes. He didn't know you were off yesterday, and he was handling Ace and some other stuff going on. So he finally called the office looking for you, and I said, "Oh, Steve's not in today."
Whole talent department has my home number. Whole talent.
He couldn't get in touch with you. Then after I spoke to Liam, I started calling you from the office, and it just went right to your voicemail. So I dealt with Liam for the rest of the stuff that day. But he had no idea, and you booked that whole thing.
Whole talent department has my home number.
A bunch of people screaming saying bullshit. He said it on the radio last week. He said it on the radio.
Who said what?
What?
That you were taking a lot of Mondays off.
Well,
when did I say that?
I don't know. But it came in a few times.
Well, I'm not going to listen to hearsay from the audience.
Well, it's something
they've been known to lie through their teeth.
All I'm saying is it's something to look into if more than a few are saying it. So
there really is an overwhelming amount of evidence anyway, just in the documentation. I like keeping this illegal. It just, I don't know, the so forth and so on thing kind of got me. That's all.
Well, listen.
It just seems like
nobody voiced an objection. Absolutely.
Nobody. I'm just doing a little Road Warrior. Nobody.
And you're right. In terms of continuity now, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to do it anymore. I got a wife at home who cried because she heard me getting the shit kicked out of me yesterday. So that was a fun evening for me. And
she watching the wedding video?
No video.
Funny.
But so you know what? I'm not going to do it. They can just sit there and I won't use them. I won't use them.
No, we'd never say not use them.
No, you know what? Yeah, because
you take a week during vacation or something like that, or something.
That's where you're insane, Steve.
That's
to be
fine.
real,
It's not an all or nothing
because
thing.
we're not saying it's an all or nothing.
But that's certainly what it sounds like.
No,
no, we just need an executive producer here.
That's
on steady Mondays,
100% of the week instead of 80%.
It can't be like Mondays for the foreseeable future, or with no end in sight for us. We can't go, okay, we just have to not have an executive producer for Mondays for some vague amount of time.
Well, if nothing else.
But if you came up and said, hey guys, I'm going to fucking, Bahamas for a week.
Right.
Week and a half, whatever. We're not going to go, no, we can't do it without you. We need, no, that's fine. That is a beginning and an end to it, and you go, you have the time, you have fun, you take it.
I honestly never thought you'd allow that.
It was the vagary of this long, kind of extended, open-ended Monday off thing.
But you do understand taking every Monday off hurts a lot more than just taking a week out of nowhere, a week and a half out of nowhere. Right?
I honestly never thought you'd agree to that. I never thought you'd agree to that.
Vacation?
Who would say no to a honeymoon? Nobody ever likes your girl. Nobody would have said no to a week for you and her to go away.
Nobody.
No, we probably would have tried to talk her out of it, but nobody would have said don't go away for a honeymoon. Of course,
I never thought anybody would go for it.
It's way worse to take every Monday off for the foreseeable future.
Well, I wasn't going to take it for an eternity, and I wasn't going to take it for a year, and I wasn't going to do any of that.
How many Mondays were you going to take off, even though it says foreseeable future and so forth and so on?
I was going to stop.
As you listed 8.
The last Monday I was going to take off after consideration was going to be the one before vacation, and that was it.
So you shouldn't have wrote and so forth and so on.
Yeah, it does make it. It does make it kind of difficult
which
because
makes you so guilty, and you're saying we're misrepresenting what you're saying.
It implies a pattern. It does make it hard. It does imply a pattern.
Well, fair enough, but you know what? Again, my bosses were the only one who saw that. And I'm allowed.
Steve, stop with that shit, because when you say something to Steve Blatter in an email that says foreseeable future, a lot of Mondays listed, and so forth and so on, you don't think Steve Blatter is then going to talk to me and Anthony? That's where it all. Yes, he did.
Yesterday or before then?
A while ago.
And your response.
And then
to
it
that
all
was?
came out yesterday, and then we try to get you on the phone to get your side of the story.
Why does nobody pipe up before then?
Nobody.
Why does nobody?
Everybody was piping up.
Yeah, yesterday.
And then it came out yesterday, yes. Because yesterday was a Monday. So it was on everyone.
If you'd rather I didn't do it, you should have said so. But nobody said anything.
So we're wrong?
Because
everyone in this room
I explained
is
earlier
wrong.
why no one said anything. Because the bosses got one email, we got another. The boss's email throws up a red flag because it's and so forth and so on. That isn't as vague as the email to us, which said some Mondays, and like Opie said, his response was, no problem, Steve, happy for you guys. This doesn't throw up any open-ended Monday red flag.
But if they talked to you months ago...
This one does.
First of all, you're exaggerating that. Your email was June 26th. So sometime between June 26th, Steve Blatter came to us and was like, well, we got a weird situation here. And it was developing. And it all came to a head yesterday because it was another Monday that you weren't here.
And Opie does respond. It's almost like what my thing was when Opie's response is, hey, no problem, man. Like, meaning he thought you were going to take a few Mondays and was kind of cool with it. As you understand, if he had responded to the list of email, the list of dates, and then said no problem, but that wasn't the one he responded to. He responded to the other one. So you know what I mean? Where he probably thought you were just going to take a few Mondays.
So and if you wrote me and Ant this one that you wrote to Steve Blatter and Robert Cross, we would have absolutely had a major problem with this and would have said, well, Steve, what the fuck are you doing? These are two completely different emails.
Right. The emails
They're
are
completely
different.
Were they written on the same day?
And then when we get and when you write this one to the bosses, and then it's on our radar, like, what the hell is Steve doing? I thought it was a few Mondays. Now I'm hearing it's more. And then we're trying to get to the bottom of it. And then it all came to a head yesterday.
So yesterday was was the first time that either of my bosses addressed it with you guys?
No, leading up to yesterday.
Okay.
Why didn't you just forward this to Open? I mean, I said myself to be polite, but really for Open Ant, why didn't you forward this one that you had sent to Blatter and Cross on June 26th?
Oversight, to be perfectly honest with you.
By the way, and like Sam said, technically they can't argue the fact that you have all these days and you want to take Mondays off. They can't. That's illegal. They can't say.
I understand that. I understand that. So it's my own. So you
can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yes, I know, and I'm not going to take every Monday, and I never said I was going to take every Monday. Ever articulated it?
Well, you can. We don't mind.
It's actually, for
imagine after all this, like, no, it's cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Now, it's actually endearing to know that the shit hits the fan when I'm not here, considering how useless everybody says I am.
What, Daddy?
What shit is hitting the fan that you're not here?
What shit hit the fan? We had a great show yesterday. Don't insult or me and Ant. What shit hit the fan?
No, the fact that I got fucking beat down yesterday when I wasn't here.
No, because we noticed that you weren't here the day you weren't here.
You're now there's diversion. Now you're diverting.
What are you talking about? Shit hitting the fan for real?
No, I'm talking about the fucking beatdown I got yesterday. Why the fuck isn't he here?
What shit hit the fan?
You were talking about the show, and now you're deflecting.
No, I'm not deflecting.
You said it's endearing that the shit hit the fan while you weren't here.
So what does that mean?
No, that I wasn't here.
What does that mean?
It means that he feels almost like a compliment that he wasn't here and things came apart at the seams.
No, that's not what I said.
Anthony's way more logical than me. Trust me.
I was just trying to interpret it the way I heard it.
That's how evereverone heard it. So how did the shit hit the fan? Because that's a direct insult to us.
I think we
had a great show yesterday.
No, I heard it, and it was very good. But the fact that there was a fucking meltdown makes me think that there was a major issue. So all right. So I'm not here causes major issue.
No, I don't even know what he's saying anymore.
It's not that you're not here.
I don't even know what he's saying. What do you mean by that?
I mean that you guys lambasted me for a good 30 minutes on the air yesterday for not being here.
And you had an opportunity to call the show yesterday, and certainly if you
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
I think what
or
Steve is
deal with
saying
it today
is that
like we are doing.
The reason that you guys were so mad that he wasn't here was because obviously us guys could not handle the hugeness of the show and everything that it entails. So the fact that you guys got so mad at him was a testament to how important he is to be here.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's not what happened at all.
Jesus Christ.
What's going on with you, Steve? Are you all right?
Steve's
I'm not being a dick. I'm asking
Buzz
for real.
Aldrin.
Oh, I'm doing great.
Are you?
No, you know what? I love the fact that, that the regular, ball smashing happens.
But yes, I got to say yesterday, 'cause, I try. Sometimes I go after you, sometimes I go to bat for you, but this was a tough one to criticize the guys on, even though I know sometimes they fuck with you, but that is a tough one, and if you told Danny that and you told Sam that, it is kind of tough to not interpret it as that.
You know what? Here's the hard thing. I went to bat, especially with this days off thing, for the entire staff. I went to bat for the entire staff. The entire staff has a situation like this. Some more, some less.
Yeah, I appreciate that you told E-Rock to take Fridays off because you're taking Mondays off. Now we're gonna, that makes it even worse to try to put a quality show on the air for everybody.
No, he's entitled to. He doesn't, and I never implied to take every Friday off.
No,
I really didn't.
That's not what they're saying, Steve. The problem that I had was that you've been saying you have these days, and I didn't really want to take them except when I had to, and I do have to take one this Friday.
Why?
Because I do. But the point being that Friday is our busiest day for most of the staff. So I can't take a Friday off, even if I wanted to.
He spells it F-R-Y day. When he goes home and just eats fried food.
That's right. Every day is Friday.
He sits in his adult diapers in his living room with fucking on a big thing of plastic like Lethal Weapon 2 and eats fries until he goes into a salt coma. Honey, I'm itchy. He just starts scratching his body, gets itchy.
Hives.
He's got like fucking duck sauce. He doesn't even fucking use scooper. He just pours it onto his legs and wipes the fry. And right leg is barbecue, left leg is sweet and sour, penis and balls, duck sauce.
God damn
it. I think E-Rock lost a few pounds, actually.
I was actually going to say that.
I turned around.
As you're making all the fat jokes, I'm like, wait a minute. I think you lost a few.
No, it's the haircut.
The yo-yo is back on the upswing or downswing or whatever you want to call it.
The pelican neck isn't as big.
You're right.
Yeah.
Did you lose the weight?
I'm trying.
What are you doing?
Exercising.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
Good boy. How often?
No, it's an exercise in stupidity, but it's exercising nonetheless.
Yes. What are you doing for exercise?
The elliptical.
Okay, I do that too. Big deal.
Yeah. So anyway, back to Steve.
Yeah.
So, no, the problem we have with the
More
Fridays.
coughing. Jesus, where do you fucking work out in the tuberculosis ward?
Why
does push-ups over petri dishes?
It comes and goes.
You've had a cough since winter.
What the fuck, really?
We're heading into late summer at this point.
Jesus,
it comes and goes.
You're like fucking. It's like Brando at the end of The Godfather. Hyman Sloth.
Puts a pork rind in his mouth, chases the kid around.
I don't know. I have a butt. Sorry, Eric. Back to Steve.
Anyway,
so I'm sorry.
No, point being that with the Fridays, can't do Fridays off. It would be easier for like Sam and myself to do a Monday or a Tuesday where our workload's a little lighter, but that's not available because Steve took Mondays, and I really don't feel comfortable taking a Monday off and having a second staff member, down while the show's going on. So I can't do Mondays if Steve's taking everything.
And I wasn't taking everything, and I never said I was taking everything.
That's not how you made it seem. You had it on the schedule. You told us.
I had it for 3
on the emails,
days
and
on
you
a
told
schedule.
us in the office too that you were taking Mondays off, that you were scheduling Mondays for yourself. So everyone else here isn't really going to take a Monday off because we're already down somebody.
Yeah, if like for the next few, that's fine.
That's not how it seemed.
Well, that's not how it seemed. It's not what I meant. It's not what I.
But you didn't correct it either. We're like, how?
Steve, you realize you
kept
cause your own
going on
problems,
with these
right?
Mondays.
You do cause your own problems.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nuts in that department.
No, you really do cause your own problems.
What's going on with you though, man? You seem like you're holding on to like I'm looking at your face and you seem like you're not bothered by this thing, but there's something really going on with you.
I believe you believe that what you're saying, but the problem is how you portray this to other people makes it sound like it's completely opposite. You do cause your own problems because you don't communicate properly.
Let me address Jimmy's
in a
problem.
communication.
I know that I know that people like to think that I'm, or at least portray on the air that I'm useless. I don't do shit. I don't work. I don't do whatever the fuck. But I actually do a lot of stuff. All right, it comes out a lot on the air. Staff and hosts alike, whether it's joking or just ball breaking. I've gone to bat for the staff numerous times. Some have been well documented, some I'll never mention. But the fact that there's a fucking, Lord of the Flies beatdown every so often makes me think that, well, what the fuck am I going out of my way to be nice to people
for? All right, let me ask you, why do you think that is?
I think that the environment that's fostered by you guys, no disrespect, is absolutely that. Is absolutely every man for himself, Lord of the Flies. When he's down, keep kicking him. Absolutely.
So that goes throughout the staff, right? Every man for himself. So that's why I'll bust Sam's balls and throw his face under a bus. That's why I'll punch Travis in the balls every day, right? It's because it just happens. It's like Lord of the Flies, right? Everybody's out for themselves. So
yeah,
that's how it is, right?
Mm-hmm. I think on the air, obviously something like that is fostered. I mean, we do beat the shit out of each other on the air.
But then you know what? Honestly, there's absolutely no off switch off the air. It seems, and that's what bugs me.
Well, that's a whole different animal. I think. I don't think I'm just defending myself here. The fact that when we're fostering an atmosphere such as that, we do it on the air.
Yeah,
I've never told anybody to treat anybody disrespectfully or anything off the air. As a matter of fact, I've said not to do that in many circumstances. So for you to say that, we're kind of guilty for fostering that atmosphere is a bit unfair.
I think
I think everyone knows it's very different off air.
I think that we don't. It's not the same thing off air. When you and I talk off air,
when you and I talk off air, it's very respectful and it's very fun. It's very difficult to control. And for by and large, the staff is pretty cool, but sometimes there's just this relentless ball busting that I'm just like, well, what am I doing?
When is it though? I mean, I know I can speak for myself because it bugs me to hear you say stuff like that, like off the air. It's like relentless ball busting. When was the last time I busted your balls off the air?
Dude, honestly, you and I, Dan and I haven't really spoken much in the past. I don't even know how many months.
So it kind of bugs me because I know Travis is in my office, Sam's in my office, so unless it's Eric, I don't know where it's coming from.
I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know where
but you're the one that's saying it.
But I honestly don't know because it'll happen when I'm out of the room. I'll see and there's shit messed up on my desk. There's fucking people screwing with things on my desk, and I'm just like, what fucking kindergarten stuff am I dealing with here?
I'm just, the Opie and Anthony show.
Yeah, but why? I got shit to do.
Yeah, I understand that.
Find somebody else to fuck with.
We do.
My point.
But on the air, though, it bothers me you said that. I mean, it's only because we attack Eric constantly.
According, sorry, I don't even know. I just got to read this. Dave C. from New York City, Lord of the Flies, and you said, Eric, there's no question who's Mickey.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Sorry, you're right.
Sorry, Jimmy. That's all right. It's funny.
Trying to get a couple laughs in.
But we attack Eric relentlessly. I mean,
I know.
Look at Kenny.
Eric gets way more abuse than Steve.
We call Kenny the big dope. Kenny's a very competent you know what I mean? It's a different
I know.
animal.
I think the point I'm trying to make is that it's difficult for some people to make that separation, and I'm not talking about the talent. I'm not talking about you, Jim, or Ant, or Ope. I'm talking about there's a disconnect between some of the younger guys and the fact that they can't talk that way off air.
But off the air, E-Rock gets it way worse than you. Have you ever come back and found your lunch smashed in the garbage can?
Wow.
E-Rock is the one. Dumpster back there? E-Rock is the one. Nobody who fucks with you off the air.
I have no idea because it's never been done when I'm in the room. I honestly couldn't tell you.
So then how do you know it's being done?
Because it gets done. How do I show up in the morning and like every key on the fucking keyboard in my office is completely replaced.
One time in 6 months.
No. How about 6 times in 6 months?
Okay, let's see. Even if let's go ahead and just pretend that that's the truth for a second.
It is.
That would be once a month.
It shouldn't be any times a month.
For the foreseeable future.
It shouldn't be any times a month.
The keyboard will be fucked up.
The point is that it's not every month, and maybe it was one time. Maybe.
It's one example out of several. And
Steve's going to run around with a rifle yelling, QWERTY, QWERTY. It's a keyboard joke.
Of course it is. It's a messed up keyboard joke.
All I'm saying is that if you want to fling about accusations and stuff, just at least have something to back it up, because I know that I don't, off the air, we don't have a lot to do with each other. Travis, we all have our own responsibilities post-show. So, if you're going to go on and say how, there's relentless ball busting post-show and some people, they don't know how to talk to me. Well, when does it happen? Because I don't witness it.
I have nothing to say about it.
For the most part, when I'm in the office, with Sam and Butcher and Travis, who I share that office with, it's never happening. So when is it happening? It's just if you're gonna say it, back it up, because it just it just looks like you're just saying stuff, and we're all shaking our heads, going, "What the hell is he talking about?
What the hell is he talking?" I have no idea who's doing it, so I don't know who to point a finger at. I really don't.
Paranoia.
And we all fuck with everyone. Am I supposed to walk around here with a stick up my ass because Danny talks about fingering my baby for 20 minutes every day?
I honestly don't know how.
It's not a joke, though.
Terrible.
Yeah, but Travis,
we work for the Opie and Anthony show.
It's fingering.
Old double knuckle Ross.
Everyone does get it.
Infant, newborn child, and Danny just will not stop talking about how he's going to finger his daughter.
Danny's a good boy.
Oh, Uncle Paul.
I told him that's how you loosen someone up.
Do you think these guys have it out for you, Steve?
With that one.
What did you ask him? I didn't hear.
Do you think these guys have it out for Steve?
Why, are you asking me?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Why? Why is that?
I have no idea.
Why would the whole staff gang up on you?
I don't know.
Because that's what you're getting at.
I don't know. I really don't know. I wish I could figure it out.
I brainwashed them all. That's what happened.
No, I don't think. I honestly couldn't tell you. I honestly couldn't tell you.
Even away from the show, though, Travis was at the party the other day, and he had his newborn little infant there, and he came up to me, and I said, "So how's the proud papa feeling?" And he goes, "Good." And I said, "When's he showing up?"
You're not the real dad.
And poor Travis is just like, "I'm the father."
Sure, Travis weighs 8. That baby weighs half of what you do. It's a 10-pound baby.
I told Travis that the only way his wife got pregnant was because they had to scissor.
And Coke Logic writes...
wrestling accident.
Coke Logic writes, by the way, the keyboard gag was fucking genius, so...
You gotta love the keyboard gag.
Steve doesn't feel part of the club.
But Steve, if Steve were part of the club, he would think he was getting fucked with. E-Rock's part of the club because we throw his meals in the garbage. Travis is part of the club because Danny says he has sex with his infant daughter. How can we include you without you thinking everyone's still against you?
You walk funny and you have silly hair and you're half black.
Steve was in part of the club, and then he made it abundantly clear he didn't want to be part of that club anymore.
Yes.
He made it abundantly clear.
Because you have too many things to do.
Exactly, or Nambla.
And then when we don't fuck with you, you say nobody's talking to you or you're not part of the club.
No, that's not. I've never said that. I never said that at all. I'm quite content being not fucked with. I'm quite content being left to my own devices and doing my fucking job. Absolutely.
So then don't think that everyone's out to get you and that we're conspiring against you and that we're feeding these guys misinformation. It's just not happening, dude. I think everything that's happening is of your own doing. I didn't spread a big rumor around Sirius saying, "Hey, I hear Steve's taking off every month." Like, no, you were legitimately taking off every Monday.
And I have news for you. Danny's making.
The wording in your emails, the words at staff meetings that we have these are the words that we're using. So if I say, "Yeah, I think Steve's taking off like every Monday for the foreseeable future," I have news for you. 6 to 8 weeks is the foreseeable future. So no one's spreading bullshit. No one's trying to conspire against you.
6 to 8 weeks is okay.
That is the foreseeable future.
6 weeks. 6 weeks foreseeable future, and that's how I intended it. However,
now that there's a problem with it, sure.
No, yeah, but 6 weeks foreseeable future. That's exactly that's really what I was referring to.
Okay, and so no one's saying anything more than that.
Absolutely. Yeah, yesterday somebody said it was a year.
No, Steve, you're not listening. What was said was that how much time does he have? And he said he has a year's worth. Steve taking a year and he has a year's worth is two completely different things.
So
no one ever said that. No one ever said that you were taking a year's worth of...
You guys did say it.
We said he could be taking a year.
Yeah.
Yes, he could be. Why would we say no, he couldn't be? Like, would we really say no? He said foreseeable future, which means 6 weeks.
Yeah, and
that's not what that means. Foreseeable doesn't mean 6 weeks. It means it's open-ended, and he has 51 days, and there's 52 weeks in a year.
Intended to elicit...
Even 20 straight Mondays would be a major problem.
Of course, and I was never going to do it for 20 straight Mondays.
And then we went, wait, he could possibly be doing it for a year.
No. Never.
Well, whatever. There's a major difference between what you're saying and what you wrote.
You feel very isolated from everybody here.
Absolutely.
Everybody here.
Everybody.
And why is that? Like, what is it?
I have no idea. You know what, dude? I have no idea what the fuck I did.
You seem very sad to me, and I'm not saying, look, there are times where I understand that, look, you, like, I'm listening to your argument here. I understand why people thought that email said what it did, because it was worded terribly. It was very badly worded, and I see why people would think that you meant everyone. I really would. But it's like, you just strike me as being very sad and feeling very disconnected from everybody here. So you feel like you're walking into a war zone every time you come to work.
Absolutely.
But why?
I wish I could tell you. I really get a feeling that I'm being, like, fucking pushed. I've been having that feeling for I don't even know how many months. Like, I'm really being, like, you know, sort of distanced so I can just say, fuck you all, I'm out. So, and that's really how I feel. That's absolutely how I feel. And if I'm completely unjustified and crazy and out of my mind, then so be it.
But like it was just said, like, if we mess with you, there's a problem, and if we don't mess with you, then it's like, why am I being isolated?
No.
So, like, there was a point where you would fuck with us just as bad as we would fuck with you and everyone else. You would walk into my phone booth and pour salt on my head because I made fun of you. So,
yeah, that's going back.
And all of a sudden, that stopped. And
is that why you're losing your hair?
Who, me?
No. Is Travis losing his hair?
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere except his back. What a fucking creep.
What, he's got a hairy back?
It's just disgusting. I hope it falls out. I hope your hair falls out in 2 weeks.
Oh, shit. Do you have a hairy back, Travis?
No, I absolutely don't.
I hope your fucking hair falls out like Michael Jackson after a Pepsi commercial. Big dumb scar. That's great.
Get some follicles.
Yes, but the cheaper version where they staple them into your head. Fucking Mary.
So now what? How does this cute bit end?
Well, it's been going on. We all feel this uncomfortable tension, and it's like it sucks to feel that way. And there's stuff that the people don't know that went on that we know that went on. You know what I mean? It's like between different people, which I think sometimes the staff does ride your heart. I think sometimes you handle things very badly. I mean, there's certain things that I've even told you, like, I think that was handled terribly. You know?
Yeah, and you've been very honest, and I've really curbed that behavior in lieu of some of that. I absolutely have.
I think you cause your own problems, Steve.
I'm in therapy.
There's some weird thing that happens with you and communicating stuff. Because I believe what you're saying today, but, man, it wasn't perceived that way, in the last couple of weeks or whatever it would be.
And we all do selfish or self-centered shit at work. All of us do it. It's a big outlet for our shitty personalities. And it's very easy to point it out in all of us. But it's almost like when you get called out on it, it's like you get very defensive. At times you just got to go, you know what? I was being selfish, or I was being fucked up the way I handled that, or I was kind of putting my interest, whatever, you know what I mean? It's like there are times where it's okay to admit that.
Will absolutely admit that I am narcissistic, vain, selfish, and fucking crazy in more than one respect.
See, then you fit in perfectly.
Yeah, well, I would think so, but for some reason, maybe it's my own fucking neurosis that I feel like I'm being fucking ostracized. It could be, or maybe just nobody talks about it, and there's just sort of like, all right, we're done with him.
There were things even that I try to talk to you about, which were not as much connected to me as to other guys.
Yeah, there are unspoken things.
And unspoken stuff, and things that were talked about, and that kind of, I thought, like, why did he do that? Like, why did Steve handle it like that? Like, I wasn't even privy to all that was going on, but I was like, why did Steve do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't find a reason that made sense to me why certain things were handled that way. Like, I thought, like, he should have handled that one differently. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm not attacking you, dude.
I know you're not. I don't hear an attack in that. I just, maybe, the communication around here, could improve, or maybe it's not going to be improved. I don't know.
It's hard.
I don't know.
It's hard to, like, when the staff rides you hard. I see it, but I also see when you do something that I think is like, that's. And believe me, I'm not saying I'm above it or Opie's above it or anything, but when you do something that's really fucked up or self-centered, it's like you got to be able to be called out on that and go, God damn it, that was fucked up. I put myself before the show, and I shouldn't have done that. Like, you know what I mean? Because then it's a lot easier to yell at Danny or Sam or anybody who fucks with you where it goes beyond where it's comfortable, where it should happen. You know what I mean? Like, if those guys are riding you beyond what is appropriate for the show, they should get yelled at for it. But it's like, in the same token, when you're doing something that's putting yourself before the show, you got to kind of own up to it. at time when it happens.
Sure, and you know what? And I have no problem owning up to my own fucking stupid behavior. I really don't. I have no problem doing that. It's part of being honorable. You have to own up to your own shitful behavior if that's what you're guilty of.
Us.
But
you know,
Jesus Christ, didn't got to hear that from.
There are things that went on which maybe are better for off air. I don't know. I mean, again, not, for the audience out there, nothing that's no sexual assault, but just things that went on.
Fortunately,
yeah. I mean, that'd be much more fun to talk about. We'll spit in our hands and jack. But I couldn't for the life of me see why it was handled that way. Like, why did it get to that point? With the guys, I mean, I don't want to get into it. I wrote an email once, and that was my whole viewpoint on the situation, and I still adhere to those thoughts, ideas, and everything behind it. This is unfortunately stuff that'll have to come out in a book someday. But no, mine, which I'm working on now.
I tease, of course. It's just behind the scenes shit. That's all it is. But there has been some, I guess, resentment, things like that, which has made for a tough working environment between some of the people here. So it's and it's what it is. It's not even. It's beyond. It's water under the bridge, but it's done its damage. So that's kind of where it is right now. I have a fine working relationship with people here, and I want to keep it that way. That's how it's how I roll, as I like to put it. That's what I say now. It's how I roll.
It's very genuine. I like when you say that.
Yeah. It's very genuine.
Well, we got to take a break.
Travis has the clip from yesterday in regard to a year's worth of Mondays.
Wow. Leave it to Travis. He's got the fucking glove that doesn't fit. What do you got?
Mondays off started at June 12th, and then he's asking, what about the fictitious guest issue email?
I have no idea.
Remember I asked you, I sent you a text, I'm like, why wasn't the staff told about...
Yeah, and they were.
No, I do not have an email.
Dude, I sent it to everybody.
Do you have a copy of what you sent out?
Absolutely do.
Just print a copy of it, and we'll... Keep it vague, but it would vindicate you if you had one.
I do. Absolutely. Okay. I didn't go into specifics. Why? Because I was told that I wasn't going into specifics, but I did specifically say.
Don't say specific twice in the same.
I don't, yeah. I mean, there's three of us that are
I didn't
right
get an
now
email.
Eric and me were told about it because we had to do a thing. We were told about it in advance, but there was no email.
All I was told was someone would not be coming in.
Yeah.
So everyone's saying they didn't get an email.
I've got it. I've got it.
Oh, we got to take a break anyway. Could you have it printed out?
Sure.
We'll just finish it up on the next break real quick. We'll just give it a quick synopsis. Is that cool with everybody if he just prints it out and we finish it up?
Fine by me. Fine by me, right?
I got to piss.
So what are we doing?
I don't know. I thought we were going to take a
We're
break.
going to take a break and stare around uncomfortably at each other. And then...
Have we been going an hour and 36 minutes?
No, that's silly. The clock is wrong. All of them.
Not if I turn a camera on.
You're a dunce.
I really am a fucking cunt hat.
See, if you turn a camera on, then see the show continues, and then it can't be uncomfortable when you go to break. See?
That works. Nice.
Are we playing that other clip? I got confused. I tapped out a while
I can
ago.
play it if you want.
What clip do you have, Travis?
It's
play it.
regarding...
we said it yesterday. Just play it.
A year's worth of Mondays. Okay, let's hear. Okay.
Wait, Steve, I thought this Monday thing was for a few Mondays.
No. For the foreseeable future, possibly for a year, 52 weeks.
Possibly. For real.
Oh, yes.
Rock for real?
Yes.
52.
He gets a paid
So our executive producer is now working 4 days a week.
Well, that's somebody else speculating.
That's speculative. That's completely speculative.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Well, the word possibly was used in there, Steve.
Yeah,
but it's also
possibly he could use 52.
And possibly
possibly
it could mean 8 weeks.
Yeah, when you have 80 days that are potential sick days.
But I never said that.
And neither did Sam. He just said potentially because it was so open ended that for all anybody knew, it might as well have been. When if I say, dude, I'm going to take every Friday off for the foreseeable future, and I have 100 sick days, wouldn't you just assume that I'm just going to be taking every Friday off until I run out?
The first thing I would say is...
It's not a crazy thing to assume.
No, the first thing I would say is If you mean every day for the next year, no.
Does Kenny want in?
Oh, no.
There's no sense to beat a dead horse. I think every reasonable man can conclude who's right and who's wrong here. All right? Steve talks about being honorable. What would hurt to just admit maybe you made a mistake?
I think I did, in my wording of the original email, make a mistake. Make a mistake by not being more clear as to my intentions.
The original email and every time you spoke about it after that.
What I say in staff meetings is pretty much to get people off my back.
So would it be reasonable?
with regard
to
this,
to yourself. You do it to yourself. I'm sorry.
Wow.
All right, so
you do it.
And then
Danny, what do you have to say?
And then he'll say that the staff is miscommunicating on his behalf. Like, dude, what are you talking about, man? No one's saying anything besides what you're saying. And then obviously you sent an email out in some regards saying that blaming the staff for mixing your words up, which completely was not the case. And I have a big problem with that.
Kenny, you're an interrogative. Kenny's pretty much an expert at interrogation. Anyone who's had a fucking lunch with him knows that. What's your take on it?
No. Steve just said that his intentions were miscommunicated. Is that something what you just said?
Yes.
All right. So what precisely was miscommunicated?
I should have been more clear with regard to how many of those to how many of those Mondays I was going to use.
All right. So would it be fair to say that your intention was to take off every Monday as long as you could?
No.
That wouldn't be fair to say?
No. That was not my intention. And the fact that I didn't outline it more specifically, yeah, that's my fault.
What are we?
There's a serious conversation going on here, and all me and Jimmy are doing is looking at Club Soda Kenny's dick rubbing on the mic.
How the mic stand is rubbing against his stupid peenie.
His little wee-wee. And Jimmy just took a picture.
Look at it.
There's a real conversation going on. And why are you rubbing your cock on the mic
There's
stand?
an ex-detective rubbing his he's dry humping the mic stand.
It's fantastic.
That's why Kenny's leaning in so much. I'm sorry. I apologize, Kenny.
That's okay.
Very funny, Kenny.
The only thing, in conclusion,
in summation,
is Steve agreed to every point you guys made.
Right.
But then in the next breath tried to get some wiggle room.
Yeah, a little wiggle room.
Right.
All right. That comes from a professional. He's been in the
right. So he was looking for
rooms.
excuses of convenience. That's all that was.
Excuses of convenience.
Correct.
I like that. All right.
Thank you, Kenny.
All right. I could see that. I don't know where do we go from here with this.
Whatever.
We just kind of
fine.
Go. Yeah, the email was a little. I'll go in summation now. The email that went to the boss was a lot more specific, even though it was vague, than the one we got. That's why we didn't turn around and say, "Holy shit, Steve, you can't take every fucking Monday off," because if we got the one the bosses got, we'd looked at that and said, "Holy shit, Steve's taking every fucking Monday off for who knows how long." It's open-ended. That's why we didn't complain or say, "Holy shit, we don't have an EP for a Monday from now until we don't even know when." So that's what I saw. And if you're saying that you erred when you wrote that email, all right, I'll buy that. Happens. That's all. That was my summation. That's what I took away from the whole thing. What you fucking savages do behind the scenes is none of my goddamn business
funny, though.
or my concern. I grab my backpack and I run out of here and I leave that whooshing white smoke that cartoon characters leave when they leave a room quickly.
It's true. It's amazing. But fucking 10:31, he's goose stepping down the hall.
Danny, you all right?
Yeah, I would just, if accusations are made, then I just would like, just a little bit of backup. Like I can't just run around saying whatever I want. And I would just like it to be the same for everybody. So if there's accusations of just nonstop ball busting behind the scenes, then at least have a few examples, because it doesn't, as far as I know and from what I do and from what I observe, I don't see it. I don't see it.
Because
I can tell you I used to see it 2 years ago.
Yeah, but you and I don't occupy
the
same real estate anymore. You
okay,
just
but
don't.
and then 80% of the guys are in my office too. So when does it happen? And who's doing it?
I don't know when it happens, and I don't know who's doing it because it happens when I'm not around.
So it happens on Mondays.
Well,
someone had to make
Jesus.
But that's it. So if you're gonna,
E-Rock, there's no use eating a dead horse.
I'm just saying, if there's going to be accusations that like we pick on you every day nonstop, well then just back it up. That's all. 'Cause that's what you said on the air.
You do talk very vague at times, Steve. You got to back up your stuff.
Because my fucking brain is like a sieve.
Well, write it down. Perfect. That would help you out. You do talk vague, and I think you do cause your own issues.
I think I do,
Maybe
too.
not every time, but...
No, I don't every time, but yeah, sometimes
But I think you do cause a lot of your own...
We all
shit.
have our foibles.
Hey, that's my word.
I know. I used it. That's why I used Jimmy's voice when I did it.
That was
It was one
Ted.
of Jimmy's voices. I used Ted's voice while I stole your line.
To really confuse
Yeah,
everybody.
to really fuck everybody up there. I was being vague.
People are saying everything from radio gold to enough already. So why don't we?
It's somewhere in between.
I can never figure out you fuckers.
I vote for shit.
You vote for shit. All right. All right.
Yeah,
I think this was very healthy, right?
It's always healthy to get things out in the open.
Yeah, we'll just
like
clear
that.
up that email thing after the break, and then that'll be that.
Oh.
It's like picking a scab. It's very healthy.
See, it's not healthy because Danny wants to continue.
But no,
There was no email, right?
What Danny is saying is
no email.
Sam's
saying no email.
that
Travis
Steve is
saying no email.
Steve is very adamant that he sent
E-Rock,
out
of
an
course,
email.
will be on the fence like he is with everything.
Exactly. Breaking it.
Absolutely. Trying to balance his fatness like Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dummy. Sorry.
Fucking E-Rock. Can you make
losing weight.
Can you have an opinion on
Losing
something,
weight.
E-Rock? Jesus Christ.
Exactly. Besides what bacon tastes like. We all know your opinion on that. It's Y with a U and a bunch of M's.
Fucking guy.
E-Rock, by the way, is indestructible.
He
really is.
He panics because he just wants to agree with every single person in this room.
I know.
Steve, Danny's
At all
point
times.
about the email is...
E-Rock's in here as we kill him.
Yes. He's been getting crushed and he's just sitting in the seat.
I couldn't see him behind Steve. What?
He's tearing up at the trans fat story on
TV.
Channel 5.
E-Rock, can you make a decision? Did you get an email or not? Everyone else is saying they did not get an email.
No.
No email?
No.
And you absolutely sent it.
I remember writing it. Of the handful of things I fucking remember in my life, I remember writing that.
What about hitting send?
All right, that's a good... all right, we'll go to break with this. That's good. We'll read the email next, Steve.
Fair enough.
I think that's fair.
Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. What's Alanis Morissette doing?
She's on weeds.
Is that her?
Oh, is she on weeds?
Wait, is that her at the bottom?
Yeah.
God damn, she's fucking hot.
Did she have work done or something?
Dude, I never realized how beautiful she was.
Better with age. She doesn't
Wow.
look bad.
She's beautiful.
You know.
Wow,
Look how pretty she is.
She looks better now than she did when she had all those hits.
Yeah,
Dude, she
does.
looks fucking good. Oh, I would definitely
How
kiss
old is
her.
Alanis Morissette?
She's 61.
Yeah.
Somewhere between 30 and 70.
It's funny.
Well, what is she doing? Shitting there or pissing?
Pissing. I think
Yeah.
before she goes on stage. Or something.
Fantabulous.
Yeah, she likes to take her leak.
That's
I'm
nice.
saying she's 35.
Yeah, that's it? Come on, bullshit.
She married
Older
again?
than that.
She was engaged to Ryan Reynolds, but he left her for Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, I don't. Do you blame her?
no
It looks like she's
doubt.
taking a dump in that picture.
That really does.
That's fucking lovely.
Nice.
I'd be singing "Thank You." Get it?
Very
We'll
funny.
tie in with her
That
song.
is good, Jimmy.
Is your wife still crying? Is she all right?
No,
I
no
have no
upsetting
idea.
loved
I
ones.
have no idea. She's pissed off. I know that.
No upsetting loved ones on the program.
Is she pissed because you misrepresented it to her, too?
Oh, my God.
He told me he had every Monday.
Jesus H. Christ.
I would love to get her side, but we don't go there. It's fine. That was a joke, Steve.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
No, look, I love my wife. I don't like seeing her upset.
Yeah, I understand that. I could appreciate that.
Yeah, that's where it gets like,
All right. We'll take a break and we'll read that email. Please don't have it dated July 21st. It'll be embarrassing for everybody.
Or July 22nd, because that hasn't happened yet.
Right.
Or the 19th, because it was my birthday.
Oh,
How great would
I
it
will
be
agree.
if the email is dated July 21st?
Jim was not included on the email because it concluded birthday details.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait.
It's a letter from Doc.
When
He's in the Old West.
When was this email sent?
Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday. And me and Aunt got it too?
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
When did you find out this info?
Let me see what's going on.
Saturday?
Here.
Sure, Saturday. Sorry.
We're going to go with...
Look, check Saturday or Sunday. I don't remember.
All right, we're at Sunday.
I could search with my my email.
Is the title of the email Monday Guests plus Jim's Birthday Guests?
Yes.
Okay, then you want me to read it?
Oh, shit. That doesn't sound like something discriminating for
You know what?
Travis.
I'll tell you this much. If it was going to back up Steve, I don't think Travis would have said, okay, you want me to read it.
He'd have hit delete.
Yeah, okay. Blank has been canceled. So now the only guest for Monday is Jay Okerson, who will need a plug sheet. However, we have some surprises for Jim's birthday. And then it lists all of the surprises for Jim's birthday. And then the email is over.
Okay.
So it doesn't say why he was canceled.
Yeah, it
or
doesn't
why
say
we wouldn't be
anything
able
that we needed to know.
I was told not to make that information public. Ope knew, I think Aunt knew, and that's it. I wasn't told. I was told not to.
But you said that you emailed the staff about it, and so that we would all know the details.
No, I said Jim asked me why I didn't email that the guy was canceled.
I thought you said, I'm all right, Spider.
No, the problem there, Steve, is that I'll tell you what the problem is. My issue was that there was certain info the staff had to have for replay and all that stuff, because of concerns that were had. And there's no way they could have known that, because we came in Monday and I'm like, well, was this handled at the end of last week or as soon as it was made known? And how is the staff knowing not to have certain things on the air if they aren't told? Like, according to that, they would have had stuff on the air all weekend.
Hypothetically, let's say Travis
I have
pulled
production
something
that I could have played.
Yeah, exactly. So that could have been a problem. And this email that says
but nobody,
person has been canceled, that doesn't.
Yeah, I was told that he was
anybody.
canceled, and I was told not to give out the reason that he was.
But you didn't say in it, don't replay certain aspects.
I wasn't told not to replay certain aspects. I wasn't told that.
Wait, but you knew there was an issue that could erupt into some legal clouds
if the person was on
or replayed.
Or replayed.
And this is not the company being paranoid. This is one of those situations where it's like, yeah, I definitely got where they were coming from.
No, if we've been bitten by the same German Shepherd a few times, we're going to be a little leery of German Shepherds.
Yeah.
And we have been bitten a few times. So
we went in dick first with peanut butter while he was growling. Idiots.
The way I read it when I got it was, don't have this guy, shit, I don't even know what I have to say.
Just say that.
Like,
don't have this guy.
Don't have him.
Don't have this person on. Don't have this person on as a guest. That's how I interpreted it. Okay,
but considering he was a guest,
right,
and there was audio, and that audio was where the problem came from,
right,
then the staff should be told this is off limits. And I would assume that you were told that some of the audio was verboten as far as being played.
I was told this guy was not.
You weren't given a reason why. You weren't given a reason why this guy wasn't going to be on our show.
Absolutely, but I was told that was not conveyed publicly. That was not made widely known.
But I understand, like
right.
now, but there's a difference between explaining to the staff why he's not going to be on the show and telling the staff, look, because of certain things that came up, do not play this audio. You know,
why wouldn't you tell them not to play the audio?
I wasn't told to eradicate the stuff.
But that's something I think an executive producer should put two and two together. If the boss tells you there's a problem that could erupt into something based on a guest
and his appearance,
shouldn't you know? Look, we got to wipe this out. Like there have been times I've turned around and gone, "Holy shit, do not play that." There was a time I think Butcher played something. Or it's not.
Oh yeah.
And there's just been times people have played things where I'm like, oh my god, are they crazy?
Right.
We just got fucking bitched out about this, and they knew.
Right.
They knew, and that's kind of the situation we had. I think you could easily deduce that if a guest was a problem, if there was going to be a problem based on what he had said in a previous appearance, that previous appearance shouldn't be played.
And when was that email sent to Travis?
That was on Saturday.
Okay.
Which is fine, but like
Saturday, what time? I'm not nitpicking. I'm curious.
Saturday,
12:15 p.m.
There you go.
Okay.
It's the fact. I think it's more the fact that like Monday morning, it's just like, hey, should we play this? And I'm just like, yeah, why not? And it's just like, well, because of this. And I'm like, I don't even know that.
I didn't know either.
Yeah, that was a big surprise.
So it's just like, maybe if the details, aren't for everybody, that's fine. But I don't think there's a problem in saying, hey, let's all be cautious because this happened.
Wait, can I ask too why you didn't? Here's what I want to know, because I was in communication with Steve Blatter and and Eatman and stuff like that on Friday. About this became an issue sometime on Friday. I don't know when, but I have an email, a text between Blatter and I at like 7:50 p.m., which was I think Chicago time. So how come you should have sent this out Friday night because of possible replays on Friday night or Saturday morning?
I didn't know that's what they wanted.
The weekend
done.
stuff was already taken care of.
Oh, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what they wanted done. I thought they wanted the guest pulled. That's what I got from all the correspondence. They wanted the guest pulled.
Were you given the reason why?
Yes.
So, knowing that's what I mean. They wanted the guest pulled, but they told you why. So based on why, it should have been known to not replay certain audio. It just should have been known. That's something like 2 and 2. It's 6.
It's not.
Oh, shit.
Because what
math.
What happens is if the company says, look, they've gotten this notice, and we still replay stuff that we could have just as easily yanked. I mean, that's a major. That's a really fucking big problem because that's like saying we're ignoring
yeah.
No,
what the company said and what the outside party said. That's a big problem, man.
I understand that, but that was never communicated to me. And if I was supposed to assume that, then I didn't.
I think as EP you have to on that one. I mean, that's a big one, dude.
Yeah, it's just something like you look at something and you kind of think, hey. Now here's where I got to go in and tell my guys, I got this issue that came up, and here's how we have to handle it.
And there's been situations like that before where someone said, "Get the audio out, get it out now," and that's absolutely what has happened. But this was don't book the guest. This was don't book the guest, and it was canceled. And within minutes of getting that, I was on the phone with the
but I mean, but I've been through. We're going in circles.
Yeah, I understand.
Just based on why
what happened,
the guest was supposed to not come on.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't make that leap because you're the guy that has to make that decision to let these guys know.
Yeah, I understand that, and if it was articulated that way, I would have.
But I think they want you to not be just a filter.
Yeah. You have to know. If you're told by the bosses, you have to be the guy that knows to then tell the rest of the guys, all right, here's the information I got. Now here's what we have to do. You can't just be the middleman. You'll be the guy in Office Space. So what exactly would you say it is you do here? You can't be the middleman guy. There's information that you get. Now you have to take that information and kind of figure shit out and then disperse it amongst the staff. That's part of
and make sure the show's well protected as you do that.
Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt, man.
We were a little vulnerable.
Yeah, that was.
We were vulnerable.
We had our soft bellies.
Yeah, we did.
Laying open for a little while.
Although it wasn't terrible because a lot.
I said a little vulnerable.
Yeah.
A little. It wasn't like crisis, but it should have been taken care of.
Who edited it?
Which
did anybody replay it?
Edited it?
Yes, it was edited and replayed.
Okay. Dave C. from New York City wants, I'd just like to remind Jimmy his vacation time of Tuesdays between 8 and 8:15 is coming up.
Oh, that is what you grabbed.
Yes.
You got dibs on that one.
So bon voyage.
That's right. I've got a trip planned.
You got your vacation starting in 2 minutes.
I certainly do. I'm going down to Del Frisco's, and I'm going to make time with the waitress and then come back up by 8:15. I like to make time with the Del Frisco's wait staff. I like to get to know them.
Is it safe to say that sometimes communication gets garbled between you and the staff?
Sometimes.
Okay, so how is it that we have communication problems?
The communication gets broken down between the staff and me.
But I'm saying if the problem is you not communicating to us even any issue at all, how is it then that we have a problem communicating? That's just what I want to differentiate because I get told a lot of times that our communication skills need work. But meanwhile, it seems like the only times where communication skills need work is when the staff and you are communicating.
That's not
like
true.
Inter-staff communication seems to be just fine. So I'm just wondering where that comes from.
I have no comment because I can't.
Okay.
Why? You feel free.
No, there have been plenty of times where where I articulate just fine what needs to get done and what has to get done.
And they just don't do it.
What's that, Trousy?
I heard drinking problem.
I heard drinking problem.
I said it's like saying the staff has a drinking problem because Danny drinks.
That's not,
you know,
like that's such a great example there, Travis.
Exactly.
Sure, it is. It's saying that
Danny
you're
does
saying
have
that,
a drinking
but
problem.
You're saying that the staff has a communication issue because you have a communication issue.
Oh boy.
Maybe it's best you just do stay quiet in there.
Silent partner?
Well, no, you really make things very crystal clear.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You fucking water muddier.
Dummy. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Your baby throws up and is smarter than you. Just drools and it can't hold its head up and it's still smarter than you right now.
He uses a terrible example.
Oh my God, its examples stink.
Really awful.
We're going off yesterday on one movie. He throws another one in there out of left field.
I was, just trying to diversify.
You stink.
Opie's doing arts and crafts. I think.
Now he's holding.
He's doing arts and crafts.
He's holding one of those post-it, little, what are they called?
It's kind of post-it notes. But he made an accordion out of it.
You look like the Silence of the Lambs guy. You look like James Gum. Oh, no. You look like after Hannibal Lecter hung the cop up.
Yeah.
When Opie's holding his arms open with a whole thing of post-it notes, and you look like... All right, good
cool,
reference,
though, right?
Jim.
All right,
it's like a kiddie sitter class. Cut it up.
Yeah, well... I think Steve could communicate better to the staff, to be honest with you.
Yes.
If the whole staff is saying, like... I don't think they're ganging up on you. I think they get frustrated because of the communication.
I'm so fucking tired of the naked cap. We get it.
I don't even want to hear this.
He's going to be running for the mayor's office.
For mayor.
Good.
Naked cowboy for mayor.
Mayor.
On a goof ticket, and the news is picking up on it.
I'm going to be the best mayor.
She was on.
Hey, there she is.
We had her on yesterday.
I got a picture with her.
Brooke something.
She's into me.
With her Debbie Gibson hat.
Kenny suggests that we make Steve apologize.
What?
Well, Kenny wrote it.
Wow.
In psychopath, non-script handwriting.
All right.
Every fucking, everything Kenny writes looks like a hostage note.
Yeah, you should just walk around with cutout pieces of magazine
really
and paste.
It's awful. Yes. I'm the shark skin suit killer.
Why should Steve apologize, Ken? Now that we're past 8 o'clock without a break.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Kenny?
No, you're always good getting apologies out of people.
Jesus, Steve. I mean, Kenny.
I know
what I'm saying anymore.
Exactly.
Even
crazy.
for instance, this last incident, he doesn't want to take responsibility for it.
Wow.
Yeah, you might have caused your own problem here, Steve.
It's true.
For real.
I'm a self-destructive individual.
It's not that you're self-destructive. It's that when you fuck up or whatever, it's kind of hard for you to go, wow, that was a tremendous blunder. You'll say it like as a very casual admission, but specifically to go, wow, I really should have done that because that was a big one.
I really do believe you weren't going to take every Monday off in the next year, but you didn't really communicate that whatsoever to anyone until today.
That's right.
Which caused the issue that has
But
been
why?
discussed for
You know what?
well over an hour now.
Why didn't anybody ask? Why didn't anybody
we
say
did.
anything?
It came to a head yesterday.
Well,
Well, don't forget, no one got that email.
First of all,
Splatter and Cross got.
Yeah.
And Danny said, "You're taking every Monday off, Steve," and you said, "Yes, I have the days."
When did I say that?
In the staff meeting, which
so-
is obviously you say things in the staff meeting just to get people off your back.
Right. Which we heard today.
Yeah.
Which didn't help your case, by the way.
It definitely didn't.
Well, because the staff meeting is 1% information, 90%,
But
99%.
That'd be 91%.
But see, all the
That's
ball
not
busting
true
and
at all.
stuff is one thing on the
That's
air.
not true at all. But
The
that's
staff
not
meeting is where you should be serious and not just say stuff to get everyone off your back. That's what you should be saying on the air.
There's approximately 4% ball busting in staff meetings.
Yeah.
And what was the other percent of non-ball busting?
Work and discussion.
No, what's the number?
96.
Good
Do we
boy.
go 96? Or is there a gray area where it's 92 and then 4%?
Then it's like unknown, like some
give or take a couple percentage points.
You need a plus or minus.
1% is E-Rock drinking free sodas.
E-Rock.
Piggy boy like soda. Well, let's ask Elliot Ness Shoes. What do you think?
See, and that's something that really
I'm surprised that Kenny's kind of frustrated with Steve. Kenny seems to be
Kenny's
frustrated.
a facts guy, though. Kenny's an organized facts guy. Kenny, and I mean FACTS, not facts. Kenny is a factual guy who lives and dies on facts. And if you've ever traveled with him, you know that's all he does.
Kenny, you have a
Talk about
problem
facts.
with what Steve's saying here today?
No, I like Steve, but, he's just caught between a rock and a hard place now. And
Kenny also loves cliches.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
He's a
the
cliche
cliche
kid.
king.
He really is. He loves cliches.
Caught between a rock and my head.
That's right.
there
A rock
would
and
be
a pea.
no harm for him to admit his indiscretions. That's all I'm saying. Because it's evident by his babbling for the last hour and his body language.
What's the body
language
language? Hold
Wow,
on. What's the body language?
Oh, he's been biting his lip.
Kenny,
He's been fumbling with his Fu Manchu. He's been tapping his foot. He's been shuffling in his chair.
And these are things that
Are these tells?
You're told, mean
to look for
something.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
They're tells?
Yes.
What do they say?
He's nervous and uncomfortable with what's going on.
I'm nervous and uncomfortable in the studio, period.
You do this for a living. Then you're in the wrong profession.
No.
It's
been 11 years.
Whatever, yeah, I don't know. 11 years. Oh, Kenny.
Actually, no, I'm not in here full time, Kenny.
Oh, he
No,
got
but
you.
he got you. You're a voice guy in the radio.
I'm a
in the
voice guy.
studio.
Look, in a room with a microphone and no windows, I'm great because I feel comfortable. But in a room where I'm put on the spot with three guys with razor sharp wits, where I'm going to get eviscerated if I say the wrong thing, no, I'm not comfortable.
All right, so then what would be the harm to just admit it and get it over with?
Admit what? What specifically would you like me to admit, Kenny?
Well, just tell the truth.
I did tell the
will
truth.
Set you free.
I did tell the truth.
Another one. Oh, my
That's
God.
right.
I didn't lie at any point in this conversation.
What about the staff meeting?
No,
2 seconds ago.
we're not saying you lie, but there is deception going on.
Yeah, Steve, that was a little rough. I mean, you want people. It's hard to defend you when you say stuff like, "I just say stuff at staff meetings to get them off my back." That's a rough one.
You can't say that you tell us things just to get us off your back, and then say, "Oh, the staff is lying and misconstrued my information."
Misconstrued.
By saying that 90% of the staff meeting is ball busting you is a complete fabrication.
Yes,
it's complete.
That is fabricated.
Not even close?
No. Again, 4%.
Would it be 70% maybe?
So, and then
No.
I would say closer to 60%.
Closer to 4%.
No, it's not 6%. So
Steve's saying closer to 60.
It's approximately 4, and then 1, and then 95.
What's the one again?
1% is E-Rock drinking free sodas.
So, if you're gonna, like I said,
is he aware that you guys all look at him every time he goes for another free soda?
Yes. He goes in
I love that visual more than anything right now.
Is he
He can't help himself, so he has to come into the room all slumped over.
He's got one in each pocket. Old piggy pockets. What, is E-Rock drinking fat-free soda, like diet?
He does drink Diet Pepsi.
Good.
That shit
Eats
catches up to you,
Cheetos.
though, man.
Does Eric know there's free ice cream in the green room?
Oh, Eric's the one that alerted us to it.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
What are we
did.
going to tell us? Well, we could sum it up by Rat Spit here from Pal Talk. He just writes, Steve created this problem, so on and so forth. So,
So on and so
That's true. I didn't mean it when I wrote ad infinitum.
Can we please break? I have to pee really bad.
you sure? Or are you just saying that?
I swear to God, I'm going to piss my pants.
Because now we don't know what to believe.
Yeah, we don't know.
We got to watch him piss his pants then.
Everyone pull out.
No, we
He
don't.
said it.
No, we don't, Sam.
I just said that to get you off my bladder.
I did.
Speaking of bladder, where is he?
DC.
Yeah, he's in D.C. today.
All right.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
he's the head of
Looking
music
at
now.
potential victims.
Yeah.
You out. You
Oh
gone.
yeah, Steve Bladder. He has to put on his hooded robe and pick up his sickle, or is it a reaper's scythe? What do they carry?
I call it a conjure blade.
Yeah.
Is it a Sith?
Is it a Sith?
I don't know. That was me trying to be smart. I don't know.
I honestly don't know either. All I know
I've
is the
seen
Bladder's
that
down there
process
lopping off heads.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of empty bowling bags that he's going to fill with heads like fucking Edmund Kemper.
Should we have Steve walk out awkwardly?
Definitely.
Yeah. Because you're going to leak. We're going to just
All
continue.
right, that's fine. Thank you.
Steve Blatter walks in. There's a Mr. Death here.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Well, we didn't get anything accomplished, and that was over an hour.
I'm breaking your balls, and right away you're getting fucking fresh.
He was getting fucking fresh.
He's just kid a little fucking manners.
All right, well. Should we break now?
Yeah, I got pissed too.
I apologize. We're in your vacation time, Jimmy.
Dude, it's not about me. It's about the. I don't mind giving up vacation time. I'll just take it.
Are you willing to give up today's vacation
Take
time?
it next hour.
No, I can switch to 9:15 to 9:22. I don't mind. I'll take that extra 7 minutes. The staff tends to be randier down at Del Frisco's.
Del Frisco. It's a fucking circus around here.
It
It really is. I love it.
What am I in a circus over here? De Niro.
Gonna move on with other things.
We have, by the way, we had...
Whoa. There's a little Guns N' Roses, right?
Old Guns N' Roses.
Appetite for Destruction was released 22 years ago today. That's why I think Travis is playing this right now. Or did you just luck out, Travis?
You lucked
There's
out. There's a method to everything I do.
What were we going to say, Jimmy?
Michael Emerson canceled. Ben from Lost. He's coming in next Monday. He's sick.
Oh.
But they said he called Liam personally and said he definitely wants to come in. It was just,
I know, that was disappointing.
I'm heartbroken. I haven't met him yet.
Oh, you weren't here that
I was
time.
not here.
Ah.
I would love to talk to him about Lust.
I want to talk to him, actually, about his change in kind of his perception of the character.
Yep.
Since the last time we had spoken to him. He went from complete, scumbaggy, I want to kill this guy. He's great for the show and everything, and both kind of roles. And I wanted to say, there's this whole new persona you have where you're actually a sympathetic character. Yeah. How did that happen, Jim?
And how does Locke kind of boss you around now?
Yeah.
It's fun watching idiotic Locke.
Is this Lost again?
Stupid Locke.
My girlfriend hates Locke. She doesn't hate him, but it's so funny. She's like, he's so gullible. He really is a dope. The island said it. Okay. Fucking asshole doesn't question anything.
No, he doesn't.
What a fool. I wanted to ask Ben about driving the island around. Yeah. How was it when you got a parking ticket with the island?
Driving it around.
Zipping around town, beeping in your big jacket.
In your beat-up face.
I know. Is there any scene he does where he's not beaten up?
He's just constantly getting the shit beat out of him. It's fantastic.
And people have been asking me all day. I have to plug these because I'll be away this week.
Napkins?
Where are you going this weekend?
ATL, baby. Atlanta, as I call it.
Hotlanta.
Hotlanta for Freaknik. July 23, 25. Punchline Comedy Club in Atlanta.
We've got a nice following down
We
there.
actually do have a very nice following
For real.
in Atlanta.
For real,
It's
man.
fucking, it's always been good. We were never on regular radio there. So it's always been a pure satellite following.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Want to move on to other
Almost.
things?
Yay.
We was almost on regular radio there.
We almost had to move there.
Almost had to move to Atlanta.
Because it was just like New York. That old
Yeah.
gag with the Dalai Lama.
Right.
And
Thank you. Thank you, no, though.
Yeah.
Thank you, no. Thank you, no. What's going on there?
Oh, just hot girls walk by the studio. Oh, look who...
Oh, wait a minute. We were confused because we were off the air doing commercials, but now little Nicky's back. Hi, little Nicky.
He's so done with this bit.
He hates the bit.
He's so done with it.
He hates
He was
it.
kind of flattered at first. And now
It's just
done.
like, all right, I get it.
He's basically changing his look that he's probably had for years just because of us and our fucking asshole attitudes.
And we were bummed because we were in commercial break when he walked by the first time, but he had to grab his water and stuff, so he's back up the long hallway.
He had
so
no
to get
choice.
views. Little Nicky's back.
All right. What do you guys want to do? Erin Andrews was filmed nude through a hotel peephole.
Oh, saw that video, by the way. I got a little peek at it.
I saw it too.
Yeah.
Before it went away.
Fucking...
It was everywhere, and now it's
hot.
nowhere.
Hot.
She was doing butt exercises.
She was doing what I think every girl does in a hotel room. They take their shower, they stand in front of the mirror naked, and straighten their hair with that hair straightener thing, or curl it with a curling iron. And that's why they always go, look, I got a little burn on my belly.
Who's the piece of shit
curling
that
iron.
filmed her?
I know. What a fucking
scumbag.
Great guy, this one. No, he had a little peephole, and he's filming her through the peephole.
Right.
And he got her really, he got every angle. He got her bending over with those giant tits. Implants, right?
Hard to tell.
They look a little
when
too
I saw it a while ago.
Big and juicy for natural, but
hard to tell.
Very good. And then he gets the ass shot, which is nice.
Sexy.
Yeah, right? And then she gets in front of the mirror and starts going at it with her hair with the little girly hair tools and stuff. And then she's doing like these little squat things, almost like she's got to squeeze out a log. And she starts looking at her ass in the mirror and stuff.
I guess girls look at their asses in the mirror when we're not around.
I don't know why it's so goddamn hot that this is so wrong.
Well,
yeah, that's why.
Well, voyeurism has
always
really
been hot. Yeah,
that's definitely one of my...
I mean, she turns around at one point and just starts squeezing her ass cheeks together.
Well, she didn't know she was
being
filmed.
No, of course she didn't. She squeezes her ass cheeks together a little bit when she turns around. And then she does these little squat things and looks at her thighs as she's doing it.
Who is this bitch? Is she married?
She's on ESPN Beauty. Hey, so the New York Post here in New York, right?
If we had the video, that would be so hot to look at.
New York Post.
Probably wouldn't hear many people talking.
No. Front page of the New York Post.
You see us all looking at her hairy box from the side. Jesus Christ.
No. Is
that not hair?
Yeah, that might have been a shadow.
When I saw the video.
Because when I saw it, there was a front shot.
Right.
Total front shot, and there's nothing there.
Can you see the lips?
You'd love it. It's a little blurry because of the, I don't know what kind of camera this guy used. Surely wasn't HD.
Surely wasn't a flip HD.
No.
I'm confused by the front page of the Post, though. Peephole outrage.
Yeah.
They got a actual still of the girl, completely nude, with a big black rectangle over where her boobies would be. And then it says, Peephole outrage, ESPN Beauty, a video victim.
Yeah.
Aren't they making her a victim by having it on the front page of their fucking paper?
Out of the front page, but then you go to page 2 and there's a completely no bars on it at all, side shot.
Right.
With her ass showing. There you go, Jimmy.
How could you...
Did you see that?
Can you go back?
Back where?
Look, see? Right?
Jesus Christ.
See? Right?
But how can you call her a victim as you are...
Printing her naked picture in the fucking paper. Real nice to treat a victim like that.
Right.
Yeah.
How can the Post...
And by the way, the Daily News didn't touch this.
No?
In this way. No, they didn't go with the pictures. Nice, Jimmy.
Jimmy, it wasn't me. He lifted his cheek, and a fart noise came from Jimmy.
No,
and
I
he's
didn't.
saying it wasn't him.
There's miscommunication.
Damn, you beat me too. I was gonna. What, you learned from Steve during the break?
Shit.
So that's a big story today. A lot of people are in trouble for that one.
Yeah, they haven't caught the guy that made the video. They're looking into it. I'm sure they will catch him.
Seems like that's an easy one because it was a hotel room. Who the fuck was staying next door that day?
It's a hotel room. Not only that, but it's one of those things where you got too many people that are going to... The original person that had it is going to go, man, see what I got.
Right.
I got peephole at hotel, and I fucking...
Wait, peephole, is that through the door? Did he just reverse the peephole in the door?
No, Kramer did that.
Oh.
Kramer and Newman did that. So that people can just look through... and see what they're doing inside. It's a lot better that way.
Fucking rocks. I didn't see that episode.
It's
That's a great one.
Fucking every Seinfeld episode is funny.
Of course.
Is that where he got the peephole through or no?
No, I don't know where that peephole was. It looks like a hole cut in a wall. It was kind of behind a door, it looked like. And
maybe it was one of those,
open.
you know how the doors, like, there's a door that, connects the two hotel rooms,
connects
maybe?
the rooms. Look at that.
Look at what, Anthony? That
I was just looking at a picture.
Yeah, photograph from the Post.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Jesus.
And you said it that a lot of people trying to find this online. Be careful because.
Oh my God! What they've done. I guess she has some friends,
which is
or
pretty
something,
smart.
which is pretty smart. Yeah, there's a lot of links that say that this is her naked, and they have a thumbnail that looks like her.
Right.
It's like a blonde girl in a hotel room, but it's not her. You click on the link and just get a horrific virus on your computer.
I'm sure it's not her friend. It's
yeah.
Assholes.
Well, no, it's not really. If you want to, help her out, it's Kramer's picture in the peephole. Danny. I would think so.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Because, hold on, then this.
All right, one more little line.
What are you writing?
Is
this a sexy note?
I would think so. I don't see what's bad about it.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, we're on the radio, aren't we?
Yeah. One more. I've loved you all these years.
You should thank God for that big, delicious gift.
All right, wait.
Gift. Oh, I still don't know.
Well, that because then you know.
No, it was on the internet for a while.
All right, and then this,
a listener, kind of, early on. Got those fucking listeners. They're pretty crafty, and it's
One more note.
Let me see. One more note,
and then we'll move on.
Almost there. Opie's the king of the Sharpie. Very legible writing.
Thank you, sir. Unlike fucking Kenny's psychotic
writing. When are you seeing my place? Been there 2 years. That's okay. You got a point.
Been in my place for almost 5. You don't even know what street I live on.
I don't. I can't.
You don't even know what borough I live in.
You're the worst person to try to be friends with.
I can't
ever.
get out of the city.
You are
fast
the
enough.
worst
I am.
person to be friends with.
I'm not
ever.
even gonna. Well,
Ever.
I sent an email saying no. I am the worst
Jimmy's
person,
been
but
at
I'm the
his
best.
place how many years?
Almost 5.
Then again, I live right next door, and how many times have I been there?
I've been there a few, man.
I haven't been there since your nose surgery. That's a while ago.
Aw.
That's all right. We see each other every
All right.
day.
Anyway, so Ant, it's your call, is what I'm saying, because I'm
This place is a fucking zoo. We work in a monkey cage.
Danny said, "Gone shit and BRB."
Be right back.
On his little thing, he leaves us messages and little notes on.
I hope he doesn't make it.
Shit your
rainy
pants.
day.
I hope he trips in front of the hit station and shits on his shits down his leg. And that hot chick has to see him shitting into his socks.
A rainy day in New York, man. It just fucks everybody up.
It really does.
By the way, I'm going to be posting a video after the show because I got it. We have to bring this to the show now.
I know, yeah.
So we beat up Iraq during the whole Steve thing, even though now Steve will still think everyone gangs up on him, even though Iraq got pretty beat up.
Took a bludgeoning.
About how fat he is and how he loves his free soda and loves eating and blah, blah, blah. So we go to break.
Why you with a bunch of M's?
Right.
Great.
We go to break. The door opens. It's Iraq. He's the first one that comes in during the break with a mouth full of food.
He's got a mouthful. He's
like,
chewing.
why would you do that to yourself?
Dude, his cheeks were puffed out, and he's chewing with a CD in his hand, coming over to hand it over. And I just looked at him and was like, "What? Are you eating?" And Danny just goes, "Why would you do that? Why would you come in and eating?" And he's like, "I don't care."
So I captured some of those moments on video.
Just
I'll
a
put it up
mouthful.
later on the Opie Radio YouTube channel.
It's a mouthful of carbs.
You don't want to, you don't want to be abused like you get, but he comes in eating.
Carbs.
You know that thank you to Kevin G. You know that the Tom Watson situation gets worse?
No, what happened?
A lot more people all in on that, right? With him blowing the British Open.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you sort of cared yesterday, but, I mean, if you walked around yesterday, everyone's talking about Tom Watson and how fucking close he was to winning the British Open. He's almost 60. I did not know this, and I did read this late last night. If Tom Watson won the British Open, and it was an 8-foot putt, that's all he needed to do, or win it in the playoff, they were going to allow him to continue playing. They were ready to give him a pass to the age restriction if he won.
Oh, shit.
Because I guess the PGA has some kind of age restriction where
you got to bump up into
60
the seniors.
When you hit 60, you're done. And Tom Watson is pretty much 2 months away from 60. But they're like, well, if this guy wins this British Open, we got to give him, we got to like blow that off and allow him to keep being eligible for the British Open.
Oh, so now he can't play.
So Kevin G writes, did you mention the story about Watson screwing himself out of 10 more years of eligibility for the British Open by losing? They were ready to give him a pass to the age restriction if he won. Love the show. Fuck Reverend Al.
You don't think they'll give it to him even though he missed just one putt? He was one putt away.
No, because now he's just going to shoot 80s every time out. That was
and
just,
now he'll just suck ass.
Yeah, that was once in a lifetime. Everything was lining up except for the putt. Well, so we've so yes or no?
Oh yeah.
So we've
seen it.
I'm trying to show responsibility.
I haven't,
because I'm the ass that usually blows shit up. Erin Andrews was filmed nude through a hotel. People, we've seen the video, and it's unfucking believable.
I shot it to watch. Jimmy's admitting to it.
I shot it.
Jimmy's fessing to the crime.
I'm the video kid.
It's
That's what I was doing with the Sharpie, making sure we could go down this road, and we've seen it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
She's completely nude, doing butt exercises, bending all the way over. She's doing her hair,
little squats, short squats. She does, and then she does this thing where she kind of turns her hip toward the mirror and turns her head to look at her ass, and then does these ass clinches.
Yeah,
and it's really hot. You kind of feel bad that obviously she's being taped and didn't want to be.
Jerking off to this.
Yeah. I felt
terrible.
bad spanking out a little.
Making cumsies to it and yelling whore. What's wrong with me?
Unbelievable.
Where was that taken? Like, what state was that even in?
I don't know the details, but I mean,
I know.
Obviously, having a very private moment, and it sucks and all that. But wow,
I bet you that was taken through the. Because sometimes I think someone said between the two rooms, sometimes there's a door that will connect them.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a fucking peephole in that door. Oh, did you see it? Okay.
But then she's got to guarantee that she keeps that door open. That's kind of.
Is there a peephole in that door or no?
No.
Maybe there's not. Maybe on this one there was.
No, this thing looks like it's an actual
like a hole. It looked like
not
a little
peephole.
hole.
It looks like a hole, and then you put one of those tiny cameras in there.
Tiny fucking pin camera.
Right. Yeah.
Through there.
The reason why we all know about this isn't because she saw that she was being filmed. It was because this guy decided to throw it on the internet, this scumbag.
It wasn't even labeled with her name at first, too. Like, I don't think the guy knew what he had.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just labeled as some kind of blonde or some shit.
No, I think he knew what he had.
Shut up. Don't fucking
Who are
tell
you?
me. I don't
Who
know
are
what I'm
you?
talking
You're just
about.
some weird voice that comes out of nowhere.
It was,
We're trying to do radio.
Exactly.
I don't even know. I don't know you.
I'm sorry, Travis. I just heard it was labeled when it first made the rounds as blonde in hotel room.
It was labeled hot blonde in hotel room who looks like favorite ESPN reporter.
It's a hell of a link. There's a hell of a link to click on.
He must have known who it was to fucking.
I guess so.
I wonder if she stayed in a regular hotel. Something tells me.
What a fucking dirtbag.
Something tells me. I would guess he's a hotel employee because I would guess that he knew that she was staying there, who she was, and what room she was going to. I don't know.
How many videos of you think there are?
None. Who would want to? What are you? Look, here's what I do.
Jack into a computer.
Yeah, big deal. It's
Never know.
All you see is my face glowing and questionable girls on the screen.
Glowing, Jesus.
And girls that look like they have certain things that other girls wouldn't have. That's just what I'm saying.
Exactly. Sure. Why not?
I'm not getting specific.
No problem.
My sunglasses.
Someone's going to explain the British Open then, because I want to make sure we got the details right.
Caller, explain what you got. Go.
Jordan and Weehawk in New Jersey.
Hey, guys. It has nothing really to do with the age restriction. It's just that if he had won, everybody who wins gets a 10-year exemption.
All right, I understand that, but it was his eligibility just about up, but if he won, he would have got another 10 years?
Right, yeah. Plus, he would have jumped into the top 50 in the world rankings, which would have let him play on regular PGA Tour events, not just the 10 championship.
Well, he fucking ruined everything by missing that putt, that choke artist.
Sure
Are you a golf fan there, Jordan?
Yeah, I am.
How much does it hurt? And I don't even give a shit about Tom Watson. I've never met him, nothing. But that moment was just brutal to watch.
Yeah, I was rooting for him the whole way. That sucked. But I don't think he's that upset because he's, an 8-time major champion. He's one of the greatest ever. So
that's tough to go to sleep at night, man. You had 8-foot putt. You're almost 60 to win the British Open. People are saying that it would have been one of the greatest sports stories of the century.
Well, it wouldn't.
That's pushing
an old guy hits a ball into a hole. It's not really up there. It's fucking the catch.
But the oldest guy to win a major, I think, was 43 years old. That's 17 years past that. That's crazy. All right, Jordan.
I think golf is one of those sports where those huge moments
old guy
aren't going to bypass,
Tiger Woods.
Giants win the pennant. The Giants win the pennant. The Giants win. You know,
an individual Tiger Woods moment isn't going to be the sports story of the century. Maybe when he breaks all the records, yes.
It's got to be Cinderella boy.
But an old dude winning the British Open, which is they say is the toughest of all the majors to begin with, because the wind and all the fucking rain that happens over there.
But you're not going to get people like turning cars over.
Oh yeah, that's
you know,
that's a good point.
You need rioting, I think, to make a sports moment.
Speaking of which, you hear what Brian Kilmeade did?
Well,
what a name!
That's a hell of a name.
Yes,
he hurt himself.
Kill me.
We know this.
Is he a cutter?
We know this guy. He does.
His homeroom teacher was constantly being shot.
Kill me, Brian. You got it.
Kill me.
Kill
me. Bueller. Kill me.
He's on Fox and Friends, and I think he's been on the show.
Who is he?
One of the guys from Fox and Friends has been on the show. I'm not sure which one. Well, he said that. He had apologized for saying Americans keep marrying other species.
Other species?
He still has a job.
Who is he referencing?
We're going to find out.
Uh-oh.
Here's the original clip during discussion of people who are married being less likely to get Alzheimer's on July 8th.
I find this somewhat different. Leave it to the Finns and Swedes to come up with something.
Don't look at me, pal.
Because we keep marrying other species and other ethnics and other.
Are you sure you're not suffering from some of the causes of dementia right now?
See, the problem is the Swedes have pure genes because they marry other Swedes because that's the rule. Finns marry other Finns, so they have a pure society. In America, we marry everybody. Okay. So we marry Italians and Irish.
So this study does not apply.
Does not apply to us.
Huh. You are a
amazing
scientist.
deduction, Kelly.
He should be fired.
No, he said species
I don't
by
think
accident. He probably meant nationalities. He didn't mean species. He meant nationalities and ethnicities.
But what he's saying, he really is kind of saying that
he's doing Jimmy the Greek thing.
He's saying that certain countries have better, more pure genealogy than the United States.
What was
does.
the point of that discussion, though? Were they talking? What was the?
I think
whether his staff likes him and treats him with respect.
Oh, he said that 95% of Swedes.
Yeah. So what? It was a study that said people who were married at 40 or so were less likely to have Alzheimer's and dementia when they're older.
Okay.
But I guess the study took place in Sweden or Finland.
Maybe we're saying where the genes are more consistent, so that study would be more accurate, as opposed to America, where again, species was probably a misstep. He probably meant to say different ethnicities and different nationalities,
right?
Where the genes wouldn't be as consistent or pure because you have different. It's hard to say Italians, Irish, Jews, Black, Spanish mixing in. There's not a consistency in the genes. What the fuck did he do wrong? If that's what he meant.
But why should that make a difference? We're all equal and everybody is the same and there's no difference in anything.
Now when it comes to genealogy and disease, and blacks are at higher risk for certain things than whites.
Oh, stop it, you racist.
Oh,
we're all the same. Yes, exactly. I was being sarcastic, Anthony.
I'm so stupid.
It's my new character.
And that was me, stupid, plow right ahead despite the joke, Jimmy.
Why don't white guys
get an absence of joke?
Why don't white people get lupus?
White people get lupus?
Sure you do.
But not as much as black people?
I don't even know what lupus is.
I think my grandmother had lupus.
What's the disease black people get?
Sickle cell.
Sickle cell. What about the lupus?
I don't know.
No, the lupus.
Lupus, blacks and whites?
Yeah.
So it's the sickle cell?
Yeah, the sickle cell is what black people.
For real, or are we?
Mostly black people get that. No, that's
more black
true.
people than white people.
Yeah,
sickle cell is absolutely
as a black person's.
But lupus,
disease.
not so much. That's
Yeah, I think that's pretty.
All right.
By the way, fuck Ron Bennington. We'll get to that later.
Wow.
There's a showstopper.
That is a fucking tease and a half.
Wow.
All right.
Wow. After the break.
Yes.
During your vacation time?
I will come back from vacation to explain.
When are you taking vacation time today? We're all confused. And we're very concerned because the show has to continue running smoothly.
I know.
Well, it's 8:47. I mean, obviously, I'm way over my vacation time.
Yeah.
So I was thinking 9:15 to 9:22, I was taking the extra 2 minutes to go down to Del Frisco's and do a little bit of flirting.
Flirting with the ladies.
They're all hot down there. I've been down there a few times. I actually ate down there with Anthony Michael Hall last week.
Oh, you might have heard of him.
Which one is Del Frisco?
Of course.
Downstairs, a fantastic restaurant. And,
yeah, that place rules.
We've been down there.
And the girls are fucking smoking there. You guys actually ate somewhere together?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Why wasn't I invited?
I think we're in the middle of negotiations.
Yeah,
so
I think it was one of those
to be with each
negotiation
other.
times.
Yeah.
When we hold each other like orangutans when they're scared. That's our negotiation time. We just hold each other.
There's a lot of love you, man.
I'm frightened.
And then we go back to
then it's
what we
like,
are,
all right,
whatever.
Jesus, longest shit in history.
I'm going home. Holy shit, really, Danny?
What the fuck?
Did you take a picture of it to prove that you actually shitted?
I was thinking about
Everything has to be proven around
Was it
here
a
these
hot
days.
one?
I was
Did
thinking
you have
about
to wait
it.
for the radiator to cool down?
It's not so
before
much
you pop the cap.
It's not so much that it was impressive. It was just a mess in there. So I was like, yeah, I can let that one go.
Yeah.
Plus, the lighting in there is bad for taking shit pictures because the way that the light reflects off the toilet water, you end up getting your balls in the shot.
You're getting
Stand up and take the picture. What do you mean you get your balls in
That's
the
what
shot?
I'm saying. No, that's
what
what
kind
I'm
of
saying.
professionalism is that?
But you don't want to wipe because you don't want the paper blocking it. So now you got to stand up,
turn
and
around.
do a weird squatty butt cheek open thing.
You
or do
fucking
you just...
rookies. You put the paper, you open the bottom lid, you wipe your crack once or twice, and you put the paper up on top so it doesn't go near the water. How many times do I have to explain this?
What are you talking about?
On top of the porcelain. No, higher up above the water.
Your wipe ass toilet paper, you put it up on
No,
the
I think
toilet?
he's talking about like higher in the bowl.
In the
like
bowl.
above the water level.
Oh, no. See, you want a pristine shit picture.
Dude, trust me. You talking to the king. How many shit pictures? Do you want me to show you my Mac computer? How many fucking shit pictures the kid has? Is this a challenge?
All right.
I want to see
I'm
one.
wrong.
Why do they call me the shit picture kid?
I know. It's called a lot of things. With
You didn't
the kid.
explain. When are you taking vacation today?
Oh, I did explain. I'm thinking, sorry, it's a little yogurt.
From 9 to 9:15?
You always sound like you're lying when you clear your throat. Yes. 9:15 to 9:20.
And I'm not giving up on my lupus thing. Henry in Kansas is going to back me up. Henry.
How you doing?
What's up, Henry?
Good morning.
Henry.
I have lupus, and I was diagnosed a long time ago. I'm a gay man.
You're a gay man?
That's right, I am. And so they thought I had AIDS because both have similar symptoms.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, shit.
What, like some
My
kind of
doctor came in
sarcoma
and he says,
looking?
Henry, we finally proved you're gay. You have lupus. And you're a black woman. Because black women are 8 times more likely to have lupus than any other.
What is
that
lupus?
true? Yeah, what is the lupus?
Well, the lupus is an autoimmune disorder where your own immune system attacks your own body, your own joints, liver, heart, lungs, and so forth.
My God, man.
So, yeah, it was pretty scary.
Stupid body. Shouldn't you be able to just think?
Yeah.
Like, your brain should be able to go, I'm going to think and tell my cells to knock this shit off.
Yeah, I'm the smartest thing in this damn body,
Yeah,
so stop fucking thinking you know.
Your brain should be able to go
better.
What's the difference
this.
between that and AIDS then?
Well, AIDS is when we have an external virus that comes in, starts replicating itself and destroying the body as well. So when I was diagnosed, it was a long time ago, they really didn't know much the difference between the two.
Did you
Lupus is
totally
quite treatable.
shit your pants?
Yeah, I was scared to death. I was on an AIDS ward. It was terrible.
So does lupus have the same kill rate as AIDS?
No, because they're treatments. I mean, they can put you on cortisones or corticosteroids, and it really minimizes it right away. But for women, and particularly black women, it's very difficult to treat. Sometimes they have to do chemotherapy.
Why is it difficult to treat in a black woman? What's the difference in physiology
Because
there?
they have it so much. Their immune system is so out of control that it's literally killing them. And so, as I said, they have to sometimes use chemotherapy to actually just destroy the immune system. So it doesn't. It's amazing.
To destroy the immune system.
You're making everyone sad.
And then you take a bunch
Oh,
of
well.
drugs to keep
There's
well.
treatment.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, Henry.
Thanks, guys.
So wait a minute. I got to ask you one more thing. You fucking love the cock, right?
Well, yeah, who doesn't?
Jeez.
Oh, well, you don't. But anyway, yeah.
Now let me ask you a question.
Ask.
Do you enjoy more being the one who's fed by the penis, or do you prefer feeding someone?
Oh, I'm the top.
Oh, are you?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
Not bragging. No, I prefer to feed. I don't prefer to be fed, though.
Do you prefer twinks?
No, I like all ages.
Okay.
You like big bears? that have
No,
a
I don't
lot
like
of Mondays available.
Yes.
Available on Mondays.
Let's go on Craigslist, Men for Men, and see if we have Husky Fellow Mondays available.
No, I don't.
Supposed to be at work.
No. All right.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, you little Twinkie. Take
Not
it easy.
a twink. He said that.
He's
Yes.
no Twinkie.
Thank you, Henry.
Seeking friends from Mondays. There's a party in my mouth. Want to come?
Oh, boy. Another show got fired.
Who?
Radio show host Todd and Don in Austin, Texas.
Todd and Don show. What did we do? What the fuck did we say?
Fired for using word wetbacks on the air.
Oh, my God.
Where are they from?
Austin, Texas.
Yeah, Texas a little sensitive. about that.
Fired for saying,
If we could
wow,
get that story, that'd be
fucking
great.
pathetic.
Todd and Don,
There
we
it
want to
is.
issue
Todd
an
and Don.
apology to all of the Mexican Americans
Thank
that
you,
we
Paul
insulted.
W. in Austin, Texas.
We shouldn't have said that.
What are they saying today? What are they?
What are they got a
names
Twitter
again?
page?
I think it's the
shit.
gas station.
Oh shit, y'all.
The Todd and Don show.
Todd and Don. Information. Oh, in
590 a.m.
Funny. That's what their little slug line is
But
for
they're
their
590 a.m. Is that one a Mancow station? When is he on that
Yeah,
station?
really.
2 a.m. to 3:15 a.m.
show. KLBJ cancels the Todd and Don show.
That really annoys me.
KLBJ.
Derogatory comments made by host Don Pryor on the air last Tuesday. KLBJ 590 AM has canceled the Todd and Don show effective immediately. The station made an announcement at a news conference on Monday afternoon. Todd, Jefferies, and Don Pryor are currently undergoing a 2-week unpaid suspension over the incident. I see. This is the gag.
This
It's the
is
same gag.
Textbook.
You're going to be suspended for 2 weeks. And then they sat there thinking, we're going to be fired. I think we're okay. We're going to be
Thank
fired. I think we're
God.
okay. But, and then fired. Oh, I hate
Textbook.
that. You poor bastards.
Fucking textbook. And the only reason they do that is they try to see who else they have to fire.
Yeah.
KLBJ officials said Jefferies will return as news director and be back on the air once the suspension over. Pryor, however, will be reassigned to off-air duties.
Oof.
So the show itself was canceled, but they're still kind of working for the company.
What's that about, you think?
I don't know.
They probably have a contract that they'd have to pay them to do nothing and just sit.
Yeah.
So they said, fuck it, let's
Right.
just make them work.
Get in
Because they
here.
didn't do anything wrong.
Of course they didn't.
During last Tuesday's 1 hour show? Holy shit.
fuck is that?
How do you get that deal?
How do you get fired for a 1 hour show?
One
We've
hour
already done
show.
3 shows this week.
Yeah, holy Christ.
Can you imagine?
That's right.
Pryor repeatedly used a disparaging term to refer to undocumented workers living in this
Immigrants,
country.
not
Would you stop
undocumented
it?
workers.
Undocumented workers. Illegal
Fucking
immigrants.
Christ. Undocumented workers. Illegal immigrants are people who are here illegally and they immigrate from other countries. You could be an undocumented worker who was born and raised here. You say, let's just say you never
Yeah.
filed for working papers, whatever the fuck you
never
do.
got Social Security.
Fucking
card.
politically correct idiots.
Disparaging remarks, undocumented, blah, 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 after public backlash that included statements from the Austin Hispanic Chamber of Commerce.
How come they can mention the fact, why are they mentioning their ethnicity in that Chamber
Right.
of Commerce title, but yet when it comes to this, you have to say undocumented workers, like it's this fucking machine. There's no ethnicity or humanity connected to it. Fucking phony society we are, man. Americans are pussies.
Oh, we're
We're not
pussies.
advanced. We're not
Fruits.
these fucking this intellectually and culturally advanced. We are a bunch of fucking pussy whipped teenage girls who like to be offended. It's embarrassing. Why am I
Remember,
screaming?
Mike Martinez, Pryor, and Jefferies both apologized for the incident. Oh, they apologized to, I guess, that guy. They suspended the show on Wednesday. In a statement, station officials said canceling the show was, quote, the right thing to do for our employees, our station, our company, MS Austin Radio, and for the community.
Oh,
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, fuck you.
Right.
In other radio news, they're coming in hot and heavy now. Mike in Eugene writes, you guys should really check out Mancow and Penn and Teller's bullshit. Fuck. Damn update. Hold on a minute. He refuses to say cunt because his wifey wouldn't like it. Please give me that clip. And then this for Dan.
Dude, can we get their apology, too? I'd love to hear the Todd and Don apology.
Eric's working on it right now.
Is he?
Or was it written?
Where'd you find that?
Yeah, whether it's written or not, I'd love to hear it. At the soda machine. He's working on it.
So you guys just leave Post-it notes at the soda machine for you, Rock?
Oh, shit.
That's funny.
And then I think it's Jan in Vancouver writes, a Toronto radio DJ killed himself after being fired, left the note on Facebook. And I think we have the link on his feed.
Damn, yo.
When did he do this?
I don't know. We'll find out more if this is legit.
Wow, he couldn't take it, huh? There's a lot of pressure, though, when they suspend you, and then you're fucking, like, in limbo, and you're wondering, and that'll drive you a little nutty.
That's good, terrestrial radio. You get rid of another guy calling somebody wetbacks. That's good. It was a politically incorrect term.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
So, Brian Kilmeade, then we're going back on road here. He had apologized for that, what was he saying? Keep marrying other species comment that, if you remember, we did about 15 minutes ago.
Do we have an apology?
Yeah, here's the second half of that story.
Okay, looks like
All right, and 18 minutes before the top of the hour, on July 8th, Steve, you were off. While we were discussing a study on marriage and Alzheimer's that was conducted in Sweden and Finland, I made comments that were offensive to many people. That was not my intention, and looking back at those comments, I realized they were inappropriate. For that, I sincerely apologize. America, huge melting pot, and that is what makes us such a great country.
Shut your fucking fake, phony reading that mouth. That is a written apology. You could hear him reading it.
Country of just pussies.
Ouch.
Just hypersensitive fucking victims.
What was so bad? What did he do that was so bad that warranted that fucking groveling apology?
I don't think he was bad-mouthing anybody.
No.
Jesus Christ, we are just an antiseptic, dishonest country.
Everyone's offended. Z-Rock with one of his free sodas.
Hi, Rock.
Hi. He has to come in with his free sodas.
He actually comes here on weekends, and they they go in the snack room and have some pretzels and soda pop.
He lounges around.
What do you bring in, E-Rock?
The Todd and Don audio.
All right.
Attaboy.
Todd and Don.
And
Do they have phony radio voices?
No, they sound like news guys.
They sound like news guys?
Yeah.
It's an hour long.
How many free
show.
sodas today, E-Rock?
An hour show.
This is number 1. A lot more to come.
No doubt.
He don't give a shit.
Why would he?
No doubt.
Here's the audio.
What happened to the good old word wetback?
Oh.
Seriously. What happened? What was wrong with that? It was memorable, number one.
Inappropriate.
Was it?
Yeah.
Here's how Wikipedia defines it.
A little research. Go ahead.
Wetback is a derogatory term for an illegal alien of Hispanic descent, commonly referred to illegal alien Mexicans, although applicable to all Latinos which have crossed the border illegally. The term originated with those who entered Texas from Mexico by crossing the Rio Grande, presumably by swimming or wading across and getting his or her back wet in the process. It is what it is. It's memorable. It was compact. It was economical.
It was inappropriate.
Easy to say.
It was offensive.
So they're going to make it very difficult here but we can't say illegal alien anymore.
Yep.
It's getting too hard.
According to Numbers USA, an organization.
They got fired for that? Are you kidding me?
Wow.
That is what they got fired for?
They got fired for that?
He read the Wikipedia definition of wetback and then pretty much said it's easy to remember. The other guy kept saying it's derogatory.
You know, regular radio deserves everything that's coming their way.
They fucking suck, man. What? If that's all, he wasn't even using it.
No.
And the other guy was basically, aware that this could be a problem and kind of said...
kept saying that. Derogatory, it's offensive, it's this.
My God.
Fucking pussies.
Todd and Don, or whatever their names are, they got railroaded.
Yeah, well,
I'd love to see what the management at that fucking station is.
Holy
shit. And the community.
The community.
Up with your community.
He was pretty much saying with political correctness, what are we doing? Undocumented workers as a term stinks.
Yeah.
It's dishonestly antiseptic.
Look at this shocking radio reading out of Wikipedia. Yeah. That's crazy.
God, we are just unbelievable.
All right, let's find out more on the Toronto DJ. Doing a little radio thing here. Dan in Toronto, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, Martin Streak worked in Toronto radio for 22 years at the same station, at the new rock station in the city. And a couple weeks ago, he put up on his Twitter and his Facebook. So I guess that's it. I love you to those who I should love. I'm sorry to those who I should say sorry to. See you later. And he offed himself a couple minutes later.
Wow. Why did he get fired? Do we know?
So the station has been steadily getting rid of a slew of people who have been around a long time. It was just one of the people they got rid of.
Oh, oops.
They were just cleaning up the old
hosing the place out, right?
Yeah, they were just trying to save money.
Save a little cash.
What they have done to the regular radio guys is just criminal.
Yeah.
Fucking criminal as they keep
all
their
the
jobs.
All the suits keep their jobs, and the talent gets thrown out the door. And
that have been there for years, making the company a bloody fucking fortune.
Started there when he was 18, kind of thing.
Oh, that's what it is. That's his whole life. He looks a little. He looks a little unstable in the picture I'm looking at. Yikes.
I think we worked with that guy.
Really?
I don't know.
Jesus.
Wait, did he shoot himself on the air?
No.
Okay.
Oh, man.
That's terrible, man.
He should have shot himself on the air at least.
Jesus.
That was rad.
Going out like...
Why not?
Big time.
What the fuck?
Because he was probably fired already, and they wouldn't let him get back on the air.
Yeah, he was done.
All right, thanks for the info there, Dan.
Damn.
Yes.
All right. How's Toronto? Good? Yeah.
He doesn't care.
All right.
Doesn't even want to talk to you about it.
That's fine. I give a shit. I was just trying to
Yeah. You really care.
Say the clip thing and Trump for it. They said Wetback a lot more. What?
Oh, did they? Okay.
Paul.
Yo, hey, that same group, Hispanic group that's leaning on the radio station down here, they pulled up their website last night on the news, and there was a video of them making fun of gay construction workers in Austin. So they came out, issued an apology, took the video down, but they're still leaning on the radio station. The firing wasn't enough. They've got a meeting set up to figure out how they can address the issue of sensitivity.
Oh,
it's unreal down here.
Sensitivity. For illegal aliens? That's what they're called. Illegal aliens. Undocumented workers. Shut your mouth.
Isn't that disgusting?
You're illegal aliens. You're in the country illegally. You've done what people take years to do for the privilege of coming into this country and the opportunity, and just fucking cross the river and decide you're going to work here and take all the benefits that you can from the country. You're illegal alien, undocumented worker. What if you're just an undocumented fucking piece of shit sitting on the welfare till? Illegally.
Genesis wouldn't have had a hit back in the day.
No. Illegal alien.
You know it, right?
Yeah.
You know it,
it's
Travis?
No fun being an undocumented worker.
How awkward.
Doesn't roll off the tongue, does it?
Got a little illegal alien there, Travis?
See, Phil Collins is going to be fired.
It would be a Genesis song from... Here we go. This is horseshit, by the way. I'm embarrassed that I ever liked this band.
Oh.
Who is this?
Genesis.
Is it Genesis or Phil Collins alone?
Genesis.
Yeah?
I'm going with Genesis.
And he's putting a fucking accent on.
God bless him.
A new pair of shoes.
This is like a parody song that would get you fired if you were a radio guy.
Yes.
Holy shit. Wait, slow this down. Get the fucking words on the screen. It's scary how much this country's changed in just our lousy lifetimes. This would get you fired on regular radio, right?
Yeah. They were doing a stereotypical Mexican accent.
Right.
And he's singing about, like, new shoes. And it was very offensive. It's Phil Collins. Oh. I thought it was the DJs.
It's no fun being an illegal alien. No.
And now he goes back into the... Let's hear more.
It's like a Cheech and Chong. It's a no fun.
This is like Mexican radio. It's got the same kind of a weird...
Mexican. That is amazing. Opie's absolutely right, though. If you wrote this, recorded it, and played it on your show, you would get fired now.
Oh, yeah.
It would be like, what are you talking?
What was that first? We got the words up now. I haven't thought of this song in who knows how many years. Got out of bed, wasn't feeling too good, with my wallet and my passport, a new pair of shoes. The sun is shining, so I head to the park with a bottle of tequila and a new pack of
cigarettes.
Are you kidding me?
I got a cousin. She got a friend who
thought, it's hard to read, who thought that her aunt knew a man who could help. At his apartment, I knocked on the door. He wouldn't come out until he got paid. Now, don't tell anybody what I want to do. If they find out, you know that they'll never let me through.
See?
Because COS, it's not fun being an illegal alien.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Now let's hear this.
You just hold out your hand.
See? You get fired. You're right. Wow.
What does the rest of it say? Anything?
This is fucking horrible.
Yeah. Genesis had a big drop off with their careers. All right, let's get to the Brian Kilmeade apology. Oh, we did that, right? Did we do the sorry? I don't even remember.
No, we did not.
Oh, yeah, we did, and then we got outraged. Because you said it's a melting pot and all that. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of the Don and Todd.
Yeah, John. Whatever they are.
All right.
Damn.
Let's take a break.
That's amazing.
Supposedly Larry King was great last night with Joe Jackson.
Yeah?
Why, do you think he was the fucking singer?
Yeah, he probably did his research and got all the songs. Joe Jackson, why don't you perform for us? What's that song you do?
Stepping Out.
Yeah, Stepping Out tonight. No, man.
What were some of those Joe Jackson songs? Stepping Out?
Another one of them songs.
Oh, fuck. I think he sang about a broad.
I always got confused with him and Elvis Costello songs.
You should be confused.
Yeah.
For real.
A little confused.
A little bit.
Joe
Jackson did something pretty funny. He actually had a double album where the fourth side was blank.
Really? Yes, Stepping Out.
Yeah.
He had more than one hit, though, didn't he?
This song...
You don't like this?
It makes my fucking teeth hurt.
Why?
I know songs that Jimmy is just
brutal.
going to hate.
It's not hurting anyone.
Oh,
it's
you got it.
awful.
Sharp.
This is fucking terrible.
Out. Do you like Spandau?
Sunday Papers?
No, I don't like Spandau Ballet. What song?
The Man?
True.
That's okay.
Yeah, the guy did have
Sunday
a few
Papers was a huge hit, I think.
The first...
Wait, is she really going out with him?
Yeah, the first,
that was a biggie.
The first 4 songs are hits.
Sunday Papers, I'm the Man, I don't remember that.
I'm the man.
Oh, right, okay. Breaking Us in 2 got some airplay.
This is fucking horrible.
Sorry. You Can't Get What You Want Till You Know What You Want was kind of got some airplay. Wow, he didn't really have a good career,
but
huh?
He had a few hits.
Yeah, but greatest
you don't
hits.
Like the ding, 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 Jimmy?
No, I don't like any of it.
What are you doing? Downloading it right now on your iPod?
I am, yes. I held up my Shazam, and it just wrote back, boo.
Yep. No, not that Joe Jackson. It's Michael Jackson's father, Joe Jackson.
And they're not doing the Jackson 3. I knew that was all bullshit.
Of course.
I guess he said that on Larry King. Like, no, I'm not doing the Jackson 3 thing.
That was so ridiculous.
Yeah. And he also said that he never beat Michael.
Well, didn't Michael say he did?
But supposedly Michael retracted that later on or something. I don't know.
Who knows what to believe with that fucking family?
Yeah.
They're just a bunch of very strange people.
They're a bunch of weirdos.
It's kind of weird. Yeah.
They're weirdos.
I know. It's all this just constant showbiz with nothing really of substance that you see.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that next. And also, Beastie Boy with cancer.
Yeah, the guy we had in.
What?
Remember the guy we interviewed?
Didn't we have all
it was
three of
Adam?
them?
Yes, Adam. How do you say his name? Jakob or
No, it's
like he does all the work
I
for
don't know
those
how to pronounce it
Tibetan
either.
monks.
Yeah.
He's
We'll
got
get some.
a very treatable form of cancer. Very treatable,
Yeah.
which is good news.
His salivary gland.
So we don't really have to like spend a lot of time on it. But the Beastie Boys had to cancel their fucking tour, unfortunately.
Pushing the album back too.
Yeah, but it seems like he's going to be okay. He's got to, he's got to deal with it, which sucks. But
He said he felt
say-
like a lump in his throat or something.
Yeah, they said it's
Ow.
very treatable. Very treatable.
Fucking scary.
And then we got South Korean boys singing Mariah Carey.
All right.
That'll be a lot of fun after the break. And we find out why Jimmy said what? About what?
Fuck Ron Bennington.
Just like that?
That's right.
I haven't even seen him in months.
Neither have I.
Is he all right? Is
I
he
don't know.
doing good?
Sure he is.
What about Todd and Don?
What are we doing with Todd and
We have to
Don?
wait for their apology.
Didn't we have some audio from them? Or is E-Rock still working on it?
Does E-Rock ever work on anything?
I thought we had...
Didn't we play some Todd and Don?
I thought we had, like, their apology.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe we'll have that.
Where is that bitch?
And
Another free soda.
one more time, Bobo's erection, the backstage piece was pretty good that Sam put together. We'll play that one more time for everybody.
E-Rock's wearing a hat with the fucking 2 cup holders in it and a free soda in each one. And one's regular, one's diet. And he makes himself drink the diet, then he treats himself to regular.
A treat.
Yeah. Necessary treat.
Oh, my God. E-Rock and his free sodas is going to make me laugh all day.
Where is that lump of shit? He reminds me of Gardner, who was fucking killed as soon as he got to the nom.
Come on, Gardner, stick with me.
Yeah. Come on,
some
Nagel,
soda.
spit that food out.
Pouring soda into his sucking chest wound.
Sorry, Eric. Eric is indestructible, though. I'm firmly convinced that
We're
he
going to move on from Genesis because we really should, but Scott does have a little more info on the Illegal Alien song. Yes, Scott.
Hey, when Genesis toured during that album, they brought up a bunch of people on stage dressed like illegal aliens and sang around the microphone the chorus of that song.
Oh, the whole, it's so no fun. Oh, my God.
Exactly.
God bless them for doing it, but wow, that would be a...
So they toured with
It
two
didn't even
drummers,
turn
so-
a head.
That would be a problem in the year 2009.
Dude, it didn't
Can you
turn
imagine
a
a band
head when
going
that
on
song
stage
came out.
With guys that look like illegal aliens?
Yeah, we're going to dress them up like illegal aliens so they can sing as I put a wacky accent on.
Right.
And sing about illegal aliens.
Wow.
Oh, remember? Yeah, put on the Genesis. Remember, that was from the video.
What?
I think. Go over, all the way over. No, the other way. And then down one. There, right there. I think this was what he was wearing.
Oh, Phil Collins tried to look like a Mexican.
When he was singing it.
Yeah, he looked like...
Dude,
he was-
remember that? He
I
had the
forgot.
big mustache on.
He was trying to look like a stereotypical Mexican. With
Yeah,
the big
that
over the
was
top
it, with the
mustache
grub
and stuff.
and a bunch of grub.
Yeah.
And he put a big wig on.
Darkened all his hair.
That was it. Fired.
So fired.
So fired from his career.
So fired. You can't fire lead singers.
I know. Drummers.
Of 70s rock bands.
Did it all. Phil Collins
And
did
80s.
it all. This is Phil Collins. This is Susudio.
How'd you not read that book, man? You guys love that movie.
I like
How do
the
you not
movie.
read the book?
Because it's reading.
Dude,
I
the
read
book-
Popular Mechanics and I read American Rifleman.
I know you do. You read Popular Mechanics. I wish I could remember his name. God damn it.
Oh, I wish you could too. But you can't.
Okay, faggot, what's next?
Oh my goodness, the Enola Gay rolling down the tarmac.
I was going to
yeah, I bet you were.
call you Frank something.
Sinatra?
No.
Langella?
No, whatever the real guy who escaped from Alcatraz. That's what he read.
Oh,
I learned it
Dalton. No.
No, not Dalton. I read it
Dalton.
in Popular Mechanics.
Oh, right. I read Popular Mechanics.
The Anglin brothers.
Oh, my goodness. Look like
And Frank
people.
who? Who escaped?
Frank.
Just Frank.
Oh, yeah, the last name.
Oh, no, it's just
They'd never be able to lock
Frank.
you up with just the first name. There's too many Franks.
He was like
We're
Cher.
going to lock up Frank. Lego people are creeping me out on TV right now.
Yeah.
Where are they?
They build all these amazing, like, Legos.
Yeah, but they give them special Legos. I figured that one out.
Do they?
years
I don't think
ago.
they do.
That's bullshit.
I don't think they do.
That's bullshit. No way, no how. Special Legos for the
No
Lego
way.
people. You can't build Lego people unless they give you the special Lego people set.
No, I think you can figure it out with
No
just
way.
the blocks if it's big enough.
No way, no how.
The structure has to be big enough where, it's like digital. It's like a digital thing. Frank Morris.
I'm so mad at myself.
How do you not know that?
Morris.
We all knew
After
that.
the little
We all knew that
hungry
one.
cat.
No one has ever
Boo,
escaped
boo,
from
boo.
Alcatraz.
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
that.
that warden was great,
Wasn't he
wasn't
great? And notable. His bugged out eyes. Patrick
Rick.
McGoohan, I think his name was.
Was that him?
McGoohan. No one has ever escaped Alcatraz. The clip speech. Doc should have been careful what he painted.
Brooklyn Ace.
Take his paintings away. It's a fucking prick.
Painting's all I have.
Go kill yourself.
He chops 3 fingers off.
Oh my God, that's right. That's
Mr.
what he did.
Zimmerman! He raises a hatchet.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Brooklyn Ace has a very good question. I know we're in the middle of this Alcatraz thing, but yes, Brooklyn Ace.
Go on now.
James, aren't you supposed to be on vacation until 9:20?
So it was from 9:15 to 9:20 because I put the show first. 9:15 to 9:22. What's really important is the show, not my vacation.
So
okay, good point.
I take my vacation when I want to take it. I don't need to take it right now. I'll take it later. Maybe 10:17 to 10:24.
So Del Frisco's will have to wait?
Well, I've already been getting texts from the ladies down there. Hey, flirt bug, when you stopping down?
Flirt bug.
They call you flirt bug?
Yes, they do.
Why would
That's
they
kind
call
of
you-
abbreviated. They said he flirts and it bugs me.
Flirt bug.
Flirt bug.
These Lego things are pretty amazing, but I'm telling you, they're using special Legos. I'm not buying. Have you played Legos in the last fucking whatever years?
No, but when
it's
I was
all square shit. How are you making rounded?
When
like,
I was at
boobies and
Disney, they have a whole Lego thing, and they're giant, and they're like made out of just the square ones.
they
It's
give you
like
the
any
special
other.
Legos.
No, it's like anything digital.
No,
it's like pixels.
Okay.
Out of pixels, you can make anything, and it's the same thing with Legos. It's like you're using little pixels.
Impossible.
Yeah,
doesn't match up.
No, I swear.
Nope.
Swear to God.
Do you know what my nickname from one fucking group of girls was? It was so annoying.
What?
I would go down and they'd go, "Oh look, flu shit breath is here."
Flu shit breath.
How endearing.
I hated that nickname. Like, what do you mean by that?
All right, we're going to break with the Bobo fucking boner backstage
Bobo.
piece, and then we're going to have some good stuff after the break.
And now, backstage with O&A, here is Primetime Sam Roberts.
I'm Primetime Sam Roberts. And after a successful O&A show appearance, show star Bobo was talking to his girlfriend Christina in the Sirius offices. While talking to her, Bobo quickly and obviously became fully erect. We went to Bobo for comment.
Bobo, what's going on? Well, I'm talking to her about, I'm trying to figure out, like...
Christina, you mean?
Yeah, like, how long would it take before before I banged her?
Right, and all this talk, does it have you feeling a bit excited?
Yeah, but I don't know how long it'll take, but I'm sure the payoff will be big.
Now, will the payoff be as big as the erection you obviously have right now?
Yeah. And maybe she'll get a big payoff also, if you know what, wink wink.
By that you mean the erection that you obviously have right now?
Yeah, but she's gonna get a big payoff, alright?
Now, I can see it right there. Are you bashful at all about the fact that you're walking around a place of business and you obviously are fully erect?
Well, unfortunately, when they kind of have to expect this crazy stuff when you're in the same building as the Opie and Anthony show.
Yeah, to have half retards walking around with boners?
I think I'm less than half retard.
A quarter.
Yeah, a quarter is probably the right description.
Do we have any possibility of a bit of leakage or something happening today?
Oh, I'll find out when I get home. Anything about that, you'll know after.
But you're fully erect.
Yeah.
Bobo proudly displayed his erection for Christina, who didn't look terribly impressed. We reached out to her for the exclusive. So, Christina, what's going on with you and Bobo today?
Well, right now, I'm actually staring at his boner.
Yeah, is this something that he looks to be very pleased?
He's been erect for a good 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is impressive.
It goes on and off sometimes.
No, he looks to be very prideful about the fact that you're staring at his erection. Is that something that he should be proud of?
Yes. He did mention before that I should buy an array of different size condoms, Magnum especially. So, I mean, I can't help but check out the good.
Based on what you see in front of you, would you think that Magnum would be an appropriate size?
I would have to say, oh, he's shaking it out now. It just grew even more. I would have to say after him shaking his leg, yes, absolutely.
And by yes, you mean...
No, not at all.
We thought the story would end there, but just as the backstage crew was packing up their equipment, O&A producer Danny approached Bobo with a ruler to get an exact measurement of the Bo boner.
Okay, let's measure.
Maybe in Canada it's bigger. Could someone tell me what size it'd be in millimeters?
Oh yeah, you are rocking. Danny has a ruler by Bobo's crotch right now. Danny, if you could give us the official measurement of Bobo's erection,
we're about 2 3/4, so he's doing pretty well.
Could someone show me in millimeters what it'd be in Canada?
All right, so you're a full 3 inches. Is that something you're proud of?
3 inches, I feel fine, but if it can get to 8 inches, that'd be better.
Will Bobo get to 8 inches one day? Certainly not, but that won't stop him from doing his best to sexually assault any woman he meets regardless. I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and this has been
Backstage with O&A.
Hi, this is Brian Kilmeade of Fox and Friends, also sports anchor at the Fox News Channel, and guess what? You're listening to Opie and Anthony. You've made the right choice.
I'm looking at the instant feedback. Someone actually wrote, that Illegal Alien song sounded a lot like Phil Collins.
Wow.
I thought so, too.
Yeah. It did.
That person does know that Phil Collins was the lead singer of Genesis, right?
No.
He has no clue.
Real.
All right. And Anthony, I got this for you. Trucker T writes, Opie is right. I haul Legos, and they make Lego sets for different things.
Well, no, I know they do that.
So what are you
But
getting
I'm
at?
saying they make, like, sets for different things. They can, you can build a building that's a certain building.
But I think they misrepresented
like
for all
that.
these years where they say, here, get a box of Legos and you can make a human being.
But
I'm like,
you can't
no fucking way.
But those are regular square Legos.
Right.
Those are your regular square Legos. But they do make sets where you can make, like, like a carousel and things like that.
Yeah,
and
I've seen those as well.
Those are separate little, like,
but I'm
special
saying
pieces.
they just take that and they go on a bigger scale. Here,
No.
You don't think so?
Those are square goddamn Legos.
You know what?
Those are all square Legos. It's like a digital, a three-dimensional digital picture.
I'm not ready to let this one go. I'm not ready to let this one go.
I see. You're adamant.
What about the guy we saw, a Lego person, where he's ripping his own chest open?
That was pretty cool.
That you're saying you can make that with just a bunch of regular
I'm not saying
Legos?
I can make it. It would look like shit. Everything I build in Legos looks like a wall. I have no depth perception with Legos.
Because you
have
to,
that's great.
That's all square.
You're trying to tell me you can make that out of just no.
Yeah, that's all just.
How do we solve this?
Well, how would you get the arms to stay out that far? You probably could have a regular.
Square, and then they come back.
I
and
love
Legos.
Legos.
It's just it's the way they. It's almost like you took a digital old printout of something and just made it three-dimensional.
I understand,
it's
but how are you
square.
going to get them to interlock?
They're Legos.
No, I understand that. But you need them to interlock. You need them to interlock in different ways to get those shapes.
Not
really. If you've seen a regular Lego, I don't.
No, it's just straight up and down.
Those are square.
It's digital.
I don't want to let this one go.
That's pretty cool, man. That's
amazing.
That is a good one. It's a guy ripping his chest open, and loose Legos are pouring out of the open chest, and he's kind of looking up. He looks almost pained. That is really cool, though.
I hope you work it out with Ron, but I
have to throw out a quick apology.
I don't really see it happening. I mean, you discussed the whole thing for everybody, and this whole fuck around betting thing is a little rough, Jimmy.
Well, I have to throw out a quick apology to
I hope it works
CodeLogic.
out in the end. Yeah.
He and I were discussing something. I have not gotten back to him. It's because I've been working on something else, so I don't want to think I forgot about you. I did not.
But you did.
And no, I like C to the L. And let me tell you why I said fuck Ron Bennington. I want the audience to know. Ron, as we know, does interviews, the Ron Bennington interviews, and they're very good. He's a good interviewer.
They're very good, yes.
And so I see Ron Bennington is interviewing Marianne Faithfull recently.
You're not a fan of hers, are you?
Well, I wasn't.
Oh.
And now I'm obsessed because of fucking Ron Bennington. He's a phenomenal interview. I had no interest in this old lady.
You totally turn this around.
Why?
Because you said fuck Ron Bennington. And I thought he did something bad, but you're saying because he's so good at his craft that you are jealous and saying fuck Ron Bennington.
No, I'm annoyed because I'm on iTunes like a fucking homo looking for Marianne Faithfull songs and downloading them. What was the one he played?
Mohr.
Which one did you
the one that the Jagger and fucking and Richards wrote, Tears Go By, her version of that in '64. How do you not like it?
Well, we got to listen to it now, Jimmy.
And then there's a version on YouTube where Jean-Luc Godard, the French director, did a film in 1966 called, I think, Made in the USA. And there's a weird fucking artsy scene of her sitting in a diner singing it a cappella while characters in this French film look at each other. It's really weird, but it's fucking kind of eerie. If you find the YouTuber, it's fucking great.
I think she was
beautiful.
She was a one-song hack, though.
No, she was not at all. She did a lot of big hits.
What is she known for?
Fucking Mick Jagger, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
For real, I'm not even trying to make
there
a
was
joke.
that one.
That's not right there?
I know her for having sex with Mick Jagger. I think they had sex,
Yeah,
right?
she was cute, man.
Right.
Smiling faces I can see, but not
Shove a cock in her mouth. Shut her up.
She's a good singer.
I sit and watch as tears go by. My riches can't buy.
You don't like it?
Everything.
Opie's making a face.
I don't like the fucking French douches.
I
Lots of sitting around the table like that.
The children sing.
Her voice sounds great.
When the truth is gone, to be like rain
falling on the ground.
That's so funny.
I sit and watch as tears go by.
The fuck is this about?
I don't know. It's just a clip from the movie.
What?
It is the evening of the day. I sit and watch.
A little tranny looking.
Well,
all right.
Hope that solves something. We didn't have to listen to the whole thing. I was just saying I like the clip.
No, Jimmy. Now we're listening to it.
It's not bad, actually.
No.
I sit and watch as tears go
I feel like you should shut up.
Voici l'adresse que vous m'avez demandé.
The Stones did a version.
Surrender people start talking.
The Stones did a version of that. That doesn't sound like the version that became a hit, obviously.
The Stones did a version of that. Did you actually just say that? Did you actually just say the Stones
Well, they wrote,
did a version
it was written
of
by
that?
Jagger. It was the first song that Jagger and Richards wrote to each other.
That is such a popular Rolling Stones song.
Her version is a bigger song than the Stones.
No.
It was done.
This song was huge, Jimmy.
I'm sure it was, but
early
they
Stones.
wrote it.
Yeah.
This is a huge song for the
But
Stones.
this is giant for the Stones.
I think I've read that hers was more popular. That was a massive fucking hit for Marianne
with
Faithfull.
Mick. As her mouth was around his dick. But
hers came out a year earlier, even though they wrote it. Hers came out in '64.
I always heard it the other way, that this was a massive song for the Rolling
It probably
Stones.
was.
Massive.
Yeah,
It's
this
phenomenal.
This is a biggie.
Yeah, this is a good one.
I watched these guys. I watched them sing this on the Ed Sullivan Show. Watch the clip. It's just Mick just sitting there, and Richard's just strumming. And you're like, God, Mick is a bad mother.
Like an orchestra in the background.
It was just those two.
Yeah.
And Mick is just sitting there with his legs crossed, and you're like, you bad, big-lipped motherfucker. Mick Jagger's a bad dude.
Nothing better than early Stones. I'll tell you right now. Fucking.
I really do like early Stones.
Early Stones. Not too early.
That's one of those
I'm
bands
talking like
I
the
could
70s, like the early 70s to mid 70s.
And a few songs
shit.
though you can just throw right the fuck out. I don't like them, but
Well, that got into the late 70s.
Yeah.
They sort of did that like emotional rescue and all that, right?
But fucking Bennington sent me down this road yesterday. This is what I was doing because this interview was so good, and then he played her version of Tears Go By. And I'm like, I had to go get it. And then I get it, and then I realized she did a cover of Working Class Hero, which she sounds like a smoker now, but her voice is still kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then I went and bought her Greatest Hits, and now I'm looking for fucking Working Class Hero covers. And now I'm fucking looking, I'm like, God damn it, am I easily influenced?
You really are.
But Ron made it so interesting. I mean, it was a compelling interview. I was going to listen to it for 30 seconds because I met her very, very briefly. when I met Metallica, because she was in a Metallica song.
She was in a Metallica song?
Yeah, la da 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 da.
Memory
Remains.
Yeah.
She was in that?
God.
She's the
Remember,
voice.
she's the one that
did I
ruined.
know that?
She wrecked the song.
No, she was great in that.
No,
She was
I
chilling.
hated that.
She was in the video as well.
She was
I don't care
great,
about being
dude.
chilling. I
Was
want
I
to hear the
supposed to
song.
know that and I forgot that knowledge?
You'll know it if.
No, I know the song and all that. I didn't realize it was her.
Yeah, that was. I thought it was well known, but I'm a big fan, so I just assumed it.
I saw the rehearsals Brewer brought me. This is 97, I believe. And the Metallica was rehearsing that and Fuel. And Marianne Faithfull came in. And James was obvious. I think she was late. And Hetfield was annoyed. Keep her away from me.
Sorry, that was me.
That's
yeah, you never have to be worried. Sorry about that, my friend.
Yeah, that's
little
great.
Metallica.
Yeah, let's see her part. I loved her part in this. Ant didn't like it.
That's her?
That's Marianne Faithfull, yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
I don't need this in that song. By the way, this video was so fucking cool. The Metallica swinging around in the room video.
Yeah, it was like dancing on the ceiling.
Yeah, only cool.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Anyway, heard a voice in my right ear. Left ear. My rear. What?
Is that Travis in one of our ears?
Oh, that's her.
No, it's Travis
saying something.
Travis is whispering.
That's what I meant. She's saying something, Travis.
And she did a great cover of Working Class Hero. All I wanted to do was hear fucking covers of that song yesterday. That's
Really?
all I wanted to do.
You are obsessive.
I really am.
Yeah.
But that's Ronnie sent me down this road.
She did.
Yeah.
She did Sister Morphine too.
Yes, that's her.
Matt Mohr from Dallas. Thank you for that. I did not.
Her original version of fucking As Tears Go By. Stone's version is great, obviously, because I wrote it.
That was a huge hit.
But her version was she used to, and again, this I learned this from Ron's interview. She was, Brian Epstein. There's this clip I saw on YouTube of Brian Epstein introducing her. Like she used to hang with the Beatles. She's fucking. Well, she's great, man.
She obviously gave good head.
She must have been a good fuck. Dirty teen idol.
This is her original version? I've never heard this before in my life. For
It was
real.
a massive hit.
I know that I've never heard this. Oh, the Stones pumped this song up nice for her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She's singing it too fast. Oh, wait, it's her song.
No, they wrote it, though.
Folky, very like those old hippie fucking Kate Ashbury fucking hippie cunts.
She's got a great voice.
Phenomenal. 64 this is.
Folk singer. She's a folk singer.
And then I think she said it was, she like when Mick and Keith saw what a massive hit it was, they probably just went and did it. It was their song.
Wait, now I'm so confused now.
Mick and Keith, it was the first song they ever wrote together.
They wrote it, but they didn't perform it originally?
No, she did it a year earlier.
Why did,
I think they wrote it either for her or they wrote it and gave it to her.
Oh, come on.
It's true.
Wait, they wrote the song, but she performed it?
Yes.
Even though they were already the Stones?
A band?
I don't know if they were even the Stones yet. It was Mick and Keith wrote it, and she recorded it in 64. This version is from 1964.
She recorded before they did.
I think they didn't want...
They weren't stupid. This is obviously a smash.
I don't know. I'm quoting from 10 minutes I heard of Ron's interview. I know none of this. This is all Bennington. What the fuck you want from me?
We all do that, though. We just,
but I don't know.
We just recite shit we hear.
But I know that she was a good interview, man. She was just...
That's cool.
You know, she's like kind
Ronnie did that to me with...
Ronnie
did that to me with Warren Zevon. Some broad he was married to from, maybe 6 months. I'm like, I ain't listening to this. And next thing you know, the hour went by, and I was like just so into this Warren Zevon.
It's amazing.
They've had bookings on there. Well, we've had bookings. People approach us with bookings and said no. And like, what are you, insane? Why would we want that person? And then they give them to Ron and Fez. And Ronnie talks to him, and you're like, holy shit. How the fuck does he do that?
That's why I want to take some of these, because fucking Ron is...
Ron we have to take Ron also.
Unlike
and
you,
bring him in to interview the person, because we stink.
We don't need to do that, because we all know which seat Ron will be taking. We don't need to do that.
We do pretty good interviews ourselves. Absolutely.
Oh, I know, we rule.
I think he does good research.
Ronnie knows how to interview.
That's great.
Thank you, Matt LaFar. We backed this up, Jimmy. I said it was a bigger hit for the Stones. Well, As Tears Go By reached number 22 on the Billboard for Your Broad.
Okay.
Marianne Faithfull. And number 6 for the Stones.
Okay. I just read I read somewhere that it was a more popular version was by her.
I just made that up.
Did you?
No.
That doesn't surprise me.
Kidding. hunched over retard and a cocksucker. I'm just kidding. Fucking Doyle Hargrave
Because he
rules.
said hunched over retard and cocksucker. Like,
I know.
What kind of joke is that? There's no.
That's not funny
No.
if you're a fucking brain damaged guy and a homosexual.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. Welcome to our humble home.
Hunched over retard.
Hunched over retard and a cocksucker. I'm only kidding. Welcome to our humble home.
Hunched over retard and a cocksucker.
Doyle Hargrave ruled right up until he got a lawnmower blade in his head.
Yeah, he needs to defend himself.
No. Carl? Oops.
Just took his fucking murdering.
That wasn't fair.
I'm to kill you.
Sling Blade Doyle's version? Uh-oh, I'm gonna have to.
What?
I have to go through a few of those.
Hey,
later on.
I'm not giving up on the Lego thing. Cody in Indiana. I'm
Yeah?
obsessed with this.
All
Cody.
right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to put the brakes on your Rolling Stone shit, but I saw on Mythbusters this season they actually have Lego architects, as gay as a geeky fucking job that could be, but they figure out how to make things look spherical. Sorry, Opie, using regular Legos.
Of course. You could do that. You do it on computer. You know, there's no fucking real round surfaces on computer games. They're all fucking...
Can I explain that I went to Cody because I thought he was going to prove me right?
See?
Oh, man, did that backfire?
Make it even worse for
that
you, Opie.
fucking backfired. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, oh, no, I'm sorry. Your show.
No, not really. Are you kidding?
On Mythbusters, they brought in a Lego architect to make a giant Lego ball, and they used Lego square blocks. Sorry, bud. Later.
God damn it,
cool.
We didn't bet, though, right?
No, not a dime.
We did so.
I didn't bet.
I bet $8.37. That's my standard bet. I bet $1. I bet $25. Hard on, 25. Mr. Hardy
Hard
bet,
on.
bet $25 in the late 60s. A lot of cash.
So we got the apology from Todd and Don. Wow,
Yes.
you got to be schizo today to follow this show.
Didn't you like that song, though? Wasn't that nice?
I actually liked it, Jimmy.
Fucking nice, man.
And I really don't know if I ever heard do As Tears Go By before.
No, it's
Maybe in a
fucking-
coffee shop in the background.
Man.
But every fucking song sounds the same when you go in for a cup of Joe.
I sit and watch.
I didn't like what she did with that.
They all did that back then. Who was that other fucking singer back then? That folk bitch.
Joni Mitchell?
Joan Baez.
Joan Baez. Joan Baez.
Elvis?
How that?
She doesn't do it in the song. She only did it in the acapella version.
Yeah.
Give me a Joan Baez song. What do we got?
I don't know what she sings.
I don't know either.
She sang a few songs that were popular.
But
by
didn't she
other
do Crazy
people.
Train? Oh, that was Ozzy.
No, you're right.
Tell Travis if he doesn't find a Joan Baez song, I'm going to bite his fucking nipple. And even if he does.
He'll enjoy
Travis?
it.
We don't have it in the system. He's spelling Baez with a Y.
Well, first I spelled it with an E. What do you want? I don't know what she did.
I really don't know.
What songs you got?
What's
from
it?
her?
Let's see.
That one.
What about the one she did at Woodstock?
Yeah.
Don't think twice. It's all right. That comes in 3 times.
I
so
put that one.
probably if
I'm sure you'll find the live version or the wrong one. What was that song she did? Oh, yeah, my pussy's itchy because I don't shave it. It's not a song.
Hey, I got a couple Opes kind of right about the Lego thing. Oh, sorry. Joan Baez.
No.
It's nice.
No, it's not. Old hairy, armpitted hippie chick. Look at her.
At the break of dawn, look out your window, and I'll be gone.
Wasn't she on Seinfeld?
You're the reason.
Did you see that?
The young version.
But don't think twice.
You don't like this? I like this.
It's too folky for me.
I like folk stuff.
Yeah.
Well, now it's just called acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Called Unplugged.
My nickname in high school was Folky Queer.
She played at Woodstock.
Yeah.
How fucked up is that? She's up on stage.
That's pretty fucked up.
Woodstock, and then the Who gets up there.
Yeah.
Now there she is with Bob Dylan.
Once upon a time,
Well, here's Joe Baez. Gonna sing a song with Joe Baez. Me and Joe Baez gonna sing a song.
Have you heard his radio hour?
Here's the Bob Dylan's radio hour.
You've heard it by now, right?
Yeah, they had
It's fucking great.
Didn't they have to train him to talk or something?
I think that's what the boys at XM said. But it is a great show. It's one lousy hour, and he makes it really interesting. You listen to songs you would never listen to.
I couldn't imagine he would
But he tells a little
communicate like
story,
that.
and then you're like, all right, now I got to hear this song.
And you understand the story?
Jimmy, you might like it.
The interesting part is it's called the Bob Dylan channel, even though he's not on it constantly.
Yeah.
Why this should be called the Opie and Anthony channel.
It's a theme time radio app.
Saying.
Oh, you do that very well.
Oh, thank you.
Very well.
I try.
He did a whole fucking show on like summer songs or something.
Did he?
And that's been...
Is it like a theme that he does?
Yeah, but that's been done a million times, but he did it like properly. Like
He's
made it
Dylan.
really, really good.
Fucking guy.
What else did he do? I think he did a whole baseball hour once.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. I'm telling you, I don't know when it's on. All of a sudden I'm just flipping around and there he is. Maybe I should, have a proper plug, but it's so worth checking out. So worth it. I think that was Lee Abrams' baby, wasn't it? The XM guru?
Oh, right, yeah.
And I think Lee had to sit him down and teach him how to talk for the radio. That's how the story
Lee.
goes that we heard.
Lee.
Good old Lee.
Remember him?
What's he doing?
When did we lose him? What year did we lose him?
He was gone probably...
what?
Aught 6?
Aught 6?
Aught 7? Aught 7, I'm saying.
But he was one of the smart ones. He saw that the disease was coming, and he said, you know what, I'm moving somewhere where the disease isn't going to touch me.
He was able to take a plane and fly
And just
on out of
fly
here.
out.
Fly over the zombies.
I miss making fun of him and his fucking
pot habit,
pot addiction.
He's over in the Middle East giving flying lessons.
Right,
fucking creep.
That fucking guy wanted to take us for a ride, and we all said, "I don't think so."
Exactly. I'd rather fly with fucking Muhammad Atta than him.
You could barely stay awake during lunch. I don't think I want to be in the air with you. Fuck.
Big fucking Wilford Brimley stash.
Right.
Nobody wants to do that and talk about fucking deep tracks, you weirdo.
Have that.
I miss Lee.
Yeah, he was a good one.
Let me tell you about diabetes.
He was a good one. Melanie was the queen of the wavering.
Oh,
voice in
Melanie,
the 60s.
right.
I got a brand new pair of roller skates. Who doesn't love that song?
Did she do that one? Well,
yes.
that was her hit.
It's a great one. I've got a brand new la 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 la. That's a good tune.
We heard a girl try to do that song karaoke on Saturday. I remember, like the whole fucking. Danny's just remembering it.
about that, yeah.
We were laughing because the whole gist of that song is the funny part is where she goes, I got a brand new pair. Where it goes up high like that. And she couldn't do it, so she just went, I got a brand new pair. It's like, that's the whole song is going up at that part.
That's all I want to hear now.
The entire song, so why would you even fucking try to sing it?
All right, Burr.
I rode my bicycle past your window last night.
Put up a picture of that Melanie. See what she,
Was she good looking?
looked like.
I'm going to say no.
I think she was.
Sounds like she'd be cute. Oh, you really got to dig back, though, because the new Melanie is not good.
The problem is if you put old Melanie into the Google searches, you're going to have the same pictures.
Yeah.
Google's confused right now.
Google is confused. You've confused Google.
Well, if you put new Melanie, that would give you old-looking pictures. But if you put old Melanie, still old-looking pictures.
CompuServe, Member Center.
Google humor.
What year
for
did that
everybody.
take you back to?
Who doesn't like this? What a toe tapper.
Oh, that's her right there?
Yeah?
She don't look bad there. She looks bad there. Back in the 60s, you'd be banging that in some shithole in
fuck her
Frisco.
armpits.
It was the heavy eye makeup that made them all look good.
Yeah. Love that eye makeup look. Look at that. All right, that looks good. It's
that one looks
it's
good.
overexposed. She looks a little like that girl.
Like Valerie Boitinelli.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about we hear some Bob Dylan radio hour? Do we have any of his
I
breaks
think we're
where he just
playing it.
talks? Yeah, but where he talks. You got to hear the guy talk.
Yeah, I've never really heard him talk. Isn't Melanie dead?
Is she?
I don't know.
How'd she die? She was roller skating
And broke her
by a
neck.
bus.
How ironic.
Yeah, she got crushed under a tire. She's on bloodshows.com. By the way, that was the website that I would never plug.
Yeah.
It's too glorious.
Yeah,
It's not a bad site. It's just this.
Yeah, don't go there.
No, she's not dead.
You sure?
She's still alive?
Her career is, though.
Oh, come on, guys. I'll be the hole. Come on, guys.
Oh, Jimmy.
Guys.
All right, Jimmy.
You want
my dick.
You want to hear Tori Amos doing "Smells Like Teen Spirit"? Corey from Virginia suggested that.
Really?
She really did. Smells Like Teen Spirit.
She wrote it, actually.
No, she did.
She did.
No,
she wrote this.
My ex-girlfriend used to love her.
Oh, Tori Amos. Ugh.
She loved Tori Amos.
Was she the one that had a pig sucking on her tit? Was that someone else?
So.
A what?
A little piggy sucking on her tit.
Nice.
It was like a shocking.
Is she the one that did that?
Eric.
Is she the one that did Cornflake Girl or whatever the fuck that was?
We don't know anything, I've noticed.
I love it.
All we do is pop songs on, look at pictures, and ask questions.
Would you fuck her or wouldn't you?
I know. Didn't she do that song? What song? The one with the guy? That one? No. This one. Who's that picture? What does she look like? I don't know.
She's a hippie bitch. Oh, I think she's wonderful. Oh, she has too much eye makeup. It's the same shit every day.
Yeah, there she is, suckling a piglet with her tit. Isn't that nice?
Mm-hmm.
Little peanut butter. Helped out the pooch, too.
I thought that guy was holding another guy's hand, but it's that long mirror down the hall. What the? I was like, wow, there's some openness around here. Lee Abrams does a show on the WGN network. He's up in Chicago now with Elo. He lives up there too. He does a show called Skydives.
What?
And this guy's saying, Google it.
What is it about?
Skydives.
Skydives?
What the fuck is he doing now? Is
Elo
he jumping out of fucking airplanes? This is crazy, man.
He stood me up this week. I texted him he was going to come to one of my shows. I
Elo doesn't want anything to do with us.
No, he could lose.
He puts on a very good front.
Cushy gig.
He was just going to come to see my show.
He blew up my wedding. He blew off possible visits. He's. I understand.
I was very, very hurt.
He has a lot to lose.
Well, yeah, but we're not bad.
We're not bad, but
terrible.
That's his MO.
Garbage.
That's his MO lately, is to say, yeah, we'll get together, but it just never happens.
Skydives. The places, the vibe, the food.
What does it mean? Is he actually jumping out of planes, or is it
no,
or is it like day trips with your airplane?
It's probably day
that's what he
trips
used
with
to
your
do.
plane.
That's what he used to do at XM.
Like skydives. You go to some dive. What the fuck is it?
The shitty bars in the sky.
Look at more things we don't know that we just asking questions.
Oh, we need the apology story. Everyone's getting mad.
Yes, they're getting very angry.
So Don and Todd said wetbacks or something.
Yep.
It was nothing. They read a definition from Wikipedia. I guess they got reassigned. Their show got canceled, and they really want to be doing their show, and they got reassigned, which is basically a firing. It's probably some kind of technicality.
Yeah.
But before they got fired, they really tried to explain their way out of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we could, we want to begin this.
They got to do with their apologies and their fake voices, too.
Yeah.
Fake voices.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we could, we want to begin this show with a very sincere apology about some comments that were made yesterday.
Yes.
During this hour, about this time.
All right.
We do deeply regret and apologize. People were offended.
By the way,
they don't apologize.
No,
they're not sorry. They don't care.
Every apology is
the guy was impassioned when he was talking about the use of the word wetback.
Oh, yeah.
Its definition. You can't take that kind of passion and then turn it into an apology.
But what he was doing was basically talking about political correctness, saying, why is this word not used? I mean, at least what we heard, it wasn't like he was talking about a Sotomayor or saying something racist about somebody or nasty. He reads the definition. He says, I don't know why this word is not used. It was simple.
Yeah.
And then the next day gives an apology, and these scumbags still canceled the show?
Yeah.
What, did the fucking special interest group still push? It wasn't good enough for the fucking special interest group? Oh, fuck the whole country.
I know. I feel the same way.
How would you fuck the country?
One big, giant, politically correct dick.
You certainly wouldn't hold on to Florida, because then it would look like you're holding on to a penis.
Here's what you do. You'd fucking kneel in Canada, because that's where this fucking racial hypersensitivity is bled down through. You'd put one palm on L.A., one palm on New York, and just stick your big, fat fucking dick into the middle of the country and pump it till it's fucking honesty and humor leaked out.
What part of the country would you fuck? The Great Lakes? That area looks like soft and nice.
No. You'd dip and dab your dick. You'd dip it in one of the lakes, and then you'd slap the pre-cum all over fucking North Dakota. You'd rub it through Wyoming and shoot your jizz on Pennsylvania, Maine, and Vermont.
What about some deep dicking in the Grand Canyon?
You would probably,
you
would
fucking monster now has a black wig on.
Look, I am sick of looking at Wendy fucking Williams.
Every day she changes her look.
She's Meatloaf.
It's like the record skips with our show. Jimmy's in the middle of a conversation, and we just go whammo into something else. People are probably thinking, what did they do?
No wonder feedback comes in all the time. It's like, oh, the feed just screwed up. It's chopping all over the place.
You know, we just changed subject with a monster in a
She's
red
a
dress
monster.
and a
What
black
big
wig just walked
dark
out.
black wig on.
On C-SPAN?
She's got some massive... no, Jimmy. She's got some massive fucking breasts.
Giant fucking...
You think they look good if you take the dress off?
No, those things sag, I bet you.
I don't know.
Wendy Williams is a monster. Jimmy, you like her look today?
She's bigger than I like, but I'd definitely fuck Wendy Williams. I'm telling you, I would absolutely. She has just a big, juicy body.
Would you lick her ass?
Why not? Yeah, she's probably clean.
Oh, my God,
it.
Jimmy.
Dude, Wendy Williams.
Stop it all for all that is holy.
She's too conscientious of how she looks in her appearance. I guarantee you that if she would probably she'd shower first and then put her dumper right in your face and teach you a lesson.
Oh, it's got to look like, I think her ass
has skin tags.
Looks exactly like under that wig would look. Just some tufts of really clipped hair. Fuck that. Who's that?
That's.
Oh, you're looking for someone else. I'm seeing nudity.
Yeah, I mean. Apparently, there's a she-male star called
Wendy
Williams.
I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm seeing nudity. It doesn't matter what Danny's looking up. It could be something from Disney. There will be nudity in it.
Yeah, seriously.
They're calling it Random Topic Tuesday on the Opie and Anthony Show. Maybe we could get the Bob Dylan. I want to hear one break from his radio hour.
Did we finish the apology?
All right. Let's do this. All right. Let's try to get some of
Jesus Christ.
Regret and apologize. Yeah. People were offended, and we regret it.
No, you don't.
Absolutely.
We understand the weight of the words that were used during this hour yesterday on the Todd and Don Show. And from the bottom of my heart, I do regret it. And please, we ask for your forgiveness. We are very sorry.
I frequently use sarcasm and satire in my humor. And the first mistake I made was using the term in the first place. If you heard the show, you know what I'm talking about. It's highly offensive and a dated term that should never be used under any circumstances. And the second mistake I made was assuming that the audience knew that I was being sarcastic when I used the term. It was a serious error in judgment. I can promise you it'll never happen again, and I want to sincerely apologize to all of our listening audience.
Why is that
a big
enough?
mistake.
We should also note that the things that were said yesterday during our show are not reflective of management or ownership of this station, not at all, or the sponsors of this station. We are sorry, but we do want to move on from this. Thank you very much. All right.
Well, move on, all right. Right off your fucking show, you move on.
Regular radio deserves everything that's coming its way.
Protect management in your make sure management's okay.
They wrote that statement and said, look, and you're going to say that we had nothing to do with this. Fuck
they
you.
made them read that before they took their show away, obviously.
Yeah.
They hey, go in there, here's an apology. All right, look, we're going to have to suspend you, and then, okay, your show's over. That's how they work. That's why. The apologies, they're never sincere.
And they want to make everyone perfectly clear the company had nothing to do with that so they can move on without these guys without any other problems.
Yeah.
All you have to do is fight back against these special interest groups and then they would go away. The fucking radio gave these guys so much goddamn power that they don't deserve.
Because it's a bunch of...
It's unbelievable.
It's a bunch of fucking incompetence running radio.
Can one of the guys? I never usually come up with things for work for the guys. I don't like doing that. I like drinking with them and being their pal. Hey, one of you fuck dicks. Mm-hmm. I'd love to get a montage of all of these fucking apologies strung together, so we can hear how exactly the same they sound. Because it's exactly the same apology.
And mix and match, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like jump around.
Yeah.
I think that's a job for E-Rock.
I think
Could someone put a post-it on the soda machine for E-Rock?
I'd like to apologize. I want to apologize. Insincere. Horrible remarks.
Yep.
Regret. I deeply regret. We deeply regret.
Did we put a couple of bars in there?
Fuck yeah. we were phony pieces of shit,
too.
But
we're the first ones to admit that when you hear a radio guy apologizing, it's a fake apology, and the radio guys don't mean it fucking ever.
We've never been sincere about an apology. Ever!
There's not another radio guy that has admitted that ever.
Oh,
before they write the statement for you. They say you are going to read this.
It's under the guise that you're keeping your job,
right? And then you're like, "Fuck, I don't have a choice," because in the end, you want to talk to your radio audience.
Yeah.
And you do it, and then you get, you crumple up the paper and throw it. So hopefully the audience hears that.
Yeah.
You try to like give signals out there, like you're a hostage.
Hostage,
right?
Yeah, you're crossing your fingers.
No, for real though. You kind of like try to get something out there that might go past management's dopey heads, and get the word to your listeners that
the word to
that
your
we
family
have to do this.
that they're torturing you.
Yeah, it's like this. You go, look, I'm very sorry. I'm not. And what I want to say is that
wouldn't work.
I really think they're making me that.
And you might be the last one that thinks Wendy Williams is a monster. That cleavage and those boobies are really, really.
Fuck that.
You're losing me, buddy.
You're wearing Wonder Woman fucking.
Yeah, you're losing me a little bit.
No.
Shit.
Does she have like big giant titties?
Oh boy.
She has giant. Does she have big giant titties?
I'm trying to stay strong, but you're losing me, buddy. You're losing me.
Here's your goddamn dinner, convict. No, I am not fucking feeling her.
We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Oh
my God.
Hey, another gay guy on the show. Another gay guy on the Wendy Williams show. Every guy in the audience of the Wendy Williams show, 99% I would say.
Is there anything better than the scrotum pinch?
No.
Just talking about gay guy. The pinch and roll for the itch.
That's exactly
I've
what I'm
said.
doing.
It puts a feeling of pleasure over your entire body. Ladies, you have no clue. You might have a clitoris, but we have a ball bag to pinch and roll our fingers around.
I'm using the thumb, the index finger, and the middle finger right now, and I'm just rolling.
So
rolling
enjoyable.
Skin. Oh, my God.
So goddamn enjoyable.
Can I tell you that fucking guy who was... that guy who was just on fucking...
Hope he just sniffed his fingers like he had snuff. Like he was back in the 1700s after he rolled his ball bag.
Hell, man, you gotta make sure you're clean.
Well, yes.
I shower once a week. It might be time.
Oh, Christ.
Had him do the smell test.
Oh.
That guy, by the way, on Wendy Williams, has never seen a cock that he hasn't just run and ass dove onto. He fucking ass dives onto dicks.
Loves it.
Loves it. He's never loved anything, including God and family, as much as he loves backwards ass diving onto a cock.
He gave up both of them for cock. So
you do that and you don't come back to this house.
It might be gay day because there's a guy right behind him that is a little.
Yeah, very close behind him.
No kidding.
It's docking day on Wendy Williams. Wonderful.
All right, are we going to do what the fuck is on that guy's face?
What are you eating, Danny?
Look at the thing in that guy's face on C-SPAN.
Oh, that's great.
Looks like
the fuck is it?
Exploded.
Yeah. Hey, fucking mole face. Why don't you fix that before you go on TV?
Does he have a tick on his face?
Have
What
that
is
removed.
that?
He's awful. He's a superhero villain. He's mole face man. He comes with an awful gold tie and talks until you get grossed out and leave the scene. Oh no, it's mole face man. How do we combat him?
How's that?
We have to look away.
She's talking to a woman. How is she even concentrating on what he's saying?
No,
He's
she's
Stare
just
right at that
looking
fucking
right
thing.
at that.
His hair looks like Lego and plasticky.
Yeah.
Mole face. He has extra moles in that hair. His hair comes off like a Lego person hair, and he distributes moles on his face to be even more unpleasant looking. What a mole-faced man he is. I despise him.
They're everywhere.
I loathe him.
Yeah, there's like a little guy growing below
a
the
little
big
one
guy.
under the big John Boy Walton one.
He actually takes moles out of his wig and throws them up, and wherever they land on his face, he keeps them there.
Imagine it's blood boogers that he didn't realize they're still in his face.
Look at the woman's looking at him like she's trying not to look, but she's got to.
She's backing up.
She wants to take her glasses off so he's a little fuzzy.
Yeah. He has fucking bed bugs on his face. It's horrendous.
Hey, he's on C-SPAN.
He's got deer ticks. He was actually nuzzling a deer. He was rubbing the right side of his face on a deer's side and going, "I love you." He put a salt lick on his genitals so the deer would notice him. Now he's got deer ticks on his dumb face.
Damn.
That man's a moly horse's ass.
He really is.
He really is. Let's go to...
Despise him.
I hope those moles are cancerous, all of them.
Oh, my God.
Hope his fucking head falls off. As he's talking right now, imagine if his head just detached and rolled off onto the carpet. How great would that be? That'd be the best thing I ever saw.
Let's go to Bob Dylan now. It's Bob Dylan time.
Oh.
What is he talking about in this clip there, Travis?
I have no idea. It's 2 minutes long.
Yep.
and he's back selling a song.
Okay.
And then he just starts babbling.
All right, let's hear him babble.
That was little Esther Texaco and flesh, blood, and bones. She wants a guy, 2 arms, 2 legs, and 2 lips to call her own. If she had 6 fingers and 3 nipples, she'd be more like Anne Boleyn, the wife whom King Henry VIII was trying to unload. He had a plan. If he couldn't get his divorce decree, he was going to claim that the extra digit and the supernumerary nipple was evidence that he was a witch. A little too much flesh, blood, and bones on Anne Boleyn could have proven her downfall.
Holy mother of God.
I understood everything he said and what he was talking about.
I did too, but why would you bring that up?
Anne Boleyn? Who doesn't talk about her and her 6 fingers and the nipples?
My blood boil.
Not Anne Boleyn. Anne Boleyn.
Get blood from the stone. We're going to die blood, even if it's blue blood. This show's for everybody, including the bleeding hearts. John D. Rockefeller once said, the way to make money, and he would know this, is to buy when blood is running in the streets.
He's right. To buy when
blood in the streets from Independent International.
It's a good time to buy right now.
Blood in the streets.
Rated
R,
movie
under
trailer.
17, not admitted without parents.
Rated M for mature.
Here's an unusual record with an interesting story behind it and an interesting name. The artist was DeCosta Waltz.
I have one
He's
cracker?
performing here with the Southern Broadcasters,
I have no carbs.
though they never played anywhere near a radio station. DeCosta Waltz was in the patent medicine business, and he was the mayor of Galax, Virginia, in 1930 and 1931.
Why is he
DeCosta
talking
Waltz
about
vanished
this?
into obscurity after swindling the town of Galax while he was the mayor. Let me see now. Patent medicine business, crooked mayor, swindled the town, disappeared in obscurity. Of course he recorded a gospel record.
All right.
See? Gives you little stories.
Stories?
Stories.
Wow, he goes off, though, on some tangents.
I like it.
What's he talking about?
I like it. Joe Jackson on Larry King before we get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's do this. The fucking South Korean boy singing Mariah Carey's going to have to wait till tomorrow.
Poor little feller.
And the balloon thing has to wait till tomorrow, Danny. What the fuck?
I love balloons.
Oh, bless you. Wow. Holy shit. God damn. You just infected the entire console.
He covered his mouth with the far wall.
You got to get that shit out.
Yeah.
Blow it far, man.
That's
Blow
the
it
bad
far.
stuff.
There's droplets on everything, though.
Larry King.
I hate that I can't get soup until 10 o'clock.
Why not? Bring some soup in.
10:15.
That shit smells good.
Exactly.
Jermaine said in an interview that he wished that he'd been the one to die and not Michael.
Oh, shut up.
As a father, how do you react?
What?
As a father, who would you like to see dead?
Yeah, right.
Is he actually going there?
Everyone says that shit. They don't really mean it.
Why couldn't it be me? I'm glad it wasn't me.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're in Caligula. I offer my life to Jupiter so that the emperor may... And then Caligula pipes up, Jupiter accepts.
Jupiter accepts. Whammo.
And you can't say, how do you know? You can't talk to Jupiter. Jupiter accepts.
Why is he going for... He wants an explanation for a nonsense statement.
Yeah, and what's he supposed to say now?
One to die and not Michael. As a father, how do you react to that?
Well, I can't. That's Jermaine talking, you know.
Yeah, thank you.
No, but how do you feel when you hear it?
Well, that's what Jermaine thought, and maybe that's what his reaction was. But he's living and Michael is dead, and so that's the way it is. It's not him.
Isn't it hard to accept?
Accept what, Larry?
Oh my
That
God!
your son is gone.
Of course.
Thank you,
It's
Joe
very
Jackson.
hard.
You're making us like Joe Jackson, you idiot.
Larry King
is the worst interviewer on TV right now.
You just asked the dead kid's father.
Is it hard to deal with or whatever?
Is it hard to accept?
Right.
Your kid being dead. And he's like, what? Like, it's such a ridiculous question. You have to ask what?
Right.
Your son being dead. No, it's pretty easy, as a matter of fact. Really don't care.
Don't give a shit at all there, Larry.
What's with Larry's face, too? Something's happening. It's like, do you ever see the Invasion of the Body Snatchers? with Donald Sutherland. That one. You ever see right before they start changing, their face starts twitching and caves in on itself? That's happening to the right side of Larry's face if you're looking at the screen.
Well, let me see what's going on with Larry.
He doesn't look broken up to me, the dad. He certainly doesn't look broken up.
He doesn't.
Yeah, well, but Larry asking.
He's probably not.
But Larry asking is just as.
Yeah. Larry asking is ridiculous.
Completely.
You give a shit about your son?
Yeah.
How important is a heartbeat in your kid?
Larry looks like Woody Allen in 1965 now. Fucking creepy narrow head he has. It's a fucking tack head.
Tack? Yeah, look at him.
What a fucking awful Tweety head.
On little slit eyes. He can't keep the one eye open.
He's starting to look like a Martian.
Yeah.
What's he talking about with Joe?
All right, we'll find out more. Here we
Yeah, I
go.
need
Joe
more.
talks about putting the grandchildren into showbiz.
Down the road, if they expressed an interest, I mean, you raised the family, they all got into show business. If the grandchildren wanted to, would you encourage them?
Larry, I know where you're trying to go with that, and I don't.
I'm
want
not trying to go anywhere. I'm asking you, would you encourage them? If
No, I'm not. I'm not encouraging them to do nothing. Not of the sort. They have to be what they are, kids at the moment. Yes, and be raised properly.
So those rumors that you wanted to tour the Jackson 3...
Not true. That's a bunch of jive. That's a bunch. I wish I could say what I should say. But that's a bunch of...
And you know why?
He's a sucky interviewer.
And you know why the rumors were so strong, right?
Why?
Because of CNN. They did more coverage than anybody on this Michael Jackson.
Yeah, well, they go off on a rumor like that and then treat it like news.
Right.
I mean, we did, but who cares? It's the Opie and Anthony show.
I think we kind of said.
We
try to keep it like
we blew that
real.
out.
We're like, there's no fucking way.
We broke that was fake.
Right. I think we did. Who's listening? I don't know, but
we're the best.
And the little girl crying with them all on mic and everything. Stop it. I didn't believe that.
It is really sad to see Van Damme's children upset.
This next clip could be good because it says Joe talks about foul play with the Michael Jackson death and confuses Larry.
Oh no!
Oh boy!
Yeah, chicken was involved.
Do you frankly think that drugs were involved in your son's life?
Something happened there, Larry. There was just only drugs. There's just something else behind all of that.
And what do you mean? What are you thinking?
Something about
I'm thinking
dress.
that's foul play. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, explain that. Foul play meaning what? Somebody trying to harm him?
No. Of course.
No.
Ro, you get into that, Ro.
Larry?
You get into the... I don't know what you said. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
I told Ro
Are
to
you
get into that
Negro?
so he knows all that stuff about what happens.
Okay.
That was the worst moment on television in 30 years.
Wow. Horrendous.
Oh my God.
How are the CNN execs watching this show?
What?
Do they know that they still are paying this guy?
He gets nothing out of people.
Are they scared to fire him? Like what?
I don't
what's
know.
the problem? And I think he just re-upped for another year or two.
He gets nothing
Amazing.
out of his guests. He's a bore.
He has questions that don't have any answers.
Yeah, they can't possibly answer those.
I think foul play was involved. Do you mean like harm? No. What else could foul play mean? You idiot.
What does foul play always mean?
Problem.
Someone harming somebody else.
Do you mean
suspicion of it?
Do you mean he had 2 strikes and he fouled off a pitch and was still able to safely reach first? How important is a prostate? Fucking boob.
Can I have Michael's?
Thomas Overbeck from Dallas. Billie Jean, did her lawyers ever settle with Michael?
Right. Was Quincy Jones a medical examiner?
Stephen S. from Bayshore. Since Michael's died, have you had less contact with him? Comment.
Goddamn Larry is a dolt.
All right, well, we have Jackson's family friend explains the foul play.
Leonard, what do you know about foul play?
Well, Larry, let me explain this to you. During Michael's final days, the final days of Michael's life, and during the final days that was leading up to his life, as well as the final days that surround his death.
We get it.
Final days.
There was a lot of suspicious activity going on in his surroundings.
Oh,
like
Michael Jackson life at the end was being controlled and manipulated.
No.
Michael Jackson was not allowed to make his own decisions.
His whole life was like
he
that.
was not allowed to hire who he wanted to hire to work for him. Michael Jackson was being told what to do. And people was controlling Michael Jackson.
And that was only from when he was 5 to 20. What happened after that?
He had the Jedi mind tricks they was playing on him. Michael Jackson.
Linda Carter looks goddamn good.
I know she does. She was here recently.
No. Well,
she's had some work done. Dude, she's got to be 60.
Stop it. Exactly.
We just
She's gotta
saw
be
Old Lady
60.
Bush. What?
She's Wonder Lady.
You know what? She
she's
looks
a
great.
very pretty woman.
She looks great dressed. There you go.
Dude, she probably looks good naked.
Stop it.
I would love to see her anus winking at me as she climbed a ladder.
I'm back with Wendy Williams as a monster. Because look how much bigger she is.
Dude.
She's a monster.
Imagine her spanking fucking Linda Carter.
Huh?
Oh, she'd kill her.
I just hear eat Linda Carter's pussy.
Look at those legs. Look at Wendy Williams' legs. They are fucking giant.
Linda Carter's pretty. I want her to suckle my balls.
Never.
And make lamb noises.
Never liked it at her.
Who, Linda Carter?
Yeah. Never did anything for me.
How about Lindsay Wagner?
No. What a mom. Kind of a dykey.
The bionic hole.
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
Never.
All right, with fucking Mole Man. He's still on TV.
Why is he still on TV?
I don't know. Now he's facing full on. We can see the moles on both sides.
Wow, he's got him on both sides, yeah.
Attack of the Mole Man.
Dark side of the moon face now.
Maybe his pen exploded before he went on camera.
It might have happened.
He just didn't have time to clean it off.
He actually did explain it. He said what happens is I normally carry a little baggie of moles that I look into for guidance, and I accidentally touched my face to them. He carries a baggie of skin tags and moles.
Is it rainy in Washington?
How do they give you guidance?
I don't know. He looks into them and asks the powers that be questions.
Is it rainy in Washington? Maybe he got a little puddle.
Yeah, maybe a puddle
on his face.
splashed up on him. A taxi came by. I can't look at Lindsay Wagner now because she does those stupid bed commercials for the Sleep Number bed. Oh, my God. So Wendy Williams in a Wonder Woman uniform. Look at her thighs. We are all over the place.
Look at Linda Carter cross her legs because her big fat vag might pop out.
And I'm sick of Sally Field and her Boniva. I'm tired of her and her goddamn brittle bones.
What is Boniva?
It's that one pill you take that reverses osteoporosis, and apparently she loves it.
You can't get
enough of her and her goddamn Boniva. It's all you. Now Sally Field. I don't think about Smoking the Bandit or the Flying Nun. Or Smoking the Bandit.
You just think about her brittle bones.
I just think, yeah.
How are you going to have sex with a broad if she has brittle bones?
Maybe Burt Reynolds punched them brittle. Perhaps.
Think of a fucking leg bone looking and feeling like chalk. Just a big piece of chalk. Her femur is chalk.
Well, the commercial is, have you been on the business end of a lot of left hooks?
A business end.
By a bitter, balding actor.
Who took off his wig and tipped it to you like a gentleman and then uppercutted you in your nun outfit.
Made a funny laugh after he did it.
Then he made you blow Fred the Basset Hound.
Leave Fred alone.
He made Fred fuck your face on the set just to make all the other actors laugh.
Spread peanut butter on your brittle pubic bone. I had Fred just lap it off.
Fred stepped on it and fucking broke it with his little paw. A crunch. Is it true Jerry Reed ate your ass in the cab of that truck?
Enough with her and her Boniva.
I know, enough already.
I hate her and her Boniva.
Jerry Reed took one and gave her a good shitter wrecking. That's what he'd give her. Good shitter wrecking. Oh, Fred barked.
They're saying that Wendy Williams has a pig snout. You can see right into her nose.
Oh, yeah.
And see her brain.
God damn, Linda
Carter. There's Linda Carter as Wonder Woman.
Not that. Look at those boots.
Oh, my God.
You know what? I hate. Look at those 70s low-cut shorts.
Too,
it's just.
Well, yeah. She's a superhero. They couldn't show her clit.
Well, bring it up on the hips a little bit.
Hood
Show her ass.
Why don't we do one
She
more?
probably looks good.
She looks beautiful, dude. Oh, look at those juicy ruby lips. I'd like to give them a good smooch.
Dude, they're dry.
Good
no,
Wonder Woman kiss.
They're old. Look,
you kiss dry lips.
The fucking lipstick is wicking up the cracks in her lips up toward nostrils.
It's like a dry riverbed.
I'd climb on that couch.
Oh, God damn, you found them.
What's
That's
that?
Mole Guy.
Yeah, look at him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Oh, I
12,
lost track at
13,
eight.
14, 15.
Get the fuck out of here.
Count the ones that'll be giant moles in like 2 years.
Jesus.
His face is being taken over by
Wow.
a colony of moles.
Looks like someone put glue on his face and then threw M&Ms at him angrily. And I'll wear these forever.
If you're on TV, you gotta snip that shit.
Exactly, or put makeup on it.
Something.
Could you airbrush these moles out? Fix it in post?
If you're a regular Joe, whatever, but you're on TV, my friend.
Make me look like I'm not a fucking artist rendition of a man with moles. That's what he looks like.
Oh, shit.
He's a moly horse's ass. I'm tired of him.
Is he horrendous?
Hope those moles are fucking like mines, and that every time he touches one, it explodes on his
They
face.
explode just a tad, and then spread, make more moles. Cluster
Still
moles.
talking on TV.
Sure he
Yeah.
is.
No one wants to interrupt him.
Yeah.
They're scared to interrupt him.
Exactly. Because they don't want to just go over and touch him. I bet you the makeup people won't go near him.
Oh my
I bet they
God.
apply his makeup with like one of those fucking things that you hang wallpaper with. Because they don't want to touch his moles.
Do you think it's specks of feces on his
I hope
face?
so.
It does look like fecal matter.
I hope he has a Saint Bernard who fucking...
Shits on his face in the morning.
No, who like shit on the steps, and his little kid was jumping up and down for joy about something because Dad was finally leaving, and the kid splattered Saint Bernard shit in his face. That's what it is. Man's got Saint Bernard duty on his fucking cheekbones.
Oh, it's horrendous.
Yeah. The photo's not as bad. Apparently, there's like a great white balance. But on TV in HD, holy shit, those moles they jump out at you like Ethel Merman.
Things are swell.
Yeah. Things are great.
You got big moles on your face.
There's no business like mole business.
One more from Larry King. Joe says he never harmed Michael.
What do you say about all these things that have been said over the years that you harmed Michael as a
Oh,
child?
that's a bunch of bull s. That's a bunch of bull s.
Straighten me out.
And that's not true.
You never physically harmed him.
Never have. And I raised him just like you would raise your kids, you know. But harm Michael for what? I have no reason. That's my son. I loved him. And I still love him.
Sounds very genuine.
What do you think?
Who's grabbing his cock in that picture? Is that a girl?
It's Fergie.
Fergie's grabbing what?
I don't know.
There's something in her pants.
Yeah, what is that in her pants? What the fuck is that?
Fergie's got a giant cock.
What is that? What's she doing?
No, she's like storing something there. She's probably got like a wallet.
I'm fucking done with this place for today.
Yeah, you know something? You make a good point. Fuck this. I'm done.
I want to go to that guy's house and play Connect the Dots with his
Everyone
moles.
later. I'm done with you. Connect the moles.
Connect the moles with spray paint.
Great
Whose boobies
game.
is that?
Lisa Rena?
Yeah.
Oh God, oh my God.
Yeah, she's got those. She did too much plastic
And
surgery.
and she had a bunch of kids, so that ravaged that ravaged her there. Look at what kids do. She used to be like considered very hot.
Man.
Like back when she was on a soap opera. I think she was on like Days of Our Lives or some shit. Who's that?
Jessica Simpson.
Oh, God damn the tits on
Big
her.
fat tits.
Shit.
She's fantastic.
So Tony Roma dumped her.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he gave her a dumping.
She got to be really fucking stupid.
Why?
Because you probably can't even talk to her for
what?
2 seconds.
What's there to say?
Oh,
Suck this or let me eat that.
Jesus Christ. Right, look at that. Just pull those fucking things down, right?
Yeah, her fucking
You hear
shit on
me?
her stomach.
Yeah.
Little hiney sticking up.
Hear me?
That's right.
Her ass is looking a little too muscular.
That's not like that. Grab your dick and fucking... She'd grab your dick and just squeeze the helmet until you made cummy.
Ooh, cummy. I'm kind of...
All right. Whatever.
All right, man.
My headphones are off. You
Yeah,
do whatever you
mine
want,
are
Travis.
too. All right. Well, see you
fucking on the show.
asti manjana.
I know this gag. Tell him to fucking push a button.